Proof he's the jar and not the juice. I've been trying to explain this commercial to people for so long. The kids blamed the footprints on the dog. Your dog could be a werewolf, you know? My body after doing absolutely nothing all day. Raise your hand if you've ever been personally victimized by one of these items. Molten lava from the pits of hell. Arctic exploration. Temperatures that can support human life. My physics teacher is such a pro at emojis. Girls, copy this. Middle finger. I think he just doesn't like you. Having to go to the dentist as a kid and having to go to the dentist as an adult. Abandoned castle in Ireland. I thought Ireland was bigger, to be honest. When the ATM charges you $3 to get your own money, they tells you to cover your pin so you don't get robbed. I hate funerals. I never know what to say. Just say, I'm sorry for your loss and move on. I'm sorry for your loss. Move on. It got inside my house again and I can't get it out. I've tried setting traps, but the elves just outsmart them every time. Stop telling me to cast fireball on the thing. I'm not casting fireball inside my house. She made friends with an avocado. I thought she was the avocado. Someone tell this guy to turn around. Keep hot dogs, $1.50. Stop screaming every time I leave the room. Stop dematerializing like a coward. The rack of consent badges at a furry convention. $8? I'd rather get touched. What does camouflage look like? Alright then, keep your secrets. Dads after you move out and quit leaving the refrigerator door open and that damn bathroom light on. Caterpillar fined $145,000 after worker falls into pot of molten iron and is immediately incinerated. OSHA says, how can they fine a caterpillar? They are just small little guys. I thought this was a dumpster. I'm not even kidding. I had trash in my hand that I was taking towards it. Guess the city. Cleveland, Ohio. You can literally see the Eiffel Tower. Has to be bait. Bait or 10 IQ. The world if we kiss and the world if we don't kiss. What? Would you eat a tiny 2-inch person alive for $100 million? Duh. Damn, you wouldn't feel bad at all, bro? You realize he dies? I feel bad at first, but when I'm shopping with $100 million, I think I'll be okay. If I was the tiny guy, I would go into a total panic, bro. I would scream and squirm. I wouldn't want to get eaten. A flock of sheep in Inner Mongolia have been walking in a circle for over 10 days straight, and no one knows why. They are doing this for clout, and it's sad. Clout chasers these days. No, you can't browse further without signing up, /in. We need to increase our user numbers. Keep browsing. Feel at home. Babies, new fathers, enjoying breast milk. Okay, anyway. Act like I didn't even read this. How poor people look, defending billionaires that don't give a damn about them. Oh good, they serve lamp. We serve lamp, pork, calamari, shrimp, fries. Bank teller. You want to deposit the whole $3? Me. Lower your voice. This is so funny. Very attractive and very unattractive men show the highest hostility towards women. Women are the worst. All you have to do is be nice. Both of you are incels. Women are the worst. All a man truly wants is a decently sized house on a few acres of land with a hidden 5-story subterranean bunker complex. God, give me one reason to go to work. Ammo ain't cheap. Eat at a door yesterday. What a good boy. We are short-staffed. Please be patient with the staff that did show up. There is a demon in the fridge. No one wants to work anymore. Your package came in the mail? How you say it like that? Okay, I think these are done. It's over, man. Let him go. I know how to shuffle music. I don't think you do. People with disabilities. Circus owners during the 1800s. An ant war broke out after adding water beasts into my giant. Why did he do that? Because he likes war. I wish I had the confidence of this woman trying to sell this cheese grater as an ear rack on Etsy. Got tired of writing, so I had to send a voice note. Americans be like, oh, I love that highway. It's nicknamed the Sisters for the 3 sets of hills that create an optical illusion of the roads rising into the sky. Border between Scotland and England at Hadrian's Wall. Okay, come on. This mouse stays under the nightlight for warmth. It runs away if you scare it, but just comes back minutes later. The closer you get to nature, the further you are from idiots. Girls, 1 year of friendship, 400 photos. Me and bro, 10 years of friendship, 1 photo. Mum wanted a picture. Who the hell is the decimal? How is it a 0.5? Is it like half a human? I deserve this high ceiling, high-rise penthouse. I would be standing in front of the window every night like a plotting villain. You guys got any mouth-washing wallpapers? They're called epic wallpapers. Of course they do. Yes, I needed this. Air from 2019. Probably gonna get ill. Are you Batman? No, why? That's why he only comes out at night. Make a Where's Waldo picture. Here's your Where's Waldo style picture. Have fun trying to spot the character. My son had a good report card. We told him he could have a present. He chose 3 pounds of bacon. That's when I knew for sure he was mine. A trauma surgeon reviewed the injuries sustained by Marv and Harry in the Home Alone movies and concluded that 23 of them would have resulted in death. Pain. Comment deleted by user. Thanks, it worked. I hate when this happens. Violence is not the answer. The answer is opens history book. Oh. Starts friend. Uh-oh. Oh no. No. Oh no. No! 8 lives left. You think that lost 1 life? It wasn't even half. Me on camera, after scanning a 65-inch TV as a tomato. Hardcover is fine, I think. $26.99 for the hardcover. $1,500 for a paperback. Finally pulled the trigger on a hippo coffee table. The only issue is that they forgot to pack the table part, so now I just have a hippo in the middle of my living room. Still kinda chill, I guess. What do you feed it? Lost a game of tennis to my little brother. Internship application. Have you ever had a nightmare about an avo crocodile? No? Well, you will now. At first I was like, what the hell? But then I saw the account and I was like, oh, it's Denny's. There is a shark statue at the bottom of Lake Neuchâtel in Switzerland. I always love when artists do stuff like this, to put statues in very specific places to just scare the hell out of anyone who comes across them. This bear is alive. It was tagged and released under sedation. But to just give you perspective of a grizzly bear's paw. Not homeless, wife in Costco. 2 hours, please help. Batman got his name from his fear of bats. Using the same logic, what is your superhero name? Taxes, man. We lied about the 50k reward. You can't do this to me. Operating on my dog's favorite toy. He looks very concerned. He's thinking, oh, the poor buddy didn't even get some anesthetic. What do you suppose they are talking about? They suck again. Yeah, same thing, different season. Caleb looks okay though. I love when nature does things like this. With the log, yeah, but not the stick looking like a human hand. You don't know that. Maybe he does actually know. Doesn't know he's in a movie. The art of dog acting. Russian scientists defrosted several prehistoric worms and 2 woke up. After thawing, the 2 worms began to move and eat. One is 32,000 years old and the other is 41,000 years old. Guys, don't we have better things to be doing? I'm not saying this clock the wife got me from Kmart is bad, but the alarm didn't go off this morning and the time is now 9:77. In China, you can be paid up to $1,000 to dress up as Sun Wukong and be fed by tourists for up to 3 hours at a time. I would just be sick from all the food. 1 million budget, 24 great episodes. $930 billion budget, 8 mediocre episodes. Bro, what's this AI website called, man? ChatGDP. Incredible snow rolls formed by the wind. Frozen tumbleweed. I hate wrapping gifts, oh my god. The elves tweeting on break. Can we fix it? No, Bob, just sign the divorce papers. Me and the goth girl's dog after she says, who's a good boy? I think we should see other people. Boo! How it feels sharing the bed with my cat. Caution, automatic dupe. Caution, wet floop. Open the dupe, get on the floop. Everybody walk the dino soup. Posting a picture of me getting naked in 7 minutes. I think I'll get through. I used to drink these until I realized how much sugar they have in them. When radiologists take a selfie. Dead. Wait, I've seen this. You've been dead? Owen Burns, the 13-year-old hero from Michigan, who saved his 8-year-old sister from being kidnapped with a single slingshot. He struck the kidnapper on the chest and head by firing marble and a rock from his slingshot. The perpetrator was later identified with a marble-induced injury on his forehead. Alien 1. I wish there was a delivery service for human flesh. Alien 2.
Heard my chicken water. Storm Area 51. They can't stop alone.
On our way to see giant ducks race against horses. They're nearly at the finish line. Duck is in the lead. Everyone is cheering. It's easy to have the courage of a lion. They're gigantic and have claws and no natural predators. Have the courage of a guinea pig, a 2-pound meat potato with 0 offensive or defensive abilities that will scream at an ape 100 times its size if their lettuce is too wilted. Me taking out a loan from a bank in the amount of $500 million to buy the bank itself. The bank owner. My favorite genre of paintings. The 2-week Minecraft server after someone's diamonds go missing. This test was hard. You spent over 2,000 hours, but at least you got 20 out of 20 when you're dead inside. But you see a good meme. Cats have been bothering their humans since the dawn of time. Cats have been bothering humans since at least 2011. Pretty sure I blocked the world's hardest shot yesterday. Help, what do I do? Leave a tip. It's not optional. It's rude not to. I'm clicking the custom and I'm giving you none for trying to make me tip you 30. What the hell? Big Bag Boulevard. This looks like a fighting stage in a video game. Dinosaurs are so scary. If I saw this thing, I'd probably crap my pants. If it went like, rah! Oh, I just got chills. I'm tearing up right now. Why did humans stop building wonders? We didn't. Yes, we have the Squidward Community College. Revealed. Women will be doing the deed with robots more than men by 2025. 8 days. We're nearly there. I'm going to become a robot. Snow Angel. Must have been a big cat. Wow. Dudes used to just hand you particles. This man who sprayed pesticide on produce and food in a warm-up in Arizona has been now arrested. Clout was one hell of a drug. Solitary confinement. 10 years. 20 years. it, 50 years! If Santa isn't real, then why is he on flight radar? Mind your own business, man. At the airport eating Five Guys. Five Guys at the airport? Must have been more expensive than the flight. Yeehaw safely. Like a yeehaw. Internally panicking because I put things off for too long. My brain convincing me to put things off for another day. Got an iPad yesterday. First Procreate drawing. I got an iPad too, but I watched YouTube on it. Same resources, but different outcomes. Much to think about. Went to an art exhibition, and the artist was drawing a self-portrait dressed up as a dog, and I wish this was my job so bad. Do you think you could rob an empath by holding yourself at gunpoint? Whoa. Put the money in the This Apple Vision Pro app makes ghosts appear in your house. It's called Hauntify and scans your rooms in real time to find the perfect spots to scare you. I'm drinking alcohol and taking this thing for a whirl. My dad got me this action figure for Christmas. Have I used this in a video before? Someone found my lost debit card and is trying to have a really fun day with it. Decline, decline, decline. Oof, I know that Foot Locker decline was embarrassing. They tried $600. That one time I asked for extra cream cheese and the Dunkin' employee did this. A flight was delayed in Atlanta for over an hour. An army vet got his sacks from the overhead bin and played Christmas songs. Just had to manually make holes in the Swiss cheese because my kid refuses to believe it's Swiss unless it has holes. I agree with the kid. When the Saxons arrived and asked the Welsh the name of that hill, the Welsh said pen, which means hill in Welsh. So the Saxons used their word for hill, tor, and called it Torpen. Then the Norse arrived and the same process added their word for hill, hager. So now it is Torpen hager, hill, hill, hill. Later the English called it Torpenhow hill. Hill, 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 hill. Language is awesome. The pose I pull after literally begging my friend to take photos of me so that I could maybe post. This post has messed me up more than any other on this site. So like, do caterpillars know that they're gonna be butterflies? Or do they just build the cocoon and be like, what am I doing? They just go off instinct. If your website says cool for price, I would rather never visit your site again. Stupid elf bit my finger, so I gave it the boot. If baguettes could move, how would they move? Give your reasoning, please. Not sure. Dude, I would totally smash a minion. Who are they gonna tell?
Banana.
Police are investigating an armed break-in. Honestly thought I was looking at a screen cap from The Sims. Chaz 2 with open world. This Windows 95 era software we use at work has a rotating 3D skull gif if the person who owned the account died. That's a bit morbid. Average search history. Man monkey cryptid. Man monkey. What does a body look like after 20 years buried? Photos I took at 3 a.m. Edge brownie pen for edge lovers. Oh man, I hope this doesn't get misinterpreted 15 years later. But 9 plus 10 equals 19. I know, but he says 21 and it's hilarious. He doesn't just say 21. He says it with such belief and trust. It's like he says 21 as in it is 21. And if you don't believe him, you're wrong. So confident. Man should become a politician. He's fearless. He's got some grit. Not now, bro. I'm observing the creature. We should procreate. Men yearn for the control rooms. I bet it feels good as hell to say, in English, 4 eyes in here. It's so skibbity. You're so gyat. I mess with the overall vision. RoboCop is a movie about a guy who gets killed on the job, and they still made him go back to work. Sounds legit. You're so considerate. Thanks. I was raised in constant fear of upsetting people, so, you know, thinking hands. Today someone told me I'm nice, and I literally said, thanks. It's the emotional trauma. Sweet treat o'clock with President Biden. Our flushable wipes are plumber approved. The plumber. Try that in a small town. Shut down one of them drones. It's not a drone, you idiot. Obsessed with the title of this picture I downloaded off Pinterest. Perhaps he sampled a lemon. KSI wins. Logan Paul. I was on my period. This is what a Walmart looks like after it's been gutted. In Ireland, Sammy the Seal repeatedly begged for food at a restaurant, prompting the staff to start feeding him at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. daily. Now, Sammy emerges from the water at these times, checks both directions, crosses the road, and patiently waits for his meal. He always shows up exactly on schedule. This would be like a really good restaurant experience, just seeing a seal while you're eating your food. In a talk to a ship right now. I think we're using each other. I think we both know this. I think we don't care. Say that word again, but slowly this time. Talk to somewhere on Google Earth, my childhood dog is 7 years old and still lying in her favorite spot. Why do they keep remaking Disney movies and make the animals look realistic? If I wanted to see an elephant be sad for over an hour, I would go to the zoo. No. A London man named Russell Gray was denied permission to redevelop a vacant land that he owned. So he acquired permission to install a tank on the site. The council had approved it thinking it was a septic tank, but he instead installed a Soviet tank with its gun turret pointing at the council office as a light-hearted protest. Goes after meeting a nice stranger. You're so nice, what's your Insta? Ah, thanks, it's boys. I have quite enjoyed talking to you, but now we shall part ways. Tell fate may reunite us again. Farewell. Can frogs feel happy? Yes, there is nothing but eternal happiness in the life of a frog. I wish I was a frog. Ribbit, ribbit. Clocks go back, should nurses get paid for the extra hour on the night shift? Incredible that this is even a debate. Cities, homes, restaurants, hospitals, all of them need warm, yellow-tinged lighting. I can't think of a single place that has been improved by the introduction of white LEDs. This pops up every time I boot up my PC. No device finded. Privacy doesn't exist in the enchanted forest. I hate it here. Doctors. Googling stuff online does not make you a doctor. Programmers. My girl confuses me. I'm speechless, but a lot of speech. It's like seeing the gates of heaven. Beer, chicken, vapes. Girlfriend told me I was delusional for seeing a sword on our cat's back. I have a feeling the boy... Yeah, I definitely see a sword. Kirito's sword. The front of the Christmas tree and the back. No Apple Intelligence. No. I love her. So tell my girlfriend that I love her. A winter poem. Oh, it's cold. The end. Seeing this in 1875 must have felt like seeing a Cybertruck. They would have been making fun of the people using them as well. I smashed a mutual. How was it? You want to hear the details about that? Just if you had fun, because I care. Would my grandma's key wallet that she used for 50 years. We really need to start using these again because this is so genius. Company creates bread that has a white crust in order to try and help decrease food waste. If you guys saw this outside of a bar, would you come in? Please be honest. Ooh, you want to drink so bad. The dream urinal. Or as we say, urinal. It's a urinal, not a urinal. Nobody. Me at 34, 1939, Kansas wheat. When they realized women were using their sacks to make clothes for their children, the mills started using flowered fabrics for their sacks so the kids would have pretty clothes. Pure kindness. The label would wash out. The bulb's shape allows it to be easily put into the mouth, but taking it out can be problematic. This is why it's dangerous to give a werewolf a... What? Excuse me? They said something crazy. Begins with B. She had one job. Don't forget my charger. I won't. Did you bring in my charger? No, I forgot. The other day I was going to the shop, so I said, hey, Mom, do you want anything? She said, yeah. She just wanted some mints. I said, okay, sure. As soon as I got there, I forgot the mints. And that's happened 3 times.
I guess I've just got a wandering mind.
He doesn't like cinnamon? Jesus. He puts animals in an ark? Noah. Bean. Lifespan. 66 to 66. He'll be an anomaly. He'll make it to 110. So violence it is then. You make a difference. You've won unpaid time off. We love our team. So you've just given them a break. Nice. We have peaked as a society. Is the person naming these colors of yarn okay? Poisoned blood. Crumbling brick ruin. Too much Aperol spritz. Collapsed cream caramel. Ghost. Fango. I don't think that people understand what schools are. Subjects that should be mandatory in schools. Taxes, coding, cooking, insurance, basic home repair, self-defense, survival skills, social etiquette. I mean, I agree. This should be taught, but it's not. Throwback to when you could legally gamble at Taco Bell as a kid. Not American, don't get it. This octopus blanket idea looks super cozy. I want one. How long would this take to knit? Like 100 hours, maybe? I don't know. I don't know how to knit. How I fix stuff working in IT. Restart whatever isn't working. Quick Google search. IT placebo effect. My mere presence has, oh my god, as a kid, this would literally be me. I would say, hey mom, can you come in here? The Wi-Fi's not working. As soon as she would come into my room, voila, it starts working. Moms are just too powerful. To the untrained eye, these utensils may look like scrap metal, but as a historian, I knew that they were once owned by the jacket. I don't know who this is, and I don't know how the one on the left, the middle left, works. Surely that's just, come on. What do you guys say my style is? I don't really have an exact word for it, but I know it isn't emo. It's like some chill thing, Atlanta type. Picked up my date from her other date. Met a girl on Hinge, we've been talking and went on our first date. It went well. I asked her towards the end what her intentions are, and she said she was looking for a long-term relationship. The second date comes around and I tell her I'll pick her up, but this time she sends me a different address from her home. I pick her up and a guy gives her a hug and a peck on the cheek. When she gets in my car, I ask her was that her friend, and she told me she was just on a date. I told her that's a bit disrespectful to have me pick her up like this, and she said it shouldn't bother me because we're not in a relationship. I told her kindly to leave my car and drove home. This is what I'm saying, man. Your right hand will never cheat on you. If you ever think your luck is bad, just remember that this guy was in a battle with 50 to 60,000 troops, and he ran into the only person on the battlefield that could kill him. Should I do Lord of the Ring memes? Wow, Disney, you are truly incredible. It took you 3 years, multiple rewrites, unnecessary CGI, and $209 million just for me to enjoy a comment section of a movie I will never watch. Bless you. What? Who sneezed? You get it? How France celebrated the victory after the World Cup. This must be the dumbest photographer in the world. Goodbye, cruel world. Those who know. How females see the world with those long eyelashes. My hands look like this, so hers can look like this. Divorce application when I'm not able to sleep in the hotel and this banger starts playing. The Regent International Apartment Building in Hangzhou, China has a population of around 30,000 people. The pizza delivery man there. If you were words on a page, you'd be the fine print. Cool, I see how it is. this. Nobody wants a nice guy anymore. This guy was tired of seeing Americans with Chinese tattoos, so he showed her what it looks like to a Chinese person. That's a pretty good excuse for getting a tattoo you didn't understand what it meant, Chinese guy. What color y'all reaching? Do you guys only eat like half of your popsicle? I don't get it. Chess robot grabs and breaks finger of 7-year-old opponent. Incredible how AI can just come up with chess strategies I thought of years ago. Cleaning up my car. Any ball knowers out there? Fellow autist, I see. Elite ball knowledge. Steve Jobs testing the photo booth filter in 2005. Attention seeker looking for fame. You can't imagine what horrific thing happened on Cannibal Island in 1933. I can probably guess. When helicopters operate in sandstorms, they create a halo of sparks. Guys will see this and say, oh yeah, this is how family is supposed to be. Point blank period. Forget all that BS. Life is short. Well, them kids is not coming to my house. Empty tubes of wrapping paper. Do you A. pretend it's a lightsaber? B. bonk it on someone's head? Both. Both is good. Charging my doorbell with my couch. Imagine explaining this to someone in the 1970s. Me after seeing a guy buying this from the store. Don't buy everything in one place. I know what you are. I don't mean to brag, but mine was free. Anxiety disorders. Now only $45. Mark Zuckerberg is reportedly building a $100 million Hawaii compound with a huge underground bunker. Maybe I'm weird, but if the world is ending, I'm not going to try to survive. Like, literally, what's the point? He's the kid at the sleepover that says, technically it's tomorrow. Once it hits midnight, the upstairs bathroom and the downstairs bathroom. It's been 6 months. I need a new one. Boys with the wallet they've had since they were 12. Flirting with the chubby girl at the gym is like buying Bitcoin in 2009. This is Franklin. He saw that we were trying to leave the house without him and has staged a protest. Why no one takes my Sharpie. Couple finds bear setting up winter hibernation under their deck. Allows him to stay rent-free. Until he wakes up after hibernation really hungry and he eats you. Just a little dark humor. Probably gonna get me cancelled, but I had to share. Guys versus girls. Do you want to go to the girls store? Okay. Do you want to go to the guys store? Yes. Bro is fighting demons. Don't look at her Instagram. Don't message her. Just go home. The customer is always right. Not during my shift. No one has been ever more wrong than the customer. Productivity hack, phone in syrup. When I'm working, I put my phone in a bowl of corn syrup. Trying to take it out is so messy and gross that it creates a sensory aversion stronger than my desire to check it. You can use any syrup. Dogs that mauled intruder to death will not be put down. The one on the left is like, life happens. And the one on the right is thinking, this cameraman looks awfully intruder shaped. Parents, what's your goal in life? Me. Dude, yesterday I went to sleep at 6 p.m. and woke up at 7 p.m. and thought, okay, nice, 1 hour sleep before dinner. Then my mum said it was yesterday. Did I just sleep 25 hours? Nice, bro. What is your damn, I'm getting old moment? I saw my baby cousin as a teen now at a family gathering and I was like, you don't remember me? And he was like, nah. And I realized I was that person now. Sending her a massive paragraph about how I feel. Leave her alone. Kaisernet reportedly skeptical of string theory. It's just not conclusive enough. A theoretical framework of such large magnitude is impossible to test empirically. How to watch a YouTube video online. Alan, how do I post a comment? How do you lose your AirPods? I'm still on my first pair. Did bro try to eat it? Showering when you poop is crazy. The bathroom was designed for the real ponderers, the true introspective shower poopers. Imagine the solitude here. Look at this kangaroo's foot. God chose violence in every part of their design. Look at this pathetic pancake. Why are you holding it like that? Wasn't Freddie Mercury like a serial killer? What? Oh, wait, Freddy Fazbear is who I'm thinking of. Sorry. My ex is having a baby. Obsessed with me much? I used to be a baby. And they're having a girl. Okay, come on, I'm a girl. Terrified now. Horses can plan ahead and think strategically. Scientists find. This would be a great movie, like Planet of the Apes, but with horses. Horses of the Apes. Survived 3 years with a dog. Died 1 day after meeting a woman. I bought a bag of M&Ms, and they don't have M's anymore. They all have W's. For woke. A minimalistic take on the world map. This is annoying me the hell off. Gordon Ramsay is shady as hell. He said it's not the face, so it must be the food. Congrats to both of you. It must be the cooking. No, he's flying away. Not the time, iPhone. You threw away our entire relationship for a random guy. Congrats. 90% of diseases would vanish if everyone started eating this way. You eat like a dog on its birthday. These are so delicious, I don't care. Normalize eating baby food as an adult. My sister mentioned to her man she had to go to the store for water. Within 30 minutes, this was outside of her door. Not to be woke, but does your sister not have a sink? I'm not robbing you for cash, but buddy. No cash on board, just fresh donuts. Yeah, I want those donuts. If you die tonight, heaven or hell, tell them that the cows sent ya. The cows send their regards. Whenever I see someone on one of these, I like to imagine they started out with a much larger vehicle, and their journey has been riddled with mishaps. NASA has discovered a nearby Earth-like exoplanet using the James Webb Telescope, but it rains lava at night. How is that like Earth at all then? Me. I'm mature now. Also me. I must walk on the brown tiles or else I will die. I'm probably really late to this, but have they all put each other's coats on by accident? Mario's underrated. Crowd is in shambles right now. Does this mean Luigi will be the president of the United States? My 8-year-old daughter got a C on her math test again, so I trapped her favorite toy in ice to teach her responsibility. Minecraft, livestream right now, let's go. One time Migos live streamed themselves playing Minecraft, and the only thing they did was fly to the top of the map and say this in the chat. I'm going to Avon, when you are constantly anxious, but you don't know why. Okay. Kids want to be Batman, adults want to be Bruce Wayne. I want to be Bruce Wayne's parents. When I was a kid, I thought those pillars went down to the seafloor. In reality, they usually go down to some large submerged floats. I dislike this. It's about who stays, not who promised. When you're lonely and the lighting looks like this. I hate when a guy asks, can you cook? Can you build a house? That means you can't cook. MrBeast has rented out all 3 Egyptian pyramids for 100 hours for an upcoming video. MrBeast getting dragged to hell by the spirits of every single pharaoh for disrespecting their tombs. You get a $5 trillion bounty placed on you for 48 hours. If you survive, you get the money. Everyone on Earth knows about the bounty. How do you survive? Go to a showing of Cats. You need to hide for 2 days. There's no need for self-torture. The masculine urge to be working late in a corporate NYC high-rise during the golden era of finance. AT Switzerland is peak. The masculine urge to launder money here. I like being alone guys debating every night if living life is really worth it and if love is even an option. Shakira's hips taking a lie detector test. The fact this isn't AI generated makes it even funnier. It's January 2025 and you're a 90s kid that passed on Pokemon, Bitcoin, and buying a house. Call me Blackbeard, the way I treasure her chest. So this guy and said, ew, 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 ugly, and then felt so bad I cried and bought him. Don't hawk to me. Don't spit on my thing. We're done. Some sentences are so beautiful that they transcend the language barrier. It's the cuck chair. Bro, can you even do a push-up? You tell me, bud. Wow, he's got an arm. Used boyfriend boxers. I'm so happy. How do you get this stuff on my front page? I'm new on Twitter. Please help me. Not to brag, but I was alive when you could slam the phone down to hang up on someone. It was spectacular. People call flipping burgers unskilled labor, but then give you this at a barbecue. I'm at a Five Guys with $5. What the hell can I get? A smell? Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was released 6 years ago today. Who picked these photos? You can't even be mad. Poor kid. I'm very sorry. I was riding my bike and lost balance, scratching your car. Okay, that is not a scratch from a little bike, okay? That's a grown man doing that, or a grown woman. Snip, snip. His name is Muffin and he won't be knocking up any pretty young things anymore. Thanks, Operation Catnip. What havoc was this cat wrecking on the streets to warrant a public announcement of his sterilization? That is locked in. Grandparents were right. Sitting in a chair, doing nothing, and staring at nature is incredible. You win some, you lose some. Free! My wife hates this lamp. I lost the battle and now I must say goodbye to my lamp. All good things must come to an end. For as long as I can remember, I felt a deep, heavy sense of loneliness. Wrong! You have selected the wrong answer. This is how it feels to talk to my parents about my mental health. The evolution of Apple's headphones. 06 and 2012 are literally goated. They used to literally rattle at max volume. Something I told a 12-year-old. Once you have a girlfriend or a wife living with you, they really appreciate it if they smell dinner cooking when they arrive home. Stop trying to feminize boys. Learn how to cook, loser. Science experiments and movies. Always works out first try, or at least the first few. Takes 5 minutes. Near infinite funding. Consistent data. Science experiments in real life. Often inconclusive data. Contradicting data. Scarce funding. Takes months or years. Okay, so I'm not sure about New York Times. Everyone wants your email address. Think twice before sharing it. Thanks for reading the Times. Create your free account or log in to continue reading. Venting to my little brother and him saying, damn Vivi, I ain't order a yappuccino. He ate, I'm not gonna lie. Just a reminder that Michael created this entire run in his 20s. Let me get up, oh my god. Police said the 20-year-old pulled out his wallet and as he searched through it, officers could see the fake Hawaii ID card with the name McLovin and the birth date of 1981. My work here is done. High school crushes were crazy because why was I running around the whole school to get a glimpse of someone? The way your whole day was better when you- I never did this. What? Do people do this? So DJ Khaled was born on November the 26th, 1975 and George Washington was born on 1732. Is it him? him? If Stuart Little tried to talk to me, I would just look the other way or pretend not to hear him. I would definitely listen to him. Be in public, see a bunch of cops. Start thinking really illegal things. They can't do anything. That's right, pigs. Keep walking and don't forget who owns these brainwaves. That's not how you spell it. Frederick has just passed. I've been bawling all day. Me, when my dog dies. Average Twitter interaction. Paranoid schizophrenic attacked by misogynistic homosexual. If I'm lying, why aren't my pants on fire? Case closed. I'm innocent. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the one and only the Kingfisher. This is the bird equivalent of a money spread. Just took 93-year-old mum to vote. She's registered blind. In a loud voice, she said, "Which box for war with France?" A cheer went up for waiting voters. Why does the dog look like he's a driving officer? Taking my sister's practice license test. Left nostril versus right nostril. Accidentally got drunker than I intended to last night, and when I was walking through the restaurant to the bathroom, I kept thinking, amazing, this was all filmed in one shot. Men, please vent to women. We do care. How people think nuclear energy works and how it really works. The water is really hot. At Taco Bell, the woman ahead of me is trying to order a Chocobo Supreme and will not work with the cashier to figure out what she means. Are we cooked? I'm having a panic attack. I'm in the hair salon. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about that, man. I'm so sorry. Never mind. Just forget it. Just a second ago, I learned about the Greenland shark. A polar bear eating monster is poisonous because its body is full of urine. In other words, the shark's body is full of pee shark. Anyway, there's more. In Iceland, they take the pee shark and make it into a dish, a fermented pee shark dish. For those who don't know this, 95% of Houston looks like this. Most of USA looks like that. That's why everyone is miserable. Wouldn't this be faster? No. The nicotine and caffeine in my body fighting on who is making me poop my pants. When you open a game that you and your friends used to play together, everyone's offline. What drives someone to make this? Aspirin. Ouch, I have a headache. Aspirin Jack. Me deciding if I should just heal or give up and go completely insane. Update on the McDonald's application. Now I can finally sleep. So they didn't get hired. Rip. Got him. I hate how this tweet is how I found out that the Yakuza creator has a Twitter. A blanket of snow. I've never seen snow slide off my car quite this way. Guy Code. Bro changed the group name to Guy Code only. What is this? What the hell is this? Guy Code stuff. We're gonna talk about women we know and stuff. I've been laughing for 5 minutes. I cannot breathe. Look at that. Leeds pub garden floods. Men go for pint anyway. Suddenly having no earthly desires when someone asks what I want for Christmas. My girlfriend was gone for the week, so I was on cooking duty. I sent her a picture of my dinner and she said it was childish and that I probably can't wait for her to come back. We gave morning people way too much power. Them not being functional after 8:30 p.m. is okay, but me not being functional before 8:30 a.m. is not, somehow. Get this out of my feed, bro. I'm not watching this. I watched it. Changed my life for the better. Alright, better listen. This better change my life. This was the last we ever saw of him. The year other countries in Europe opened their subways. Absolutely messed up. The UK had the meat Mariana this long before us. Few upgrades to the whip. Fire. The world divided in 4 equal parts. Wow, 2 billion people. That is 2 billion people. How guys feel after saying, it ain't the cold, it's the wind that gets you. 19 years old and asking for action figures for Christmas. The bald kid in my art class. He bullies me, but he is gay, so I don't care. Top 10 people at my school I don't like. Off work late, hungry but too tired to cook. Try a bag of nerd clusters. You will certainly not regret eating a bag of nerds clusters. I want a divorce. Oh my god. Delicate moment. Newman sourcing his scrod. She sauce on my scrod till I'm a Newman. Extremely loud and correct. Doing a checkup on my other households, and this is their newly adopted dog. Adult, female, immortal, schizotypal personality disorder. Sexist. Never understood this lizard. Is he stupid? When the most accident-prone person you know makes ratatouille. Finally, my beautiful dinner is ready. Now to go hold the entire cast iron over the living room furniture for a little while. This is my little brother's iPad background. He's 10. I'm feeling a bench PR tonight. Honestly, screw girls, bro. They're so fake. Sheep cakes. I swear Japanese bakeries be on some next-gen stuff when it comes to cake making. If you give people 2 choices, they will choose one of them. That's a huge brain moment. Big brain. Thought, this plywood looks weird. Got closer. It's printed paper and scotch tape. The ink alone is probably twice the price of real plywood. There's a question on my natural resources policy exam with 0 context. Can you destroy a fish? True, false. Wish I could turn into this whenever a man tells me to smile. How I've been feeling lately. No one claim 2025 as their year, please. I need this. Mankind wasn't meant to work in December. We were meant to hide from wolves, drink and pray our autumn harvest harvest will last us through the dark months. Finally got around to making that matcha tiramisu we talked about. I thought this was Greenland. Airport beer at 6 a.m. You bet. The airport is a lawless place that is free from judgment. Do women know how immensely powerful the single strand of hair can be? It's very cute how many men have no idea how calculated women's looks are. Like genuinely, I find it extremely endearing. I know I'm not a parent, but this seems like a comically low bar to clear. Parents who spend 15 minutes per day with their child can improve their health and well-being. Landing people on the moon, cremating 2,000 people a day. The technology no longer exists. You could be having a nice day and then somebody your own age says they bought a house. I is smart, I is handsome, I is capable. DMC DeLorean, Arasaka edition in Japan is pretty cool. That disturbed cover of Sound of Silence has got to be the worst pieces of recorded music ever. Plays funeral music. How did she move where her hair was growing from? She's not a witch, don't worry. You can do partings like this, it's just how hair works. Privacy is power. People cannot destroy what they do not know. Shooters shoot. Hi, is there any chance an 89% will get rounded to an A? If not, no big deal. Thank you for a great semester and Merry Christmas. I seriously doubt a horse drew this carriage. Wrecking Ball Billion. When I was 7 years old, I didn't understand her pain, but now I'm 9 years old and now I understand. I really do. He understands it now. I'm very laid back. I only care about two things. Every person on Earth and their opinion of me. The crushing psychological weight of being alive. Cooking together is not romantic. Move out of my way. Real, but if you have a person who is just sitting on the kitchen counter and yapping with you while you make food, it's kind of nice. One person cooks while the other person drinks alcohol nearby. It's a perfect system. Why does the jonkler? Is he stupid? If I don't respond, it's because I'm on a side quest. Battling social anxiety. The side of the Earth you'll never see. Center of the Pacific Ocean. William Dafoe. Red. William Dafoe. Jesus. Define range. OF girls didn't know anything about this. 99 hours worked, $1,000. You're flexing a 1K check and it took you 100 hours. Maybe it's time to start the OF. OF women give the worst life advice. No, we're not going to sell our soul for a Fortnite battle pass and be a disgrace to our family. Godzilla doing the skibbity toilet emote. If you buy this with my creator code, I'm straight up killing you. Siblings gift exchange. I couldn't afford a present this year, so I got you this box. And he got an iPhone. And before they changed the start of The Incredibles because he throttles his health executive boss. Posting this will be considered hate speech in 2025. I think someone has a crush on our Christmas decoration. Stand up, introduce yourself and tell us 3 interesting things about you. The Rizzler and Harambe's lives only overlapped for 39 days. Moana 2 has grossed $221 million on its opening weekend at the domestic box office. The biggest ever for an animated film. It made no noise. Like the 5-year-olds leaving the theater are going to log it on Letterboxd on the way out. Got a photo for my daughter's passport and she looks like a Chelsea fan given a 3-year football banning order after an incident away at Stoke. Come on, Chelsea, let's go. Adulthood cannot be this mundane. Working 5 days a week, coming home at 6:30, making dinner, sleep, repeat, only living for that insanely short 2-day weekend. Saving up on vacation days to take a break. This can't be real. Damn, being a clown doesn't seem that bad. I dated a chick that did clown gigs for like birthday parties and stuff. One time we were doing the regular making out thing on her couch to weird out my roommate and make him leave so we could watch TV. And when I grabbed her bob, she honked a horn. I didn't see her grab. Goofy girl, lol. Girls, don't do this face anymore. Wait, why not? McDonald's, when they steal my data and learn I like hamburgers. Fixing a boo-boo as a kid and fixing a boo-boo as an adult. Petting a cat, pat pat. Kid, hey look, I found a cool rock. What kind of rock is this? Dad, that's a sex stone. Really? Yeah, it's just a frickin' rock, kid. Dads everywhere. Such a bad dad joke. Whoever made this meme should be banned from making memes. Can someone do a correlation study on kids who were started with Mac computers versus Windows PCs and tech illiteracy, or even just general problem-solving skills? Because I have a hypothesis. I installed Linux on my laptop when I was 12. Autistic children will be excluded from the study for skewing results. One thing I hate is when Disney decided to focus solely on twisted villains. Nah, King Candy was the last Disney villain to pull off a plot twist correctly. Why does everyone always look so damn good on this French show? They have that early 2000s kind of lighting no one else can top. In Constantine, 2005, the director wanted the devil to dress like a metalhead / biker gang, but Peter Stormare asked to wear a full white suit with tar dripping off his limbs. It's definitely the right choice. The movie also gave us the absolute banger of a shotgun. Okay, hear me out. I turned my couch into a bowl of ramen. Can someone please explain to me in crayon how inflation keeps going down, but we continue to live in the most expensive timeline of our life. I used to weigh 200. In 2020, I gained 5 pounds. In 2021, I gained 11. In 2022, I gained 9. In 2023, sick. This year, only 3. My weight gain is down, but now I weigh 234. My mum always tried to hide her wedding photos, and today I found out why. His form is incredible. Friends and I decided to go camping, but none of us knew how to set up a tent. Here's how we slept. Nah, 4 inches is actually huge. If that's huge, then damn, I must be God. What could your employer do to better support your mental health? Double my salary? The definition of work smarter, not harder. The neighbor doesn't even try. My neighbor's dog got out again. Which one's your neighbor's dog? Whoever painted this rock to look like a finger? Screw you. Me, getting ready to believe in love again. Lava and jellyfish are 2 incredibly attractive substances that beg my monkey brain to touch them, but simultaneously would be the absolute worst possible things to touch. Look at that group. Things I want to touch: jellyfish, lava, fat squirrels. Things that will mess me up. Jobs will call you back 7 months later. Like, are you still interested? Bro, I'm homeless now. Why should we hire you? Because you're literally hiring. What the hell is this question? I don't know. You're looking for employees. I'm looking for employment. Why wouldn't you hire me? Nobody. Me? I think I'll make a little bowl of cereal. Saw this assistant's dog with its pig plushie after a long day of work. All I want for Christmas is you. Re-enters global Spotify top 10. Here goes her infinite money glitch. Guys, you got kicked out of the house. Look, there's a bed in the back. I still have good relations with my folks. I just have to keep moving. My mum forced me to buy 2 hamsters because one would be lonely. They made 7 babies. She ate 6. The baby that survived ate the mother, and the dad who saw these starved himself to death. When your homie gets put on the other team in dodgeball. So apparently girls don't like it when you use an Android emulator on a date to scam McDonald's out of 30 McNuggets. She said, "Hey Eli, just wanted to be upfront. I think you're a cool guy, but the thing you did with the 3 McDonald's apps was weird and embarrassing. I don't think it's going to work out." I thought they'd be impressed. Sent a selfie and I received this meme as a reply. Why did you post yourself twice? My friend's girlfriend's dad sent them an extra large cutting board for their housewarming by mistake. The best part of the Oreo is the black cookie parts, not the frosting. Deal with it. Darkness without light is an abyss. Light without darkness is blinding. You cannot have a coin with one side. Yo, Socrates, it's a cookie. I am not wanting to die. I have never felt like that in my life. In fact, I actually wish immortality was a thing. Me, when my doctors wouldn't let me out of the hospital. Fallen tree swings back into its old position after being cut in half, like it never died. Get rich, then get off the grid LinkedIn edition. So they worked for Microsoft for 22 years, then now they're a goose farmer. Babe, I took 5 pregnancy tests. They all came back positive. Me, thinking about how I'll afford to raise 5 babies. My dasher delivered my food and then apparently sent me something so obscene they refunded me. Your order was cancelled. To shield you from inappropriate content from your dasher, we've cancelled this order. We're sorry for the inconvenience caused. Were they picking up your food naked? Just because you put this floor in doesn't mean the rent should be $1,250. Owner, you are right, we forgot about that. Corrected price is now $2,800. Not a track, not a sign of life. I bet I'm the only human in miles and miles. You bet you're the only what? He doesn't know. iShowSpeed has said he will be running in the 100-meter dash at the 2028 Olympic Games. 4 years of training, I actually believe he can do pretty good when the time comes. When I clean the house, I involve my 2-year-old and he loves it. Yesterday, my little guy came up to me and proudly said, "I cleaned the up for you." Guys, he cleaned the TV with a sanding sponge. When are bears most active? So googling bear calendar gave me an amazing calendar full of grizzly hairy men. I'm buying those too, but I didn't have my... I'm not a big fan of ballet. My wife said it would be an unforgettable experience. It was. Make it make sense. Team Cope tallying. Nuclear grade reaction image just dropped. The thinner tree was cut years ago, and the big one has been holding and feeding it since then. Trees being bros. Can't believe I'm still receiving these types of messages in college. My room still smells like you. I miss you so much it makes me sick. I'm drunk. Sorry. Girlfriend told me not to eat too many hot dogs at the wedding tonight. Better to ask for forgiveness. Unbearably cool shot composition for a photo about eating too many hot dogs. Chipotle messed up my order and I accidentally just broke 7 years of veg. Goodbye, Chipotle. We are done. I bet that was good as hell, huh? My son is fine. Ma'am, this is where your daughter sleeps. For all you out there looking for a practical family car, look no further than the Ford GT. Nice factory installed butt warmers, no extra charge. 6-year-old me, watching as my dad checks for monsters under my bed, but doesn't come back up. As you got older, what did you realize? You cannot mix all of your friend groups. How would you treat a sick fish? Theory 1, medicate the fish. 3-2. Clean the tank. Why does no one live in this part of Africa? People don't like sand. It's rough and coarse and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Everybody put your deadbeat baby daddy on the timeline so we can jump him. Before you participate, do remember, guess who picked your baby daddy? One of these could cure a lot of problems for me right now. How PE teachers expect us to react after blasting cringy, outdated 2016 music to hype us up at 8 a.m. Pro tip, don't trade on an iPhone with a curved display. I don't really feel like eating and drinking stuff from an alternate reality, okay? Me, when someone tries to feed me British food. Ariana Grande's Google profile now includes actress for her career. Isn't that what she started off as? Cat ownership is associated with 2 times odds of developing schizophrenia. That's a funny way of saying cats are physically active creatures who will share the blessings of peering beyond the veil if they feel like it with you. I'm so awful. Like, I have a fairy-tailed beautiful cat who looks like this, and yet I twist myself in knots trying to take the most evil, unflattering photos possible. Panga, I am sorry. What the hell, girl? Sure. Melina always 30 minutes late. I'll be there in 8 minutes. The 9 minutes ago really brings this all together. Perfect post. This would make my day worse. Sorry for the damage on your car. Can't afford to fix it, but here's some chocolate instead. No, wait. So this is what these are for. Energizer tried launching a smartphone with a battery that would last a week between charges. Imagine laying in bed on your back and you accidentally drop this cinder block on your face. Lower class, wife doesn't work. Middle class, wife works. Upper middle class, wife works. Upper class, wife runs a small business and loses 10k a month. Being 30 in 2024 and being 30 in 1994. I no longer feel hunger. Former competitive eating champion Takeru Kobayashi announces his retirement. This was the coolest possible thing to say. If I were a children's show animator, I would simply not be a pervert. Thanks, toe sucker. Oh, I forgot. Ultrasonic waves produced by bats might occasionally disrupt the autofocus of cameras, resulting in this effect. Gotta hand it to them, this was interesting as hell. Thoughts? I have never seen an image that is so incorrect. Any guy can be a baby girl, but it takes a man to be a wife. Do you ever think before you post? Yes, I think, tee-hee, and then I click post. Why do men instantly become more attractive after getting a girlfriend? You need to check for dirty disease if a man becomes more attractive to you once he's taken. Judging others is a sin, by the way. Why are people still here? Genuinely curious. I do not trust any of the allegedly painless methods for ending your life. My dad bought Elden Ring, died to the first enemy and rage quit. I now have a free copy of Elden Ring. My favorite quote from him is, "This is not a real game. If the liver grows back, what's stopping me from just selling it endlessly? Being chained to a rock." I thought this was about Prometheus. Listening to the Kendrick at 2 p.m. Already listened. It's an 8. It's been out for 13 minutes. You've heard 4 songs. Listened in 4 times speed. 3rd graders when they get a 5-minute timeout after committing literal assault and battery on their friend. Diarrhea used to literally kill people, and now I'll eat foods that I know will give me diarrhea because they taste good. It's the pinnacle of excess. Driving home from Dairy Queen, knowing I'm about to spend an hour on the toilet. Glad people are making fun of this show, so I can post this really stupid clip of him using his autism powers. Wait, people without autism can't see the HUD? Yes, Mr. Casino, my husband didn't eat his vegetables, so don't let him gamble. 250-word essay due by midnight, and I have no idea what to write. 250-word essay, what to write? Yeah, time to hit the oil rig. Baby Gronk has called out the Rizzler to a boxing match. You are too scared of me to respond. Imagine going to college and getting a journalism degree just to end up typing out this tweet. Amazing. The store's Roomba got lost since yesterday and hasn't returned. If you see it, please let us know. Me emerging from the clothing rack at Kmart after my mum had announced my name over the intercom. Hate to say it, but British people had the right idea with saying, "What's all this then?" Like literally, what's all this then? My mum texting me from an anime convention. Good God, this is a freak show. We just got here. A lot of people that look like Yu-Gi-Oh! Help. My daughter went to a Laser Quest birthday party yesterday. She set her username to a girl. I asked her why she didn't pick Bloodstone or Skull Crusher, and she said, "Every time I zapped a boy, they'd know it was a girl, then that took them out." Proud dad. The Lumi Bean is going on an adventure. Oh my god, road trip. Take me on a road trip. Ending your life isn't the answer. Us every day, because being alive is so cool. Overheard a phone conversation, and you had the deed. How many times? Yeah, that's not technically a bromance. Professor was honest at least. Is there anything I need to know for the exam that isn't already on the module? There is nothing you can study for this exam. Come as you are, hitman. Target eliminated. Credit card gets declined. The hitman. Stay with me, man. I work with a guy from Mexico who doesn't speak a lot of English. A Canadian goose made a nest by one of the paddock gates and hissed at him while he was putting horses out. He comes back to us after and says, I do not like the cobra chicken. How can anyone be mad at other people for imperfect English when gems such as that exist? The look the genie gives me as I use my third wish to nuke France for the third time. Stupid of you to dehydrate citrus at 350 degrees for 55 minutes when you can just do the math and dehydrate at 19,250 degrees for 1 minute. New office neighbor has a very sensible office door policy. Door open. Very welcome to knock and come in. Yes, I would love to have a chat. Door closed. Please do not knock at my door or come in unless you have urgent business. I am extremely distracted and I will talk to you until the end of time instead of writing my work. Never come in without knocking. List of things that are urgent business. The building or someone is on fire. You're bringing me coffee. Revolution. There is a dog. I don't like mustard. Turkey noises. What noise does a turkey make? Gravy on potatoes. What? Not like us, Thanksgiving edition. When my manager tells the customer the exact same thing I just did. New Red Lobster CEO says endless shrimp is never coming back because I know how to do math. If you want to watch a 27-year-old fight a 58-year-old man so badly, just put me in the same room with my father. Just saw the fattest black guy walk out of Best Buy with a copy of the Marvel vs. Capcom fighting collection. Guess the box looking so happy. Made my day. I hope he has fun. How I learned English. School, games, movie. Son told me he's saving all his money to travel for when he turns 21. So I said, when I was 21, I had a job, rent and a girlfriend. And he responded, sorry, I decided to be happy instead. And now I need a couple hours alone to process. Well, yeah, you tried being witty to him and he just smacked you back. The Thanksgiving I was 37, I was dating a 45-year-old guy. And my sister who was 33 was dating the 25-year-old son of the guy I was dating. Alright, that's a really strange dynamic. Partway through Thanksgiving dinner, my dad got up, went outside and mowed my sister's yard to calm himself down. When you're entering a new biome. Reba McEntire reveals she wants to be in a Marvel movie. I don't even know who this is. A single mom who works 2 jobs and loves her kids and never stops is already a superhero. My wife called to tell me she saw a fox on the way to work. I asked her how she knew it was on its way to work. She hung up on me. When she's threatening to swerve the car into a tree. But you've been ready for a few years now. Need him helpless, like a wounded animal crawling to safety, which is me. 6-year-old me, after trying my parents' toothpaste instead of my Strawberry Flash McQueen toothpaste. Villains getting domesticated is the funniest thing to me. Protag 1. Protag 2. Strong evil guy now in a powerless state that is kinda chill. Who would this be? Remember that 3 items from the store to make the cashier most uncomfortable meme? Apparently I accidentally found a winning combo tonight at the corner store. One of the usual clerks shot me with a really weird look when I was checking out with these. Poor man's beach vacation. Jimmy Budget. My mom decided today, on her birthday, she wanted to break 23 years of trust and bond we had built by telling me I'm in the NFL and I need to pay for my own phone bill. I feel betrayed. New family tradition. Every year, my girls get a trash bag and fill it with toys and stuffed animals that they no longer play with. They then put them under the tree for Santa to take back to the North Pole, and he can fill them up and give them to the children next year. Is that an actual word? Unt. After not using the glue stick I had to buy for college for 2 semesters, it grew salt crystals. It tasted like salt, so I assume that's what it was. This is why animals shouldn't be tested on when we have humans willing to test on themselves. POV, you're having a day out with your family, but then here's some massive brute of a man shout your game tag from across the restaurant. If I'm walking around and I see some massive hairy dude say, VaazkL, I'm running. Hell no. My grandma, everyone. Are you visiting for Thanksgiving? Yeah, I think so. Do you want me to make something this time? Just your smiling face, okay? Siri, send my grandson the message, please. Protect her at all costs. When you wake up and check your phone to see how much longer you can sleep, but it's right before your alarm rings. In the Emoji Movie, a boy manages to score a date with a girl by sending her a super cool emoji. Yes, this really happened. I'm not joking. It's the emotional climax of the story. Women over 30, men over 30, women in their 20s, men in their 20s, women in their 20s, men over 30, women over 40, men in their 20s, women in their 30s. Before we see a green screen and a boom mic, and after, a cruise ship on the ocean. It's not begging if I'm 10 feet away. I'm deleting Snap. If you want free peas, then go to As to Fall and Hurt Your Arm and go to customer services and ask for an ice pack and they will give you free peas. How much spare time do people have? Kuchi Saibishi is a Japanese phrase that means when you are not hungry but you eat because your mouth is lonely. When you can only afford the base model. Happy birthday to our firstborn daughter. Your mum and I are so grateful for you. Did your genes even fight? Me, showing an old rich man with dementia an AI-generated video of us with a loving family so he writes me into his will. What vapors look like after not hitting a puff for at least 1 minute when she wants to put her number in your phone. But you got an iPhone 6 in 2024. How I feel after thinking I can get ready in 15 minutes when I have repeatedly proven that I cannot. Car Pope condemns Toyotathon as a pagan holiday. Bro, I have a business idea that we can both get rich from. Not even 2 weeks later. Adulthood is realizing that the high school bully is the good guy. He served as a bully isn't a good guy. He served as a bulwark against degenerate antisocial behaviors and enforced normality. It's not a coincidence that society started going downhill when anti-bullying campaigns started being enforced in schools. Well, they're not mean because they don't like antisocial behavior. They just want to take out their frustration on someone. Creepy versus confident. Then don't be ugly. If women can constantly be expected to maintain their appearance with makeup, grooming, plastic surgery, then so can you. Chop chop, off to your rhinoplasty consultation you go. When bro accidentally sends the "I'm home alone" text to me instead of his girlfriend. In 2017, a homeless man found a $10,000 check on the street meant for a real estate broker and found a way to return it. So touched, the broker awarded him a place to live and arranged for a job interview. A year later, he was on the board of directors of one of their foundations. Fatherless behavior. Why does my dad get all the credit for the work I put into being a horrible woman? It's crazy how bad Duolingo makes you feel if you miss a few days. Just got an email that said, "So you just give up on all of your goals, huh? We wanted to write this in French, but you wouldn't understand it anyways." The Domino's pizza tracker says Alfred is quality checking my order, but Alfred also made it. Isn't this a conflict of interest? It is no longer possible to see this. Buildings have blocked the sunlight from entering. Lara Croft on Netflix versus the actress that voiced her may easily be the biggest anime betrayal ever. For some reason, the actor's boobs were digitally enlarged. Me realizing the mugger who trapped me in an alleyway is only carrying a knife. I'm concealed carrying. If autism is a spectrum, there's a guy out there who is the most autistic. Guys, I feel like we are losing the plot on what it means to be autistic. To avoid moral confusion, directors should simply put a green circle in the bottom left corner of the screen when the depicted actions are good and a red circle when the depicted actions are bad. Are we all getting brain dead? I hope the woman who forgot the word iced and so asked me for a caramel macchiato on the rocks yesterday is doing well. I also hope the guy who stared at us for a minute and a half and then announced, "Sorry, I didn't see you. I'm on drugs. Go home safely." Hey guys, what the hell happens in this game? I'm actually crying, bro. Why is Piglet in Resident Evil? Midnight snack before I go to sleep. Did a reverse image search, and you're serious. The sun will be set in Barrow, Alaska, and won't rise again until January 22nd. That's 64 days with no sun. Football weather. Donald Trump is not orange. He is a Gyaru, part of Japanese gal culture, which inverts Yamato. What does this mean? The customer is always wrong. Suck my pee-pee. Suck it. You don't know anything. I work here, not you. As a customer, that's fair to be honest. There is no red in this picture. Yes, there is. I can see it. Liar. Okay, I'm gonna blur his name. If you guys can guess the person replying, I'm just gonna laugh. His name begins with A. And it probably is who you're thinking. There's a guy on TikTok who owns a company where you can complain about your boss anonymously, and he goes to your work and cusses them out for you. Casino to release the CRW001 JR ring watch. Anyone? Hey, you wanna hang out after this? Me, mentioning my watch ring at every opportunity. I got a little time. My BBC, bossy boomer coworker, saw me using keyboard shortcuts, and when she noticed I had copied and pasted instead of saying, "Oh neat, what a time saver," she told me it was against company policy. Anytime a beautiful 23-year-old woman in the movie is attracted to a mediocre man played by a comedian who wrote the script, I count it as a plot hole. Just had a great conversation with my cat. We discussed the following. Is he a little baby? He is in fact a little baby. The fact that he's very cute. The origin of how he got to be so cute. Why he is so little. Details as to how he's a good boy. Jay Schlatt, Santa Claus is coming to town. It's a shame Frank Sinatra is dead because a three-way between these guys would have been legendary. Cheating is not bound to happen. I've been alive 18 years and not once have I ever thought, hey, I wonder what would happen if I go outside of my relationship and destroy a person's self-esteem and ability to trust. Why does my son have a spoon stuck to his gaming screen? That I don't know. If you draw, you are no longer allowed to call your art ugly because this literally exists. Hello employee of Fiery Productions here. The reason this video looks so goddamn awful is because of the absolute absolutely ridiculous deadline we got from Dream. We only had a couple of weeks to do this, and thus a lot of these shots were being animated, lighted, and rendered in the last 5 days, so we just went with what we got. And as mentioned, we are a Minecraft animation team. We've never done something like this before, but I think this person is just lying. The saddest Beanie Baby related thing ever is still Trap the Mouse. No birthday. Hi, fun fact. Trap the Mouse doesn't have a birthday because he was the first Beanie Baby. Before Beanie Babies had birthdays, there was Trap the Mouse. Basically, he is too ancient for birthdays. Older than dirt, this one. Elder God. I work in IT, which is the reason our house has mechanical locks, mechanical windows, routers using open WRT. No smart home crap. No Alexa. No internet connected thermostats. Relatable. Tech enthusiasts. Everything in my house is wired to the Internet of Things. I can control it all from my smartphone. My smart house is Bluetooth enabled and I can give it voice commands via Alexa. I love the future. Programmers and engineers. The most recent piece of technology I own is a printer from 2004, and I keep a loaded gun ready to shoot it if it ever makes an unexpected noise. I like the Beatles, but when I have a bad day, sometimes I look at this Reddit comment and giggle. I hate the Beatles, every last one of them. Jongo, Mongo, Bongo, and Gongo. They can all die for all I care. As Baron Trump grows, he is illustrating in real time my concept of how as a man you get more impressive with height until you hit a point where you start to get less impressive for not being in the NBA. I passed a windmill blade on the interstate today. This man dressed as a genie in a bottle. My friend had a bug on his windshield that made him look like a Godzilla monster. This lightning interrupted my picture of that's the thickest lightning strike I've ever seen. We found a safe behind a fake electrical socket in our new house. Panther would only come to the window if no one was there, so I hid behind the wall. Definitely worth it. This interplanetary street sign. Oh, the Andromeda Galaxy is 2.4. Okay, cool. I'll see you there in 10 minutes. This person's license plate is the hex code for the exact shade of blue their car is. Sunlight shattered my new glass table. The shadow correctly labels this dog. And what do you get dog spelled backwards? God. The coffee stain that resembles a map on the inside of my cup. This morning I saw firefighters watering flowers. When it's so hot in Phoenix, even the street signs are melting. The sign in my local park after the owl attacks in 2015. Good warning. I kind of want to meet an owl though. This is the biggest banana I've ever seen. The shadow is blue. This brick couch. I found a pencil that looks like a cigarette on the ground. The shape of this water spout. My local Dunkin' Donuts used to be a car wash, so the drive-thru is inside the building. The flyer makes up almost half my face. It was so hot in Melbourne, Australia. The speed bump melted. The truck next to me had a dent that allowed me to open my door all the way. This genius is using a hammock during a layover. Is this allowed? Found this put up on a closed restaurant. I will return in 10 minutes. But if I'm late, read this message again. I cut open an onion only to find a smiley face. My cat has a question mark on his chest. My cat decided to be Batman this morning. That is such a cool shadow. Catman. This meeting room has an old airplane wing as a table. My roommate made a cat out of foam. This tray I found hiking looks like a forest monster watching over you. This guy's fence is made from random doors. A strawberry that looks like a chicken. Even without barriers, the British still know how to queue. Old shoes in the forest turn to moss. This tree looks like broccoli. This yogurt lid can be folded into a little spoon. This restaurant label is fine with falling off the elevated booth, as long as you do so in a humorous manner. Please watch your step, or at least fall humorously. Wooden bench looks like it's smiling. The sun shining through the office window looks like a speech bubble. A coworker told me he would throw water on me if I took his picture. We met in the middle and here is the result. Caught the reflection of the light in the window. Looks like it's floating in the sky. This van has a picture of this man on it. Nothing else at all. Maybe it's him. I was born missing my right pinky finger. My friend's cat has a comically long tail. The way my phone is placed in this cup holder makes it look transparent. This building looks like a flash drive. This is actually a crypto wallet. It has 10 trillion Bitcoin. But you need a PC which has a big enough USB port. This fox I encountered on my school's campus while going for a walk last night. This guy who's not running for anything's campaign sign. Matt Danik. I'm not running for anything. I just wanted my own sign. This picture of my dog includes a reflection of me taking the picture. This bike was left at a tree sapling and the tree grew through it. Fern growing under a circular roof hole. This airport restroom has 4 different hand dryers. Frog left his tracks behind on on a dewy windshield this morning. My hotel room was Tesla's apartment in 1930. Levels of clothing working on the North Sea. It's fall out of one of my windows and winter out of the other. The pilot landed precisely within one space, despite the whole lot being empty. A snowball naturally forming inside a piece of decorative wrought iron. This cat looks like the one on the box. These girls in the restroom are laughing at me. Well, joke's on them, you have something they don't. Keep laughing, ladies. There's a fully operational Blockbuster in my town. The way this knife set matches the kitchen surface. I took a selfie with a penguin, and the glass between us made it look like he had a photo of me in his pen. This buried bottle outside the train station has a plant growing in it. A butterfly with 89 on the side of its wing landed on my shorts. The F fell off my Ford Fiesta Flame. The sun is so bright that I can see the Apple logo on the back of my laptop shining through the screen. I took a picture of split-second ripples in a puddle, and I thought the symmetry was pretty cool. My hotel room number is created by a shadow, 351. I still use my great-grandfather's World War II army satchel as a backpack for college. Perfectly laid pipes. I need to do this bit for my cables on my PC. The snow on this patio table looks like a pastry pie. This Brussels sprout that looks like a small but very unimpressed alien. Guy strolling his dog at the store. This dog is so cool. Someone somehow managed to throw a Budweiser bottle inside the wall of my university campus without smashing it. A mask created by pressing tin foil on my face. The snail sitting right in the middle of this bunch of leaves. Turns out Lego bricks have a perfect fit on my keyboard. This ball of soap I've created over the past 3 years by adding soap bars when they become too small to use. The speed hump sign says, whoa, speed hump ahead. All this rubber was scraped off a drag racing track. The leak in my mother-in-law's roof. Collected in between the paint and the wool. You need a needle and a bucket. Pop. These tomatoes ripen in order. What's your favorite color? Mine's probably the reddest one. There's bizarre brickwork on my neighboring building. Nothing's perfect. Saw an apple tree with no leaves, but plenty of apples. That's what you want. This hornet's nest looks kind of like a hornet's head. Crack on my phone camera creates weird lighting effect. This building caught fire, and this is what it looked like after the fire was put out in below 0 temperatures. This orange that grew on the other side of the fence. The way one of my eggs this morning looked like it inverted. What a fire hydrant looks like out of the ground. This leaf created concentric circles as it blew in the wind. My hair stands up like this without any product added. Have you been in a scientific accident? Has the experiment gone wrong and caused you to be electrocuted? The body of a gymnast while performing a trick. Al Capone sponsored a soup kitchen that served up 3 hot meals a day to thousands of the unemployed during the Great Depression. No questions asked. This giant dandelion in Montana, bigger than your hand. This escalator has a flat section in the middle. My roommate's spatula has a stand, so the bit that touches your food doesn't touch the counter. A shadow of 2 random people on my grandparents created an image of their younger selves. A sunflower in the gutter. My sister took a picture of Niagara Falls from a helicopter. Phone vibrated while I was taking a picture. Vending machine at work made an error and distributed everything all at once. This is what cigarette smoke did to this chair. Placed in 2 different rooms. In one of them, smoking is allowed. The way this guy's head on Alaska Airways lines up with the mountains in Nevada. Salford University sending me acceptance via floppy disk card. Welcome to the School of Computing, Science and Engineering. One of my dogs sneezed while I was taking their photo. He doesn't like photos of himself. When the cold weather hits, bags like this pop up all over town. Thanks, Ashley. If you are cold, this scarf/hat/earmuffs are for you. Please take them and wear them. Love, Ashley. This girl in my class writes like a robot. A palette burned in such a way that it looks like different birds sitting next to each other and enjoying the fire. Fire exit signs in case you're crawling. My dog ripped open her toy and there was a sadder toy inside. The adhesive side of this wristband tapers in so it doesn't accidentally stick to your skin. This fence is shaped to create seating. My mandarin looks like a butterfly. This bumper sticker. You place a state sticker on the blank map every time you visit a new state. The rainbow perfectly dyed. The reflection of the lamp gives my glasses eyeballs. My friend went to an Intel building yesterday. They have vending machines for computer parts. My boss writes notes on his hand and photocopies it for later. This van that painted over their rust to make mountains. This is artist. You are an artist, whoever did this. This guy brought his gaming supercomputer into the public library in several suitcases. Come on, man. This tiny baby swordfish. These IKEA instructions actually told me to throw away the 4 screws at the end. This bar in Japan doesn't label their beer taps because people are like, if it's alcohol, I'm drinking it. The sign is trying to stop people from littering. Hey, tosser, littering again? I hope you die alone. You may think one bit of litter doesn't matter, but that's just what a scumbag like you would think. Don't be a tosser, put it in the bin. The view from my plane looks like I left the atmosphere. This globe does not have Europe on it. This gecko with 3 tails. 3 tails, 1 head. Needs to have 3 heads, 1 tail. This building looks like a movie prop. It's on one of those 4-wheel stands. This billboard used itself to celebrate its 80th birthday. A falling icicle impaled my chair. Must have been very sharp, or your chair is very weak. My apple has 2 stalks. Mutated apple. I need this. Best doormat ever. Come in. Go away. The way this streetlight caused the leaves to stay on this tree. The eyes on the Coca-Cola bears are bottle caps. I did not know this. Are you saying that bears eat plastic? My kids are gonna learn today. Soul-crushing meeting. Messed up this fudge, and it looks like fried chicken. My fly trap actually caught a fly. I thought they were just called Venus flytraps for not catching flies. This is cool though. My boyfriend and I went to a beer festival and met a couple who dressed the same as us. This pen has a maze inside of it. You know what I think this meme is? It's amazing. I'm so sorry. In the 1600s, the Japanese created mechanical puppets called karakuri. By the 19th century, these puppets could serve tea and even shoot arrows, showcasing early Japanese ingenuity in robotics. A 10 p.m. blood red night rainbow outside my home in Scotland. This gas station sign has the price of coffee. A $1 coffee. This meme must be old. The airflow along the wing became visible on my recent flight. These McDonald's Danishes look like sloths. I don't see sloths. I just see very sad dogs. You know those white dogs? They just look sad all the time? Yeah. This guitar shop that looks like an amplifier. My city started putting colored LED strips at crosswalks so people staring at their phone won't walk into traffic. It looks like a single stream of water is falling from the sky to feed the Yosemite Falls. What my cleaning lady does with the toilet paper. An albino deer I spotted in northwestern Wisconsin yesterday. Okay, this was not yesterday because, as you see bottom right, 2017. These manhole covers in Osaka, Japan. I found this butterfly between the sheets of a 231-year-old book. It looks alive. How? Maybe it's immortal. Mini crab found inside of mussel shell. This pebble I found on the beach looks like a ghost. This frog that lives in my fence. Sculpture in the National Portrait Gallery that looks like Lord Farquaad from Shrek. My uncle built little stairs for his little dog. Oh, now we need to see the dog. My KFC chicken tender looks like the USA. The engine heat made some art last night. You sure someone didn't just draw this out while you were sleeping? My shepherd slash pitbull switches breeds depending on whether he's shaved or not. You sure that's the same dog? This plant is preventing itself from blooming. But why would it want to do this? My Uber driver has an NES set up in the back seat. 5 stars. You have to. This tomato paste gets healthier the more you eat. An ink pen that has a pull-out map of New York City. A tourist's best friend. This lenticular cloud that resembles an SR-71. Face ID is visible when you take a picture of the iPhone X. My university makes notepads out of the recycled paper and hands them out to students. My friend holding an ice circle over the sun. These batteries have a USB port to charge them. Every battery should have this. Friend tore down his wall for renovations and found this mural on another wall behind it. My newspaper came with 2 printed pattern pages to wrap presents. These reticulated pythons self-segregated themselves based on color just after hatching. Husks of dead flowers in my garden. Looks like skulls slash plague masks. This VW van towing a replica of itself. Braille Rubik's Cube. Okay, you just have to have a different brain to do this. This is how birds get x-rayed. This German hotel where I'm staying at has no Bible in the room, but it does offer this. Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The skull of Mary Magdalene in St. Maximin Basilica in France. The Confederation Bridge in Canada cuts ice like French fries when you told them to be the salt of the earth, but they choose to be salty to everyone on earth instead. I snapped a picture of my finger getting shocked by static electricity. This Japanese toilet uses the hand wash water to refill the tank. This is smart, yeah. This pharmacy has a magnifying glass so people can read medicine labels and details more easily. This hermit crab that lives in a Sprite bottle cap. Forensics class fingerprinted a balloon and then inflated it for a lab. It's illegal to sell alcohol at night, so my local 24/7 supermarket locks down the aisle. Well, an alcoholic would just jump over the aisle. My local bookstore still has the boxes from their original shipment of Deathly Hallows. Over 10 years later, my fiance and I drink beer at the same rate, but the foam on our glasses reveal the difference in gulp sizes. A student gave me a kazooie for my apples. Salt water crocodile be like, water is water. View into a basement after chimney removal. The lightning struck the moment my friend took the photo. This pizza place tells you the area of all their pizza sizes and how large they are compared to each other. The bank sent my parents confetti to celebrate paying off their mortgage. Celebrate, you're richer than you think. Dying leaf with a blaze pattern. London Heathrow has lights above toilet doors to signify which ones are occupied. This jet's trail that looks like it took off with the help of a roller coaster tracks. There's dark toilet paper at my friend's bathroom. I found a Super Nintendo that's been made into a part of the wall. My, it could be worse mug ironically has arrived. This elevator shows how close to capacity it is, based on the weight of the riders. I managed to capture my friend's fingers separate from his body when he tried to photobomb my picture. The security guard at my office wears a different crazy hat every day. The elevators in my office building have an umbrella sign that lights up if it's raining outside. Osaka, Japan. This fungus looks like a chocolate-covered donut. The water runs behind the faucets instead of into a sink. This just reduces splash, right, and waste? This is genius. Unless people start putting rubbish down in the gap, that'd be so annoying. The original McDonald's menu from 1950 only had 9 items on it, and one of them was root beer. Orangeade. Orangeade? What is that? When Japan executes criminals by hanging, these 3 wool buttons are simultaneously pressed by 3 different people, so none of them know who opened the trap door. Often seen as the most useless bird on the planet, the kakapo can't fly and can barely walk. To attract females, the male will dig a hole and sit in it, shouting loudly at any female passing by. Rarely does this work, so it waddles off to find a rock and humps that instead. A neat way to roll a 2-sided die. The elevator at Amazon's office is wrapped to look like a cardboard box. The lines in this parking lot of fish. Not real fish, painted fish, but still fish. This plant looks like it's flipping you off a bunch. You mean a branch? The Stranger Things DVD Blu-ray is supposed to look like a VHS from the 80s. The reason hurricanes and cyclones have human names is that the original meteorologist to name them, Clement Ragel, began naming them after politicians he didn't like. This let him say they were causing great distress or wandering aimlessly. There's a bizarre animal in Oregon that looks and smells like a sock, and scientists are feeding it sardines. I don't want to know why. Vine ripened grape. This looks, I don't know why, but this looks so much better. Because I guess it's because it's, I don't know, this looks like a better shape. Wait, that's actually kind of a good idea. Selling grapes, but they're structured like this. Is that not a good idea? Have I just given someone like a crazy business idea? Like imagine fruits, but they're in a different shape. Like, especially with grapes, you can do this with, you can't really do it with raspberries or blackberries. But grapes, definitely. And they probably taste slightly different about the texture because of the amount of pressure on some side, etc. Don't let anyone tell you your dreams can't be a reality. Minister of Health for Belgium. Why is my biggest achievement being the second picture on Google when you search mental breakdown? Mental breakdown. I'm done being the victim. How to bite a mosquito back. How much does a spider weigh? 500 pounds. Nope, I don't think so. The spider exists somewhere and only Google knows. This is an uncomfortably specific number of horses. How many horses are in the world? 58,372,106. Lists of vampires. List of fictional vampires. Can't sleep because Wikipedia has a separate list for vampires and for fictional vampires. In this house, we slap our nuts. In this house, we slap your nuts. Is Google threatening me? That's not what I was trying to learn. Do all odd numbers have an E in them? Every single odd number has the letter E in it when you spell it. Approximately 1 million people in America are married to their first or second cousins. Why is there a shopping option? Wasn't prepared for how specific Google would be with this answer. How long does a cat hold a grudge? 16 hours. How boys Google. PC overheating solutions. How girls Google. Okay, I think this is the opposite. My PC is overheating. How do I fix this? Because my PC is my everything. Tell me the formula for nitrogen oxide. No. Tell me the formula for sodium hyperbromide. Nah, bro. Tell me the formula for sodium hydride. Nah. Alright then, keep your secrets. Italian Navy. What would happen if the Earth stopped spinning? If I hired 2 private investigators to follow each other? Some men just want to watch the world burn. Hell, flights. Loads shotgun with malicious intent. How long is a gorilla pee-pee? 1.25 inches. Maybe I am a gorilla. The happiest animal in the world. The quokka. Me, 15 to 20 years old. Human life. No, I don't want to live that long. The last thing a piece of bread sees. How many people speak Swedish? At least 5. Losers. Did you mean losers? A loser is a loser that cannot spell loser. The only advice I need at this point in the semester. How to sleep 8 hours in 4. Safe distance from nuclear bomb. Staying 9 feet away from the blast is safe. Think twice before changing the tax rules to soak billionaires. Who owns the Washington Post? Jeff Bezos. Why do walruses have tusks? Go to Tupperware parties. Yeah, Sandra, you have a very nice selection. Where is the Spanish flu from? Earth. Google. No need to thank me. I hate being corrected. Showing results for I hate being corrected. When was blinking invented? 1638. It was invented by Richard Blink when he tried to wink twice at the same time. People, if Richard wasn't born. School makes me depressed, suicidal, anxious, cry, feel stupid, sick, so tired, sad, tired, so stressed. My dad likes sugar. My dad likes sugar so much. My dad likes sugar so much he eats it with his nose. My dad likes to leave me messages in his Minecraft world. My dad likes my food. How to start a drug business. How to start a drug business in GTA 5. Should I ask out my crush? Yes or no, Wheel. How to deal with rejection. And they're on the hub. Google is evil. Down. Skynet. Watching you. So this is what Bing says about Google. And Google says that Google is God and your friend. I'm beginning to see a pattern here that I'm not so sure I like. Why does my back hurt? I hope parallel universe me is doing okay. If I ate myself, would I be twice as big or disappear completely? That's something to think about. Disappear, you would disappear. What's the spot on the worm that's not like the rest of the worm? The spot that looks like someone put a band-aid on the worm. You know, the worm band-aid. Why doesn't Google understand what I want? I think it's its butt, right? Should I kill someone or have a cup of tea? Should I kill someone and have a cup of tea? Ah, yes. My mistake. Thank you. Why isn't 11 pronounced 1T1? My favorite picture on Tumblr ever. I thought of 22 and said 2T2 out loud at 4 a.m. 3T3, 44. I've realized my mistake. Google searches for the word night. Peak at different times of the day for the US and Australia. This is absolutely wild. Like, there are just people who are so confused by the dark, they have to Google it. Guys, I think Bing has self-esteem issues. Why is Bing so bad, slow, stupid, terrible, useless, slow to load, dumb? I think Yahoo has the same problem. This is probably why. Why is Google so popular, fast, profitable, successful? Google, you narcissist. I broke into my wife's phone and I don't know what to think. Cool things to say about crypto. Is Bitcoin good? What is a blockchain? Google is not giving me what I asked for. What does TBH and IDK mean? To be honest, I don't know. If you're good at something, never do it for free. Me. How to sell anxiety. Cause of the Great London Fire. Fire? Really? Women. Why don't men get our hints? Their hints. How many feature in 7 minutes? 45 years. Everyone Google search actor and count how many men come up before one woman. Holy hell. Well, maybe if you typed the word actress, you idiot. Did you even do an essay if you didn't do a Google search like this? Another word for, I think the word synonym is about to blow your mind. Sometimes I drink water to surprise my liver. Me to my liver after drinking water. Surprise. What the hell? What are the best CDs of all time? How about you CDs nuts? Has a dog ever played in the NBA? Yes, a dog has played in the NBA. How much is a peepee worth? A peepee is apparently worth $800,000. So anyway, I started cutting. How to find out how old a tree is. If you know when the tree was planted, you can easily and accurately determine its age. How to get rich quick in the stock market. How to trade options. Wendy's dumpsters near me. World's top scientists. Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking. I thought it was Stephen, not Stefan. Whoa, Dovenschmerz. So I was trying to find a picture of a bird that is big, so I searched big bird, but forgot he was a character. So I went back and typed in large bird. And this guy is still here looking sad like I didn't want him. Is it rude to fart when someone is crying? Yeah, I think it's a bit cynical, isn't it? You have to reserve the fart. Come on, hold it in. NOYB meaning. None of your business. Okay, oh, well, so you want to do it the hard way, huh? How to look cool even though you're 5 feet tall and you look 11. How to order off a kid's menu when you're 6 feet tall and always look angry. Help, I accidentally built a shelf. 8 gluten, died. Oh god, I've done it again. How to break a Nokia, and later searched how to fix a hammer. Bro, no one told me you can get banned from Google. You have been banned from Google. What the hell did you search up, gang? Dinosaur websites for kids. We're back. Webcomics, web guests. Dinosaurs were made up by the CIA to discourage time travel. Help, I accidentally summoned a lemon. Hello, Steve. How many people work in Google? 114,000. You know, in PewDiePie's YouTube Rewind in 2018, it got 114,000 dislikes. There are no accidents. How to transfer money from my mind to my bank account? Google. And me. Why don't I have any girlfriend? Front camera wants to show your face. What is Microsoft Bing's most popular search? Google. Are Netflix a country? Negative numbers depressed. Newborn baby supposed to ribbit? I can't choose a favorite. Why you suddenly need to delete Google Chrome? Google and the Google algorithm ruining Google. I think I'll go to bed early. Me at 3 a.m. How tall was Jesus? Mr. Incredible with why did my parrot? I don't think that was meant to be in the script. screenshot. Red velvet cake ingredients. Cake, red. Cream cheese, icing. It's just that simple. How long does snails sleep? So it says snail, its daily sleep is 48 to 72 hours. Krugs. I've seen hell. When was running invented? 1748. Running was invented in 1748 by Thomas Running when he tried to walk twice at the same time. Did horses have 5 legs? No horse has 5 legs. Any horse has 4 legs more than no horse does. Therefore, a horse has 9 legs. Your days are numbered, you rat. When does Mickey Mouse become public domain? 2024. Is Mona Lisa single? Is Macklemore investing his money wisely? Is M just an upside down W, or am I going crazy? Is Masterpiece Theater real? Is my dad alive.com? Is making out with a piece of a meteor gay? What is wrong with the internet? I hate it when a llama. I hate it when a chinchilla eats the universe. I opened my nan's laptop to find out she's put please and thank you into Google search. Please translate these Roman numerals. Thank you. How to cry on cue. I'm a struggling actor, but maybe Google can help. Hydrate. Alter your breathing pattern to sound distressed and uneven. Make a sad facial expression. And try not to blink so that your eyes will water. Practice this a lot. Thanks, Google. I don't think I'll be able to get the part now. My stomach hurts. Did you mean cancer? This is what it's like, right? You have an illness or you feel a bit sick. You type in your symptoms.
Oh, you suddenly have this disease, which was a theory, but actually you're the first person to have it. You should be dead in about 10 minutes.
How to be enough for someone. And the FBI agent messaged them. Bro, you good? How to pay my taxes. Mitochondria are membrane-bound cell organelles. They don't want you paying taxes. The pizza guy just looked straight behind me, smiled and went, you both enjoy your pizza? I'm alone in my apartment. Exorcists near me. I work as a pizza delivery boy and I've started the new game of trying to make people think there's ghosts in their apartments. So when I drive by, I tell them, you both enjoy your pizza. It's funny as hell seeing how freaked out they get. I kind of want to work for a pizza place now. This seems too good to not do. I hate it when I'm flying a plane and I hit a deer. Me too, I hate when that happens, but it's not dangerous, but it's just massive turbulence. Chrome doesn't open. Me clicks Chrome 18 more times. Chrome, is it normal to have a 15-inch? Google wants to know your location. How do they get that non-stick surface to stick to the pan? A few moments later, the FBI are at your door. Extremely Rammstein voice. Do hats fit? Do hats fit my frog, or do they fit my dog? Jojo Siwa had to do it to him. Bodybuilder legs. Bodybuilder Crocs on feet. Wife, where are you? Me. The store. Don't lie to me. What? I saw the internet history. Pet wolf, worst case scenario. Buy wolf, catch wolf. How fast are wolves? How fast am I? How can I be faster? Wolf catching device? Wolf net. Can I ride a wolf? Wolf saddle. Map to forests with wolves. So at 8:43, how to drift. At 8:48, when is a car considered totaled? I hate it when a llama named Carl stabs me 37 times and eats my hands. Hello, my name is Carl and your hand will be my food. T-Pain full name. Tylenol pain relief. Help, I accidentally became the ruler of Mandalore. In 2015, a man named Sanmei Ved owned Google.com for 1 minute. He scored the domain for $12, and the search engine giant paid him $6,000 to get it back. A number that spells out Google if you squint a little. So ugly, it's cute. So the surface web, deep web, dark web, page 2 of Google, page 1 of Bing. Okay, I want to find a very specific frame from the Lorax for a funny joke I was going to make. A funny joke for my internet blog. I have safe search on, so please do not show me not safe for work. Okay, and yeah, I guess they did that. Google has had some stunning logos over the years, but this one is a showstopper. I really love this. Anybody else think of the avatar? Long ago, the websites lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when Windows Vista attacked. But only Google, master of all search engines, could stop it. But when the internet needed it most, Google vanished. Sonic, but as you scroll, he gets older and older. What are you doing? Types of penguins in Antarctica. South cockhopper penguin. I mean, it was cut out, but I hope so. I really hope it's that. Or else that just says all about my mind. Magellanic penguin. Macaroni. King penguin. How do you do, my fellow penguins? When did the troll face come out? September 19th, 2008. How to hack FBI using HTML. This is your last warning. I was gonna say some stupid thing, but then Google hit me with the feels. Knock knock. Who's there? I hope it's you because you're the best. This is the first image that shows up when you search for absolute unit on Google. Why is Elon Musk there? Why use Google when Jesus has all the answers? Not gonna ask Jesus where to find not safe for, not even just just not safe for work. When you searched for cute feminine clothes for men, what were you trying to do? Google scrambles to manually remove weird AI answers in search. Weird AI after getting removed from the internet and no one knows him. He got forgotten. Where does Dark Souls 3 take place? Baltimore. Can Shrek beat Thanos? Even if Thanos snapped with the full gauntlet, he would only get one of Shrek's layers. So really Shrek would win any day of the week. He would only need 10% of his true power to defeat Thanos. So I was trying to Google that scene in Pirates of the Caribbean where Jack and Will are walking underwater with the rowboat over their heads because it looked cool and I wanted to try it. But the thing is, I googled boat scene in Pirates of the Caribbean. Did anyone see that? When you Google the word perjury, Amber Heard's photo comes up. Hobbit meal times. Breakfast, second breakfast, 11's, lunch, afternoon tea, dinner, supper. Google tells you Hobbit meal times. How to train your poodle, poodle puppy, pooch, poop, sit, good poop. When was the soda can invented? 1963. Sodas before 1962. Dog hits me when I pet her. So when you are petting your dog, if he puts his paw on your arm or leg, it's kind of like petting you back. While most dogs can't / don't do an actual stroking action, laying their paw on you is a sign of affection, closeness, and trust. Me. Why does my cat always meow at me until I come and stare at his full food bowl? It's ridiculous. Google. Your cat may want you to watch her eat because she feels safe to concentrate on her food with you there. She trusts you to protect her and wants you there so she can eat in peace. Me. Holding my cat's face with tears in my eyes. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, my son. Dear Google, in case in future if you'd like to make a doodle for International Men's Day as well, take this into consideration. My little brother Wild and huge legendary beasts in my area. Where to slay huge beasts? How many beasts are there? Average beast size. Where are all the huge beasts? I like to sit on my pancakes. I hate it when Voldemort uses my shampoo without asking. Yeah, you don't even need shampoo, you're bald. What are pansexuals? Thanks, Google. They said a pansexual person. Great. So they're attracted to pans? Good old Google AI telling you to do the exact things you are not supposed to do when bitten by a rattlesnake. You can try these steps. Apply ice or heat to the wound. Apply a tourniquet. Cut the wound or attempt to suck out the venom. Give the victim anything to eat, especially not alcohol or aspirin. I googled sassy bird and I was not disappointed. I hate it when I'm eating and a T-Rex steals my chair. I wish T-Rexes were still real. Sploot. A sploot is a type of stretch that some pets do. My pets do this. Although it's typically associated with corgis, many types of dogs and cats can sploot too. This special stretch is defined as a pet laying on their belly while stretching their legs out behind them. Just told my kids I'm older than Google. They think I'm joking. Born before September 4th, 1998, you are older than Google. Google Maps is literally sending me through a Best Buy here. Speedrunning stats. This Google search lineup is crazy. So we have Belle Delphine, Jaden Animations. Okay, I think we're done there. It's weird how Google became a synonym for search. Looks lovingly in your eyes. I've been Googling for someone like you my entire life. How old is John Krasinski? 40 years. How long does tuna live for? 40 years. I hate it when you walk outside and someone randomly throws a fridge at you. I'd be very surprised just seeing a fridge flying towards my face. I'm sure if you got a fridge thrown at you, you wouldn't live to tell the tale. Unless it was like a mini fridge. But an actual fridge? Yeah, you're probably donezo. I hate it when my girlfriend turns into the moon. Honey, why are you so round? Avatar reference? How many kills does Chopper from Star Wars have? 49,997 estimated indirect kills using sabotage. World record for Black Ops 2 zombies. 16 rounds? That is a lie. Google's just lying. Something tells me I could easily beat those trained professionals. I did beat them. I got like round 58 and buried. Who would win in a fight between Superman and Batman? A grilled cheese and a taco. Yeah, a grilled cheese would beat the hell out of a taco. You kidding me? Tacos, I guess, have got more meat, more proteins, but a grilled cheese, no. Typing 1,000 kilometers to word is a surefire way to get the awful Google AI to say something incredibly funny. To Lego is almost the length of a 1,000 kilometer bike to bring Lego pieces to a hospital. Is it okay to leave a dog in a hot car? No, it is not. It's never safe. Have they fixed this? I'm checking it now. Is it okay to leave a dog in a hot car? They've removed Google AI. Wife yells at me. First off, try talking with her about how her yelling makes you feel. Be sure to listen to her part of the story too. And if you type in, husband yells at me, domestic violence support. The only argument I see with this though is most of the time, husband yells at you, you get into a fight. Like let's say physical fight. Obviously this is very uncommon. Who's gonna win and who's gonna lose? You know what I'm saying? Who's more in danger? Kid posed with his pilot dad in an airplane. Almost 30 years later, they recreated the photo. This man smiles for a photo because because a tree he planted years ago stopped a bus from falling. Mike Tyson had a 20-inch neck at the age of 18. Friends posted for a photo on vacation in 1972 and recreated it 50 years later. A mother and her 8 sons all served and all came home. The Mauritanian iron ore train is one of the longest and heaviest trains in the world. Heart surgeon after 23-hour-long successful heart transplant. His assistant is in the corner sleeping. In the 1960s, bars in Turkey employed 8 basketmen, whose job was to take home patrons who had gotten too drunk. The Canadian Naval Diving Academy celebrated their graduation by taking their class picture underwater. An Australian man survived a wildfire by scuba diving in his friend's pool while the fire raged around him. Glasses given to visitors at a zoo so they don't make direct eye contact with the gorillas. Anti-wolf collars are worn by herd dogs to protect them against wolves. Walkways at Ohio State University were paved based on the students' desired paths. Engineers at Northwestern University have developed the world's smallest remote-controlled robot. For comparison, this is the robot on a penny. The biggest horse in the world that ever lived was a Shire horse named Samson, born in Bedfordshire, England, 1846. There is a road in France that can only be used twice a day for a few hours. Then it disappears under 13 feet of water. In 2014, a 3-year-old girl survived 11 days in the Siberian forest infested with bears and wolves, with only her dog for company. She ate wild berries and drank from a river, curling up to her dog for warmth. She was saved when her dog went back to her village and guided rescuers to her. Swim cool is a tradition where sailors are allowed to swim in the open ocean during a ship's deployment. This woman stole 5 eggs to feed her kids. Instead of arresting her, the police officer brought her a truckload of groceries. This is what we call humanity. He lost his legs in war, but he still has a big smile on his face. He deserves respect. Timur Boggs, 15, chased a car on his bike for 15 minutes to save this 5-year-old girl who was snatched from her front yard. He was successful. In 1985, Gabe Sonia was a school janitor. One day, the principal told him, "I'd rather see you grading papers than picking them up." So at age 39, Gabe started studying. He earned his teaching degree and was eventually named principal of the school he'd cleaned for 27 years. In some Germany cities, you can play pong with the person on the other side of the traffic light, and the winner has to stand in front of the cars at a green light. Confiscated pens containing cheat notes intricately carved by a student at the university. Each year in Italy, animals are moved to higher ground to graze, but the lambs, being too young, are carried in special pouches worn by donkeys. A cafe in Japan hires paralyzed people to control robot servers so that they still have an income. Abandoned supercars in Dubai. Not abandoned anymore, this is mine. In 1993, a Frenchman named Emile Libre, while driving a car in a remote area of the Moroccan desert, experienced a breakdown and became stranded. To survive, he dismantled the car, built a motorcycle from its parts, and rode it back to civilization. Hippos are hulking muscular tanks, and that their layer of subcutaneous fat is surprisingly thin. How old were you when you learned this thing had a name? Throbber. Why is it called Throbber? So funny that leg head just stops. Okay. A Spanish guy skipped class for 6 years, while still being paid, and was only discovered when he was going to be recognized for his hard work. In order to fulfill Michael Jackson's dream of shopping like an everyday person and experiencing the act of placing items in a basket, a supermarket was temporarily closed. His friends and family filled the store, masquerading as fellow shoppers and staff to curate an authentic shopping atmosphere. An eagle's claw compared to a human hand. During the 19th century, mustaches on women were a symbol of beauty in Persia. 98-year-old mum moves into nursing home to care for 80-year-old son because you never stop being a mum. Pineapple skin resisting heat emitted from a 1000-degree iron ball. People who leave parties without saying goodbye save up to 2 days per year. Kid playing the violin at his teacher's funeral. That teacher helped him escape poverty and violence. Hu Gangzo, a farmer with a mental disability, built a 7-story building with his bare hands in hopes that his brother would move in. 90-year-old Agnes turns her small village into an art gallery in the Czech Republic. Michael Tolotos lived for 82 years without ever knowing what a woman looked like. Japanese man dives for over a decade searching for his wife lost in the 2011 tsunami. Morgan Freeman wears his earrings because they are worth just enough to pay for a coffin in case he dies in a strange place. A woman attending her son's wedding was left in tears after she identified the bride as her long-lost daughter. The incident happened in China. Japanese billionaire creates his own private members-only racetrack. Dad creates animals out of his children's drawings, and it's terrifying. There is a fruit named Hala that looks like an exploding planet and tastes like sugarcane. Giant baby John Wilson Webb with his mother. 1909. This baby already weighed 54.5 kilograms at 2 years. Australia testing out glow-in-the-dark dark roads. A newborn baby gorilla at Melbourne Zoo in Australia gets a checkup at the hospital and shows surprise at the coldness of the stethoscope. Thermal photo of a husky sleeping. Domino's Pizza once paid to pave over potholes with their logo on it, as an alternative to billboards and physical ads. Oh yes, we did. There's a giant sculpture in New Zealand that gives the illusion of being a cartoon piece of paper on a hilltop. Ex-boxer turned pastry chef creates breathtaking cakes that are true works of art. In Japan, sprinklers are fitted underground that spray out warm water to melt away the snow and ice on the roads. 7 girlfriends bought a mansion so they can retire and live together. In 2019, a mother won FIFA's Best Fan Award after she was spotted in the crowd explaining the entire match to her blind son. Earrings for those who cry easily. If an egg is broken by an outside force, life ends. If it's broken from the inside force, life begins. Great things always begin from the inside. The dilemma zone is the term for the area where you cannot safely stop for a yellow light nor reach the intersection before the light turns red. In 1914, a boy threw a tennis ball that got stuck up high in the archway of the Lincoln Cathedral. Over 90 years later, the boy's nephew wrote a letter to the cathedral asking if he could have it back, though secretly hoping the cathedral would notice it and leave it in place. Identical triplet brothers who were separated and adopted at birth only learned of each other's existence when 2 of the brothers met at a dorm party while attending the same college. Solzowa village in Poland is a village inhabited by 6,000 people who live on one single street. In Ukraine, there is a resort for asthma patients in a salt mine. The salt helps keep the lungs dry and reduces the asthma attacks. Street artist transforms blank walls into 3D murals of lifelike vehicles. The Norwegian government hires Sherpas from Nepal to build pathways on mountains. It's believed that they are paid handsomely, so much so that one summer of working in Norway equates to over 10 years of work in Nepal. It's important to watch your step in Florida. It's not mud, that's an alligator. Snoop Dogg and his wife started off as high school sweethearts and now have been married for over 27 years. A Dublin grocery store was built on an 11th century Viking ruin. They installed glass floors to allow customers to view the ruins while shopping. Zero Shadow Day is a tropical event that occurs when the sun is positioned directly overhead, causing its rays to strike the ground at a perfect 90-degree angle. Brazilian skydiver took more than 100 million seeds from 27 species of trees to a remote deforested area in the heart of the Amazon region. A Japanese ice cream company made a commercial where they apologized for raising the price of their popsicle by 10 yen, which is roughly 7 cents in US dollars. The first ever selfie taken in 1839. The shadow of a centipede walking is exactly what you would imagine. It takes 3 months to clean the windows of the Burj Khalifa, but as they are cleaned 4 times a year, they basically never stop. I just realized I paid $20 for 1 hour of $20 for 1 hour? What? There are 54 cars parked. Bro was making $1,000 an hour. Parking is a crazy business. I thought it was government owned. Some reindeer in Finland have had their antlers covered in fluorescent paint to avoid car collisions. There's a volcano in the Philippines known for its perfect cone shape. It's so symmetrical that it has become a popular symbol of natural beauty and has inspired numerous local legends. Suzuki SX box built in 2006. The car featured 2 Xbox 360s, 2 projectors, and 2 flat screen TVs. Map showing all the sunken Japanese ships of World War II. Third Man Syndrome is a bizarre unseen presence reported by hundreds of mountain climbers and explorers during survival situations that talks to the victim, gives practical advice and encouragement. Undiagnosed schizophrenia. Sea stacks showing millions of years of rock layers. The respect and discipline in Japan may be second to none. A Thai design lawn in Shanghai with shady trees overhead, a favorite for office workers to take lunch breaks. Scientists believe that the function of the zebra's stripes are to deter insects, so a team of researchers painted black and white stripes on cows. They found out it reduced the number of biting flies, landing on the cows by more than 50%. 2-time Nobel Prize winner Marie Curie was buried in a lead-lined coffin. All of her belongings are stored in lead-lined boxes and will be radioactive for 1,500 years. Out of the 30 fastest 100-meter sprint times ever, only 9 of them were run by a clean athlete, and all 9 were Usain Bolt. A Roman mosaic discovered in Turkey that was so well made, it preserved the wave of an earthquake without breaking the pattern. Thomas Wadhouse was an English circus performer who lived in the 18th century. He is most famously known for having the world's longest nose, which measured 7.5 inches. A giraffe was captured kissing her newborn baby calf. This is so beautiful. Hot Wheels losing details over the years. I loved Hot Wheels. This is sad. Childhood is gone. The original cars with their much larger restyling versions issued years later. Pencil shop in Tehran. Thousands of pencils, and only the owner knows where to find the right one. This is how people in the 60s saw us living comfortably in space in the future. What's comfortable about this? You cannot see your reflection in boiling water. Similarly, you cannot see the truth in a state of anger. When the water calms, clarity comes. This is Jim Sinegal. Thanks to him, the hot dogs at Costco have remained $1.50 since they were introduced in 1985. 9-hour 14-lane jam after the Burning Man Festival in Nevada. The inventor of Vaseline, Robert Chesbrough, ate a spoonful of it each day. He was such a firm believer of its medicinal properties that he claimed to have consumed a spoonful daily for his entire life. During a bout of pleurisy in his 50s, he ordered his nurse to cover him from head to toe in the substance and soon recovered. He lived to be 96. Blind Great Dane gets her very own guide dog. The most uplifting architectural revival happened in Budapest, before and after. Robert Du Bois, on the day of his arrest for a murder he did not commit at age 18, and the day he was freed from prison by DNA evidence at 56 in 2020. He then sued the city of Tampa, which agreed to a $14 million settlement. In 2019, a Japanese university student studying ninja history submitted an essay in invisible ink, visible only when heated. Her professor gave her an A after heating part of it, leaving some unheated for media interest. A company has developed fake rhino horns that replicate the genetic fingerprint of real ones. Their goal is to flood the illegal wildlife market with these indistinguishable replicas, reducing demand for poached horns and ultimately helping to protect wild rhinos. Artist Simon Beck walks around in snow, creating massive snow patterns. This is Stormy, the newest member of our resort's mountain safety team. She will spend the next 2 years training to become a certified avalanche rescue dog. Just imagine being rescued by that face. In Romania, you can pay for your bus ticket by doing 20 squats. Disabled and elderly people get to ride for free. It's always leg day. Snow goggles. The first sunglasses were used 2,000 years ago by Inuit hunters. The Centennial light bulb. It has been burning non-stop since 1901. Tactical canine helmets for dogs in rescue operations. In South Korea, rainwater is stored and then used to clean the streets through a hydraulic system. The first flowers brought to Princess Diana after her death versus the next day. This is how GM shipped the Chevrolet back in the years. Underwater tunnel connecting Denmark and Sweden. I did not know this was a thing. On November 12th, 1833, there was a meteor shower so intense that it was possible to see up to 100,000 meteors crossing the sky every hour. At the time, many thought it was the end of the world, so much so that it inspired this woodcut by Adolphe Folmy. Arizona iced tea founder explains why he will never increase the price of his tea. We're successful, we're debt-free, we own everything. Why? Why have people who are having a hard time paying their rent have to pay more for their drink? Maybe it's my way to give back. This homeless man's rabbit was thrown over a bridge by a passerby, and he immediately jumped into the river to save her. He won an award, was given animal food and a job, and the passerby was charged. Willie, a parrot, alerted its owner when the toddler she was babysitting began to choke. She was in the bathroom. The parrot began screaming, "Mama, baby," while flapping its wings as the child turned blue. She rushed over and performed the Heimlich, saving the girl's life. The nicotine and other chemicals in discarded filters act as a natural pesticide that repels parasitic mites. This is why birds are keeping their nests warm and pest-free by lining them with cigarette butts. Just one dragonfly can consume over 100 mosquitoes in a day. Dragonflies can fly backwards. They nearly have 360-degree vision. Their wings inhibit bacterial growth due to their natural structures. They're actually beautiful. This is not stained glass. It's a wing. 3-year-old golden tiger Ava goes viral and the internet can't keep up with her cuteness. Your PS5 can now be used to reheat your pizza. Only if it were true. The tomb of the unknown soldier has been continuously guarded every minute of every day by the US Army since July 2nd, 1937. This stunningly iridescent and rainbow-like member of the pheasant family, the Himalayan monal, is the national bird of Nepal. Astolak Castle, the most expensive dollhouse in the world, estimated to cost $8.5 million. It took 13 years to build. It's over 9 feet tall and has working plumbing and electricity. This is how paint can change a room. My whole life has been a lie. The Swiss Valus Blacknose have been rubbing themselves against the red feeder while eating, and it managed to dye their wool pink. Company creates a speed bump that will only activate when you're driving over the speed limit. Let's see who can drive. In which order should the cards proceed? I don't care, I'm crashing. I don't want to live anymore. In 2012, French beekeepers could not solve the mystery of the blue and green colored honey in their beehives until they discovered that the bees were visiting a local M&M factory. Catcalling a woman on the street in Dubai can result into a fine up to 10,000 AED, approximately 2,700 US. Stark Larkin lived for 555 days without a heart. He wore an artificial heart in a backpack 24/7, which pumped blood around his body and kept him alive. He has has received a full heart transplant after getting a donor. Bruce Lee's training routine in the mid-1960s. Fun fact, only 2% of the Australian population lives in the yellow area. 98% live in the white area. Isn't it because they have like a massive ogre or something? Like a Cyclops? Bruce Lee's Iron Fist. Damn, dude, it's mean calluses. Office life before the invention of Auto CAD and other drafting softwares. Boston moved its highway underground in 2003. This was the result. Blue penguins are the smallest types of penguin. Adults grow to an average of 33 centimeters, 13 inches, in height and 43 centimeters or 17 inches in length. Due to their small size and bright colors, they are often called fairy penguins. In Japan, those who arrive early to work park in the parking lot further away from their workplace in order to give way to those who arrive late to make it on time. This is called mutual understanding. The miracle pine is the only tree out of 70,000 to survive the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami in Japan. My dad shared a trick with me. To deter his perfectly good extension cords from being stolen when camping, he wraps electrical tape in various spots so they look like they are older and have been mended. Apparently people like to steal good extension cords, not beat up extension cords. Enjoy. Here's to all the kids who never find their names on anything in souvenir store. They named my brother Dennis. A moment of silence for Zvezdan. In 2019, I wrote my phone number on a Jenga piece at a hostel in Iceland. Today, I received this photo. Is this some kind of joke? Don't be afraid to take that big step. Obsessed with the way my girlfriend holds burgers, like she's just picked up a wounded pigeon. Does she eat the wounded pigeons too? I'm not allowed to disclose that. College house with an emergency slide rather than stairs. What does bi-monthly mean? Twice a month, every 2 months. Thanks guys for your help. These completely useless scissors you had to use in school. Couldn't cut a slice of oxygen with these. Landlord never fixed the leaky roof, so I climbed up to look for soft spots. And what the hell, our roof is made of license plates. I heard my husband screaming while he was in the shower. Walked in and saw this. Great candles for anyone named Patrick or Emily. Party Emilic in house tonight. E-boy, e-girl? Nah, I'm e-milk. A massive sinkhole in central Turkey. Thoughts? I want a girl to bite me so hard I'll cry. First photo is the school dispensed water from the Wharton fountain. Why is it grey? There was a body in the water reservoir. No one has messed up harder than this person. Hard-boiled eggs are disgusting. I almost died eating one. The crunchy soft mix is absolutely disgusting. It's like eating a ravioli covered with chips. Results. Your IQ is 85. What field of science should I get into with an IQ of 85? Lab animal. Ever since I was a little girl, I knew I wanted to consume content 15 hours a day. My little brother is wilding, dog. Where are the huge beasts? Average beast size. How many beasts are there? Where to slay huge beasts? He saved himself. Humans really love squares, huh? Rubik's Cubes are the single most top-selling toys of all time. Anything has squares. Humans, I'll take your entire stock. Did they design this to be a cute little dinosaur-themed bench or anti-homeless? Told the kids I had trouble with handwriting when I was little, and a 5-year-old asked if it was because pens were made of feathers. Thinking about this meal I had while visiting America. This is what comes to mind when I think of American food. So my sister tells my brother to pay for the bill, and he goes, I've been waiting a long time to use this. You pay for it. I had to physically go to the bank this morning, like it's 1950. Hey, get me some stamps at the post office while you're out there. Will you be taking the horse and buggy as well? Eye-opening what each $1 of your income tax money pays for. Lasagna research. Why is Norway so good at Winter Olympics? You mean the mountainous country that gets 2 months without sunlight and 6 months of snow? What did you expect? Beach volleyball? Norway wins Olympic gold in beach volleyball. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson keeps saying it's his first time having In-N-Out, but he's posted the same claim 3 times. What if The Rock loves hamburgers so much his team has to keep erasing his memory, like in Men in Black, so he stays in shape? Wet. Teacher did one of those cloud things with a virtual response thing for the question, what makes water so special? I submitted the word wet 600 times. This was after someone made a Giat skibbity joke in the VC. At everyone. If someone says something unfunny in VC, it is a rule that everyone will go completely silent. No coughing, no nothing. Just dead silent. Make them feel bad. The silence must last 15 seconds or more. Yes, part. I love it. Can I get it, please? Guys, I'm getting into football, but I didn't realize how many episodes there were. Not spoilers for tonight, please. Store manager. I'm going to need you to get the hell out now, or I call the police. Me with a beehive in my mouth, ready to open fire on the customers. You got 2 hours to run around this track one time for 600 million? Would you do it? Maybe. Booking flights on a phone is crazy. That is a laptop activity. My most millennial national trait is big purchases must happen in a big laptop screen. At Wendy's, if you were stranded on an island and had to choose one food, would it be Burger King or McDonald's? If we were stranded on an island, how would that other food get there? This took 15 seconds to load and was worth the wait. Please invent a new word that describes the feeling of accidentally opening the dishwasher when it's running. Disruptance. Apparently, if you see an orca whale, you're left-brained, and if you can see an alien, you're right-brained. What do you see in the banana? What'd it mean if I see Bob Marley? Grass grows, birds fly, and brother, I print and scan. If you were from where I was from, low on magenta, lavender. This is the response I get from my 54-year-old roommate to turn down the techno he plays at insane volumes. Could you turn it down a bit, please? Can I shoot myself? No. What? Being funny in an old man way. I have never typed D's pilled in my life. What the frick? It's learning. I love it when my pet sighs. Like, what ails you, my little unemployed freeloader? Perhaps this doesn't fit, but opening my microwave to heat up the coffee I forgot to drink, only to find yesterday's coffee that I forgot to drink in the same exact mug, felt very surreal. Landlord increased my rent by $10. Screw it. Shoes on the ceiling. The way my wife eats Cheetos without messing up her mouse. What sucked as a child, but is awesome as an adult? Staying in on weekends. I ordered a 6-piece. Don't put a question mark where God put a period. Teacher's voice. Oh wait, that's the face. That's the face exactly. This guy keeps taking my money. In middle school, I emailed a friend once being a depressing child. Where do I go? To the left, where nothing's right. Or to the right, where nothing's left. And I wasn't expecting to be so rocked by his answer of forward that I think about to this day. Losing my mind. If my dad invented a mouthwash and wrote this on the bottle, I think I would have to end my life. To put that in bold and italics is crazy. Here's our story. Dr. Harold Katz created the TheraBreath formulas in 1993 to help his own daughter conquer her bad breath because nothing else worked. Since then, millions have regained their confidence by switching. The Deseret Mormon alphabet contains a letter that looks like an Among Us and is pronounced like gay, which is so cosmically funny. Being single at 32 just means I statistically avoided my first divorce. Being single at 38 means I avoided my second divorce too. Back-to-back world champ. Nah, I feel like this is a very valid argument. Someone said add a leaderboard so they get competitive. There should be a website where you post your wishes and rich people who don't know what to do with their money give you an anonymous gift. I've been carcinogen maxing lately, so I regularly eat completely burnt pizza slices. They don't taste good, but they are carcinogenic. My teacher worried about how sad I look in a mandatory attendance selfie. Why do you look so sad? Well, you press the button. You obtain a sword capable of slicing through anything, but it can talk and is incredibly annoying and will try to mess with you. Press it, fools. Yeah, I'm pressing it. The most beautiful baby wolf you will see today. I spent 5 minutes trying to figure out who Tom is and what his onion picking skills have to do with my sandwich. Must let Tom pick onion. What weasels look like. How Western cartoonists usually draw them. Why are cartoonists like this? Writers unironically more appealing. Study reveals that some people can actually see more FPS than others. How did you see that guy? Come on, bro. You know I was born with less frames. How did you not see that guy? 2 years ago, the president of my company, net worth 20 million, walked into my office dressed as a deer and handed me an apple, then walked away. I still have no idea what that was. What chilling means. Rotating calmly inside the gas station hot dog eater. Vintage Girl Scouts of America brownie pocket knife. We really need to go back to giving 6-year-old girls knives to carry everywhere. Honestly, don't know how to earn that 5th star. 4 stars. Dr. Lewis saved my life. Y'all mess with these nails. I think they're cute. These ain't French tips. They're Russian advice. I took a nap in the school bathroom and it's 7:16 p.m. What do I do? Check the cameras. Fend off the teachers. Try your best to survive. Don't let the power run out. I'm 59 and just found this amongst my mother's stuff. Well, it took you 50 years to find it, so who has the best fast food burger? Why Five Guys burger always look like somebody just took it out of their pocket? My cat talks a mad amount of stuff. For being a creature I can easily pick up and wiggle. What's classy when you're rich but trashy when you're poor? Florida. This might actually be the best answer. Small independent deer does its errands. Stop making everything grey, developers. I beg you. The weddings actually cost like 50k, or is everyone lying for fun? I'm not paying that much money for people to watch me kiss someone. I'm sorry. You must be out of your mind. $50. Take it or leave it. We're chilling on my couch maybe, having a couple of beers. There might be food there. Who knows? Eventually they will need to reinvent Superman's alter ego because nobody reads newspapers anymore. Clark Kent, the BuzzFeed editor. 10 people who are definitely not Superman. Sweats nervously. Wait, BuzzFeed? It happened to me and it can happen to you. I was hanging out with 2 people and the one I know better left the room for a few minutes. You guys aren't going to believe this. No way. I found my worst nightmare. I can smell the patchouli through this. My worst nightmare was a gorilla chasing me with a huge sword, but when he caught me, he handed the sword to me and bowed his head, and I just lost control and hacked his neck over and over, and he was screaming and blood was everywhere. Why are you telling us this? If my parents told me they were adopting a brother and brought home an anthropomorphic rat named Stuart, I would lose it. Pictures that make you go hee hee. That's a little boy, made for little hands. People attracted to this are lying. She looks like a dirty Q-tip. Will ordering fries and a chocolate shake from McDonald's make me happy? Yes. No, but do it anyways. Went on a bike today and saw some graffiti for youtube.com. Not a channel or anything, just the website, I guess. Guys, check this out. It got videos. If you flip over a frisbee, it can function as a floating coaster for your drink. Sorry for shouting. Xmas tip. Put your boyfriend at the side of your family in case you need to cut him out of the picture later. Thanks, Mom. Love you too. I'm gonna do it when I get home because it's still snowing right now. Stay skibbity, my little Sigma. Just quit my job today. I quit. Okay, lol. You don't even do anything at work.
Oh no, we lost the worst employee in this branch. What will we do?
Lol. What the frick? Anyways, why don't you text me back? Why did you ask me to pretend to be your boss? I miss you and the way you hold me and call me baby. Like, why? What the fuck? How do people come up with this stuff? People are creative. Men ain't anything, bro. I'm done. My man really cheated on me. Chris or Alex. Anthony or Enrique. Trey or Dylan. Rick. Guys are dogs. Why are men so toxic? My friend had 25,000 emails in Gmail. Created filter to delete everything with the word unsubscribe in it. He's now at 100. Wearing this to a job role interview as an IT technician role. Incredibly messed up. You can put things off for tomorrow, and then tomorrow actually comes. A computer can never be held accountable. Therefore, a computer must never make a management decision. That includes hiring, scheduling, firing. That was a hiccup, but it was like, I didn't even know what the AI tools are divine tools passed down directly to us by the Lord as punishment for artists being really annoying on Twitter. People studying to become artists or animators. OpenAI Sora. I was starving, so I took a little nibble. I'm sorry. You ever sleep so little, you feel like a low polygon version of yourself. Like, you're just going to be running on reduced graphics today. Dating apps are so abysmal. I got business cards, but for flirting. Hi, I think you're cute. Bosses. People just don't want to work anymore. The jobs. Preferred qualifications. Master's degree. Minimum salary. $15 an hour. Trying to bond with my male cat, but I don't know what men do for fun, so I took him to Home Depot. Want to see my cat's shed? All cats shed, idiot. Cat enters wearing a tool belt. Y'all, people are too sensitive these days. 200 years ago. Man, he implied my family was not honorable, so we're going to duel at dawn about it. I'm just sick and tired of that orange meanie. I'm on Facebook Marketplace, and there's a guy selling Wario Land 4, and this is the picture he chose. My wife and I got into an argument, so I hit her over the head with my grommet mug. Hundreds of liters of tea lost. Thinking about how men invented golf because they're too scared to ask each other to go on walks. Cinnamon rolls. They'd have to grab the back of my neck like a dog to get me away from these. Imagine this being your resume. This is the most powerful wizard stuff. Shouts out to Texas for banning Instagram filters. I can see how serious the threat is. You could launch a space shuttle with the amount of code it takes to make her face look... Bro, Rami Malek and Emma Corrin are reportedly dating. I know the eye contact in that house is unsettling as hell. This was never meant to be seen by humans. Mum orders chicken for her son, but gets a deep fried towel instead. Little medical bracelets, but they tell the nurse they're not allowed to do a TikTok about you. 7,000 people on Earth, and you are still single. Tweets from the aftermath of Toba super eruption in 75,000 BC. How to leave a tip like a boss. It's not $4, it's $1. A wallet that will never be stolen from your purse. OMG. That's brilliant. How? By putting $1 in gift wrap? Gift wrap? I don't get it. A week ago, Lamborghini updated its logo. Are you impressed? I'm too poor to know which one is the new one. 9 conversational tricks to make people think you are cool and laid back. Instead of saying this, say this cool thing. Okay. Oak nuggins. Yes. You train. Yank train. No. Nuns on ripple. What the f- Who is saying? Don't take this guy's advice. Balance these 6 nails without letting them touch the wood. I don't know which one I prefer. The one on the right. Some boys who body shame fat women online, but have fat mothers at home. That's my dad's choice, not mine. Earlier me was very optimistic about what 1 a.m. me would want for a snack. Grandma talking about, there's some pepper in the cabinet. Sell by August 1999. Why do I have the hiccups? My boy is new to LinkedIn, and this is what he's posting. Had to tell him this isn't Insta. 2022, I'm not playing. Another day, another dollar, make the tax man holler. Class was cancelled. I couldn't find a parking space, so I can't make it to class today. Sorry for any inconveniences. You will get 10 out of 10 for the quiz today. I won't be holding office hours today either, as I need a little distance from campus at the moment. Brandon, bathroom scale. Do not put a scale in the bathroom, and do not expect me to weigh myself before and after pooping to calculate how big my poop was, then chart those findings so I can determine my average poop size. Just poop on the scale, idiot. Sometimes when I'm... Okay, this makes me sick. Canned cheeseburgers. Oh nah. How girls listen to music.
Can you guys pass me my tampon? I have to listen to this music about flowers.
How guys listen to music about this song that's about to be epic. Yeah, sports, yeah. Y'all, I'm 40% into this book I'm reading, and this whole time I thought one of the main characters was a horse. He is a man. My editor, you need to make this part clearer. Me. No, I think we can trust the reader to interpret. I don't think we need to baby them. The reader. A new build house popped up in mother-in-law's neighborhood, so I went to check it out. What is this balcony for? Is it a balcony? Plants, I guess. Holding the sickest angle on the enemy team. Yeah, I can get an insane pixel peek with this. My grandpa came to Starkville, so I'm taking him to dinner. You about ready? Is what I have on okay? Or will you be embarrassed? You better text him back and tell him he looks good. My hamster has to lose its eye, and John sent me this. Her eye is fully shut now. I think she won't be able to use that eye again. Well, one of our dogs has one eye. I can laugh at this. If anyone else is laughing at this, how dare you? Offensive. What city disappoints you the most when visiting? Got shot 5 minutes after arriving in Rio. Oh, you win. Well, so you got the real deal experience. Shouldn't be disappointed. The authentic Rio. Homie got the full Brazilian experience and has the gal to complain. I'm gonna do this whack crash diet Vogue printed out in the 70s and die. 1 egg, hard boiled. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Basically, you're eating nothing. Obviously, I can't read all of this because it's kind of boring, but don't do it. Actually, if I get 1 like on this video, I'll do it. Apparently, a Tetris Battle Royale came out, and in addition to that being just funny on its own, we've also got Twitch streamers getting pwned by, like, retirees who have been playing Tetris for the last 3.5 decades. They're getting blown up live by people with handles like Ilian and Love My Kids 72. Your fingers have fingertips, but your toes don't have toe tips. Yet, you can tiptoe but not tip finger. What if phobias are made from how you died in a past life? Spiders, snakes, and clowns must have been a huge problem in the past. Spider-Man's spidey sense is really just spot-on anxiety. You're not wrong. The sentence, don't objectify women, has women as the object of the sentence. You have become the very thing you swore to destroy. You are probably closer to being a millionaire than Bill Gates. Let's go! What if sleeping is our natural state, and we're only awake to gather information for our dreams? You stop that. Dogs are pretty much just all-terrain chickens. If sexuality is a spectrum, then someone must be the gayest gay in history. It could be any one of us. Stairs are surprisingly dangerous for being everywhere. Cars too. OP's big self trying to walk down a simple set of stairs. Dying is when your skeleton finally hatches. I think you should take less showers. If you become a surgeon, you're legally allowed to stab people. Education is important, but reopening the pubs is importanter. If I were you, I'd stick with education until you figure out what's wrong with the word importanter. Laughing until you cry is funny. Crying until you laugh is terrifying. Water is really wet. The letter X is just the letter K, but got kicked in the back. Wait, what? Oh man. Even though they have no correlation whatsoever, 7 times 7 equals 49, and Thursday feel the exact same. Same with 5 times 5 equals 25 and Friday. They have the same energy. So does November and Thursday. What the hell are you two talking about? I get it. If you die, your online friends won't know you've died. They'll just wonder why you never got online again. Someday there will be dads disappointed in their sons because they like sports rather than video games. Joke's on you. I like sports and video games, and my dad is still disappointed in me. A bee is willing to end its own life just to cause you a tiny amount of pain. I can relate to that level of pettiness. Due to the evolution of bacteria with respect to our body's natural defense mechanisms, traveling forward in time could kill you, and traveling back in time could kill everyone. I never thought about this, but it makes perfect sense. Epistemology fascinates me, and this post is just so cool to me. What if the Black Plague and Spanish flu outbreaks were caused by some AL time traveler? If there are straight people who are in denial about being gay, then there are also gay people who are actually straight but in denial. Yes, Spider-Man would be a lot less cool if he didn't live in NYC. There is no better time for this gift. Eat the toilet paper so it wipes on the way out. Every machine is a smoke machine if you operate it wrong enough. I'm gonna show this to my production manager and watch her head explode. Nipples are just straws for beginners. How dare you make me read this with my own eyes? Home is where the water doesn't taste weird. So have you learned anything in Reddit school yet? Skyscrapers are just giant sandcastles because glass and concrete are made of sand. People don't get crankier as they age. They just become less tolerant of other people's BS. Yes, that's what crankier mean. Alarm clocks are the world's most hated objects. If they don't do their job correctly, they are hated. But if they do their jobs correctly, they are hated. Your arms grow just long enough to defend your nuts. Wiping your butt is pretty handy too. Looking for a new computer on an old computer is oddly cruel. That's like asking your wife to hook you up with her younger, hotter coworker. How did the person who invented the clock know the time? If you divide holy water into just holy oxygen and holy hydrogen, you can use the holy hydrogen to create holy hydrogen bombs. Breathing intensifies. A ghost could be vigorously breakdancing behind you and you wouldn't know. One day, our grandkids will dig through our old boxes of stuff, find our old cell phones, turn them on, open the photo library, and be absolutely horrified. What is this waifus folder? Hey, I do not have a folder called that. The police should wear red and blue light-up shoes for when they get into chases by foot. Approximately 200,000 years of evolution. Humans are still completely vulnerable while they sleep and lack any sort of defense mechanism. The defense mechanism is community, you self-centered dick. In the Harry Potter universe, where paintings and images can interact with those looking at them, waifu pillows are probably a lot more interesting. I can't believe you just casually posted this like it was an okay thing to do. Gamers probably like games so much because, unlike in real life, the rules are consistent, make sense, and can be learned. And there are guides that you can read in case you're lost. Fun fact, it doesn't matter if you press either button to go up or down. These buttons just call for an elevator. I don't think we get energy from sleep. Okay, Mr. Sleep Specialist. You don't fully appreciate Pac-Man until you too are desperately trying to find the right pill that makes the murder ghosts go away for a while. Birds are just wireless chargers for humans. Bro, don't do that to me. It's true. People who say not to talk to them before their morning coffee are basically saying that they're unpleasant to be around when they're not under the influence of drugs. Unless what they are really saying is that you're unpleasant to be around until they are under the influence of drugs. If giraffes were predators, they would look both hilarious and terrifying while sneaking up on their prey. All someone needs to do is genetically engineer a horse to grow a horn, and that person will be rich. Because there are always pregnant people. The average number of skeletons in a body is higher than 1. I never needed to think about this, but now I'm reblogging it and all of you can suffer as well. Earth could not exist without the sun, yet Earth's existence is irrelevant to the sun. Sadly, some human relationships are similar. No, he's got a point. If you die a virgin, you'll end a 200,000 year streak of people getting laid. What's something you think about often? If a nickname is what people call you for short, then your full name is your Nicholas name. You are probably in the background of a framed photo in a random house. Impossible. That requires I go outside during human hours. When are human hours? You can remove any one letter from the word seat and still end up with a real word. 5 is like an honorary even number. Why does this make sense? Weddings are an expensive way to let your entire family know you are smashing that night. Your stomach thinks all potatoes are mashed. One day you will take your last poop without even knowing it. Reading this on the toilet is scary as hell. Today I learned that with each degree of temperature rise, violence increases up to 20%. Fight crime by reducing Earth's temperature to 0 Kelvin. Time stops at 0 Kelvin. Crime stops at 0 Kelvin. If the Nether is also called the Netherlands, then the end could also be called Finland. Not safe for work is a media where spoilers in the title are fine. And if they reveal everything in the trailer, you still go away satisfied. Maybe dogs don't really like belly scratches. They just like getting their nipples Yes, officer, this post right here. Ugh. The person who first discovered that coconut could be eaten must have experienced depths of hunger that many will never know. They probably just saw some other animal doing it, man. You mean like the coconut crab, which naturally feeds on coconuts by breaking them open with large claws? Coconut crab. I sneep, I break the coconut, I eat the coconut, some dude. If gas prices keep going up, it will be cheaper to snort drugs and run everywhere. Finally, a good shower thought. What confuses me is how some people take 40 minutes to shower. What are you doing in there? Are you okay? Camping trip? I just spent 40 minutes in the shower thinking, why is there a thing called a grapefruit when there's a fruit called a grape? It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Like, why are most mob farms made out of cobblestone when there is wood, a cheaper alternative? Many people hate bees simply because wasps are the a-holes. At first glance, it's easy to think a bee is a wasp, but we got to look out for our little bee friends. Be safe, be healthy. unhealthy. When you're staring off into the distance, there is a slight chance that you're staring at someone who is staring right back at you. Reading about psychology is fun until one of the disorders starts to sound a little too familiar. Instead of LMAO or LOL, I'm gonna start using Batman, blew air through my nose, because that's what I really do when I read something funny. 2019 is going to be the midpoint in 1969 to 2069. Nice. Someone, somewhere, at some point has probably idly fantasized about being in a relationship with you. Big deal, I have nightmares too. Can't think of a single apocalypse or plague movie that anticipated the run on toilet paper. Hoard toilet paper, you understand me? Hoard it. Hoard it like it's made of gold, cause it is. I can't believe a supernatural GIF is applicable to 2020 events. This is definitely the worst possible timeline. People in movies hold their handgun sideways so that their 8 bullets can turn into infinite bullets. In movies, there are 2 kinds of vents: human-sized vents and vents that are big enough only for the smallest, least experienced member of the group. I feel like science is just people who are good at math deciding to tackle their shower thoughts. Someone should make a haunted house where it's not that scary and the props look poorly made, but the exit is fake and the real haunted house begins when you think you've left it. The part of the ugly duckling no one ever mentions is that after a lifetime of bullying, the duckling grows into a swan, the undisputed biggest a-hole of the bird kingdom. If you love milk chocolate but don't like dark chocolate, you actually like sugar more than chocolate. If you like pickles but don't like cucumbers, you actually like vinegar more than cucumbers. If you like roasted chicken but not raw chicken, you actually like the heat from your oven more than chicken. It kind of makes sense that the target audience for fidget spinners lost interest in them so quickly. Glasses require your ears and your nose to do your eyes a favor. There's a stranger out there who probably has a memory that involves you in it, that they think about it from time to time. Why do I remember that ugly? Hey, come on, have some self-confidence. What? Sitting here wondering, was orange a color first or a fruit? Snakes most likely evolved from spaghetti. What if when you die, you go into spectator mode and can fly around and view life through others' eyes in first person, or just chill until the match ends, you know? Water is really what a rainbow tastes like. The problem with coffee is that you have to make coffee before you've had coffee. Biting your lower lip is seductive and attractive, whereas biting your upper lip has the complete opposite effect. Viruses you get from not safe for work sites are digital STDs. The not safe for work sites in the Star Wars universe must have so many categories. If there is an infinite amount of universes, then in at least one of them, we are best friends. It's a shame that we'll never experience that here. Want to chat? We can still make that happen. I always look forward to making new friends. You play Overwatch? No. Do you recommend it? If your username ends with 70, people will assume you are 48, but if it ends with 69, you are definitely a 12-year-old. Sleeping sucks. You take ages to fall asleep. You miss out on hours of your conscious life, and when you wake up, your breath stinks, you look awful and you stink and need to clean yourself up. But unlike earlier when you couldn't get to sleep, now you don't want to get up. I shower and brush my teeth before bed and still wake up looking like I died. Are you really even alive? Where do we go when we sleep? There are infinite parallel universes, and in one of them, your username is what you poop. 99% of the human population, alive or dead, doesn't know you exist. There's some guy in the corner of this planet who has rickrolled the highest number of strangers on the internet. His name is Rick Astley, you idiot. In Lord of the Rings, looks like meat's back on the menu, boys, implies that orcs know what a menu is and have therefore been to a restaurant. I wonder what a restaurant in Mordor is like. I don't know, but you probably need reservations. One does not just walk in. 23 years of cell phone cameras, and still no one cares about your fireworks photos. I care. It's entirely possible that we get to choose our stats at the start of our lives, but due to being babies, we just choose randomly because we're stupid. It's messed up that no matter how good a pie smells, it won't actually make you float up off the ground when you smell it, unless you're dreaming. One day the Lord of the Rings trilogy will be remade and we will hate all of it. There's only 2 days in our lifetime that are not 24 hours. The day we are born and the day we die. I was born at exactly midnight. I'm going to end myself at exactly midnight, just to prove you all wrong. Can a ghost and zombie come from the same person? Ghost shaking their head at their zombified body stumbling around like an idiot. Is this a comic? This should definitely be a comic. Posting newborns' weight and length makes childbirth rather too similar to fishing. Food for thought. Are mashed potatoes just Irish guacamole? The first human to be killed by a doing the deed robot has likely already been born and is walking among us and has no idea they'll eventually have a Wikipedia page about their death. Blind people must save a lot on electricity. They do actually. I had a blind professor last semester and I swung through his office to make up an exam. It was a while before I knew he was in there because he was sitting with the lights off. I finally went in, apologized, and took the exam by the light of a nearby window, which was fine. 45 minutes into dead silence, he panicked and yelled in this booming voice, "Wait, you can see?" before diving moving across his desk to turn the lights on. I'm sure he was embarrassed, but I thought it was endearing and it highlighted a large aspect of disabled life that I hadn't previously considered. We used to use photos to capture authentic moments, and now we create artificial moments to capture photos.
Society, I'm the Joker.
Boomers calling millennials and Gen Z snowflakes is ironic since they messed up the climate so there won't be snowflakes in the future. Wait, hold on. Oh, let me think about this one. It sucks when I read red as red and not read. So I have to reread read as read. So I can read correctly and it can also make sense. Dancers took 5, 6, 7, and 8 because musicians took 1, 2, 3, 4. Never thought about it like this. People from the Star Wars universe would have their minds blown if they ever came to Earth and learned there are deserts, forests, oceans, swamps, mountains, jungles, and arctics, all on the same planet. Your nipples are older than your teeth. A lot of people's lives are determined by where their teacher randomly assigned them to sit. A baby born after 12 AM EST in an ambulance that's headed to a nearby CST hospital would technically be time traveling to before they were born. Sir, this is a Wendy's. The real walk of shame is going back to your friends after bowling a gutter ball. There are days in your life that you have completely forgotten. You will probably forget that today even happened at some point. Running in a hotel hallway feels faster than running anywhere else. What if umbrellas were supposed to be called brellas, but the person who named them hesitated? The time you spend in the shower can determine how lonely you are. Lonely people take longer and hotter showers because it can replace the warmth they are lacking, socially or emotionally. Don't forget to poop before midnight on 31st of December. You don't want to carry the same shit in 2025. Chickens are about 1/3 the height of a kid, and there are 3 times as many chickens as people. If all the chickens stacked together in groups of 3 under a trench coat, they could go around unnoticed on Halloween collecting tons of candy, and most people would have no idea. Despite being red and green, watermelons are never associated with Christmas. Don't date me unless you want to be constantly amazed by the amount of movies and shows I've just never seen. People will cover their webcam laptop for privacy, but not the front camera on their phones that stares at them for hours. On April 1st, you trick. Then exactly 6 months later, on October 31st, you treat. Let's stop calling divorces failed marriages. It's not a failure to move on when something isn't working. A serial killer has probably watched their own documentary on their unsolved crimes and laughed at the inaccuracies in the leads. Wouldn't know, not a serial killer. Did a serial killer make the shower thought? A Ouija board say ages 8+. So you have to be 21 to drink, but can summon the dead at 8. If we removed all laws, the crime rate would be 0. Your finger is the perfect size to fit in your nose. How cool would it be if we had the ability to dream together with other people, like multiplayer dreaming? School isn't hard. Paying attention to something you are not interested in is. Being asked, why are you depressed? Life is beautiful, is like saying, why do you have asthma? There is so much air. You must complete 21 laps around the giant fireball in space before you can drink the yellow plant liquid that makes you thirsty. When I was a kid getting put to bed at 9 PM, I couldn't wait until I was a grown-up and I could stay up until whatever time I wanted. That time is, apparently, 9. If I'm not consciously controlling my bodily functions, does that mean I'm being kept alive against my own will? Generation Z was this close to being the first generation to not smoke until some a-hole came out with a USB stick that tastes like bubblegum. Someone had a crush on you, was totally secretly in love with you, dreamed about you at night, and you have no idea. No, they didn't. Shut up. It's odd how your feet are so sensitive to touch and tickles while being one of the most used and abused parts of your body. Mum, he's been in the shower for a while. I wonder what he's doing. In the shower. There was at least 1 millisecond where the global population was 6969696969. Here's what you should do if you're taking a bath and suddenly wonder, am I soup? Step 1. Check tub to see what it's filled with. If tub is filled with carrots, celery, onions, and vegetable stock, you are soup. If tub is filled with just water, you are still soup, but it won't be as flavorful. If Lego Batman's parents were Lego billionaires and they were shot, imagine the amount of studs that fountained out of them as Bruce was crying while being showered in Lego currency. 50 Cent was born in 1975. If you account for inflation, he is now $2.34. Whoever created the tradition of not seeing the bride in the wedding dress beforehand saved countless husbands everywhere from hours of dress shopping and will forever be a hero to all men. Maybe your dog's favorite toy is actually what they think your favorite toy is, which is why they always bring it to you. Pineapple has juices that digest your mouth and lips. Your butt thing is made up of the same skin as your lips. Pineapple can eat butt. Why are they called ribeyes? They don't live up to their name at all. There's no ribs nor are there eyes. I don't know why I come up with these stupid thoughts. If we had tamed bears instead of wolves thousands of years ago, we would have living teddy bears as pets. Every culture has their ethnic donut and every culture has their ethnic dumpling. Humans be frying dough. Every culture also makes a sword. If they got metal, they make a a sword. If they don't have metal, they take obsidian or shark teeth, or whatever it is that they've got, and they make that into a sword. Coincidence? I think not. 2 constants in all civilizations. 1. Tasty fried food. 2. Danger murder sticks. World building tip. The bare bones of all civilizations are fried dough and sharp things. We're in the safest, cleanest, healthiest, easiest era, but some adults still miss the old days when things were worse. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, and I'm sorry, Daddy, I've been very naughty, are simultaneously saying very similar and very different things. Pro tip for writers. This is what people mean when they say, sure, they're synonyms, but it still dramatically changes the entire meaning of a sentence. Older dogs who go deaf are probably thinking, why did everyone stop talking to me? I'm stuck in the loop of, I'm feeling kind of tired and I don't want to do anything today. Maybe I'll try again tomorrow, but it's every day. The internet connects people at a long distance, but disconnects people at a short distance. In Star Wars lightsaber duels, nobody takes advantage of being able to turn their lightsabers on and off. It would make blocking attacks impossible, as you could turn your lightsaber off just before making contact with the opponents, passing the block and then back on again in one fluid motion. If Eminem's mum wanted to, she could probably make a good amount of money selling her own spaghetti sauce. Anakin probably screamed, I hate you, because he wanted to say that in that moment, and not as a reaction to Obi-Wan, because he was suffering from the fire too much to be able to concentrate on anything Obi-Wan was saying. Eat becomes fat if you don't draw the line. I want to feel bad, but actually this is pretty accurate, since your memory prioritizes remembering things that are out of the ordinary. Cringing at your past self for screwing up just indicates that screwing up is not a regular thing you do. You've spent hours of your life rubbing a piece of glass. Most of us have spent much more time trying to crack our own online password than any hacker ever will. Rest in peace to my old Yahoo account, which I do not know the password to, but they insist I answer the security question, which I have no clue what 12-year-old me answered. Apple probably named their smartwatch Apple Watch because iWatch would have just been creepy. The man who invented internet is 80 years old now. If you see him walking down the street, you'll think he's just another old dude who doesn't know how to use the internet. That's actually my first thought when I see an old person. I think, damn, they definitely don't know how to use the internet. Apple's think different slogan wouldn't work for them today. Auto moderator, you appear to have submitted a common or unoriginal thought. As such, it has been automatically removed. I have brain-eating bacteria. What if you eat it back? How does one do that task? Nihilists, when I remove their arm, they suddenly care. Nobody. My mum taking a photo. My mum always says, this damn phone, as if it's not her. My mum thought she was taking a video, and the whole time she was live on Facebook. Me during the earthquake, so she doesn't get the ick. So true. My ex grabbed my arm during an earthquake and said, what do we do? I knew right there and then I gotta leave him behind in a zombie apocalypse. Phew, I'll never get over that ick. Realizing we don't need to lift our hands to knock. Yeah, but if I knock low, the person thinks that the gnomes are here for them. Me, a house husband. When my wife comes home late from work smelling like cologne and I confront her about it, she makes 7 figures and I'm not leaving. That's it. It's done. The dinner. Me. Mom, I want to learn Taekwondo. Mom. Okay. Me, when someone tries to kill me at 3 a.m. Happened though to my mum's friend's family. They got robbed and their children are all black belts in Taekwondo. They got tied up using those belts. Bro. You will be placed in random groups of 5. You remind me of my brother who was in prison for life. When you get older, do old people become attractive to you? Like when I'm 70, a 70-year-old woman gonna look hot? This is a real concern of mine. Yeah, remember when we were younger and we found kids our age attractive? Now we don't find young kids attractive. I hope. I hope too. Why do I have to see this in November? Remember? 3 years later, and I'd still tap. I want you to remember that. What's your birthstone? Rock bottom. Haven't stopped thinking about this since I saw it. What did Tumblr do to John Green in 2014? Tumblr is like one of those civilizations in the middle of the ocean that throws spears at anyone who flies too low. Burnt my whole house down because I thought flint and steel was a telephone. Who would you call? Me when I was a kid and would randomly have urges to open the car door while on the freeway. I still get like this. Me approximately 13 minutes after saying I was gonna save the other half of the sandwich for later. When I say I hate drama, I mean I hate being involved in drama. Other people's drama on the other hand, huge fan. Imagine the sound if it was wearing flip-flops on every foot. Because of the color, the septum kind of looks like your nose hair grew into horns. Why would you say this, Lagoon Man? Straight men finding out liking femboys is gay. No, it's not. It's not gay, bro. Me staring at Apple telling me this would be a very good password. Dark humor, guys, when you joke about their religion. Watching my parents baby my sibling in situations where they would have thrown a TV at me. Imagine 2018 you fighting 2021 you. I would kill him. Now, who taught my cat to use the iPad? I also have an iPad cat. She opened an Adam started online shopping. What did she buy? Treats? You know what? Screw it. Today's a filler episode. Bro, we're getting ads at the beach. Go spoil yourself, baby girl. Help. What? That's a request. Bro gifted the gift of giving. What is green in your language? You did not find that there. Is literally in the freaking video. Reconnecting with nature after talking to my mum. Because literally, what the fuck? When you wake up as soon as the dream was getting interesting. Who else has something scary or unusual they went through or saw that they can't explain even to this day? Every time I walk, I hear a really loud clapping noise behind me. Do you remember when we tried to make the chair emoji, the laughing emoji in 2020 to have a little Gen Z inside joke and failed miserably? Laughs in VIP. My name is not Gigglebutt. Gigglebutt commented, "Whoa, we have the same name. That's cool. How do I become a farmer? Like, do I need to apply anywhere or do I just start digging? Just buy overalls. When your parents ask, why do you shower for so long? But you're just a chill guy who enjoys the warm water. I'm done with self-care. It's time to harm others." How it feels calling in sick and thinking, they probably in English class right now. Can we please not normalize having weird users on TikTok? Because what the hell do you mean Fat Gyat Sucker 69 just liked my video? What do you mean, bro? I will find you. What's the big idea? How tall are you? This guy? It depends. The box is thinking inside of him. I told people that I survived the Titanic when I was a baby. Help. Why the font? A girlfriend just broke up with me. It's okay, dude. You got multiple left. Well, at least you have backups. Hand us poor people a few. When you're done with the job interview and the boss says, you start tomorrow at 7 a.m. Wait, I was just playing. POV. Bestie got grounded. Chat, does it actually work? It does. My mom has one. My mom hits me for sleeping with her. I might say real, but I'm scared my friends might see this. Now, why would you go and do this? Do you ever feel the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming inside of you? All four? Can't say I do. Guys, help. My mom grounded me, so I called a gravel company and ordered a ton of gravel for only $50. They are dropping it off right now, and my mom's coming home from work in 30 minutes. What do I do? Me preparing myself to say here at a perfect 60 decibels without my voice cracking as the teacher calls roll. When you haven't spoken since you woke up, you don't know what's gonna come out. It's either gonna be thunder or lightning. I want your seed. Say ah. Yes, Unc. They all said in unison. No, Unc. They said in defiance. Maybe, Unc. They said in confusion. This is the Ziyat Pyramid, an art project which will take 1,200 years to finish. A new block is added every 10 years. Commenting to stay on the Ziyat Pyramid TikTok so I see the update in 10 years. I don't want to spoil it for you, bro, but it's just gonna be another concrete block. You are thick and you are fat. Does anyone else get starstruck when they see a Korean after watching Squid Game? Or is it just me? It might just be you. What if umbrellas were supposed to be called brellas, but the person who named them hesitated? Or just Ellas? Maybe the person was cold. Or maybe Luz, because what if they hesitated, were cold, then hesitated again? How I stare at the guy who tries to do perfectly cut screams in real life. Inhales. Boy! I disliked this comment. Me, when I'm forced to eat the sandwich of unbearable agony. Noah's Ark. If you've got like a few of them. Pro bed rotting tip. Put every blanket, stuffed animal, and pillow you own on your bed. Hi, this is actually called nesting. You're an omega. I hope this helps. Haley Welch. Talk tour will be cancelled due to negative feedback. A candle that burns the brightest will be the first to fade. Guys, I'm freaking out. Why are the leaves red and yellow and stuff? This can't be good. It's autumn. Green bee. Back soon. Sent by my iPhone. I'm scared of a waterbed. Will it pop? They are strong. My grandthem has one. Grand what? They are non-binary. Me watching turtles contribute absolutely nothing to society while my paper straw dissolves into my milkshake. Nah, bro, they eat pizza and wear headbands. They ain't. For real. Ain't no way that one's named after an artist losing to a straw. Guys, I finally figured out what to do when someone knocks while you're using a public restroom. One time I panicked when someone knocked on the door and I said, come in. Massive power play. Where did the C go? Do you think Windows and Linux have explored each other's bodies? Yeah, but they wouldn't admit to it. Me literally replying to one person a day. Even though my daily screen time is 10 hours a day. Bill Gates dropped out of college too. Yo, my girl is so funny. Why she got a list with names in her notes? You don't want to know. Do you ever think about how lucky we are that babies can only cry after they are born? Imagine standing next to a pregnant woman and just hearing muffled stomach. Me, if when I'm old and enjoying my alone time at a restaurant, someone tries to comfort me. This, but I'll make up a sob story on the spot and I'll pull a, oh my, it seems like I forgot my wallet. Dementia is such an unfortunate thing. At least the animation looks nice. It doesn't look nice, it looks crisp, like the first cool breeze in full crisp. What gang? Bro's mad because he can't ponder. Is that her grandpa? He is my husband, not old enough to be my grandpa. I meant to send that to my wife. I don't know how to use TikTok. Sorry. Got mogged so bad by the dad behind me. me. Bro, that was a stand user. I got my boyfriend a tiny truck, and now he delivers me gifts when I'm angry with him. When I'm in a group project and don't have complete control over everyone in the entire project. When you're really trying to be a nicer person, but everyone around you is making it so easy to just be a hater instead. Me drinking straight from the bottle, knowing if I saw someone else do it, we're gonna have a problem. K-pop companies after reading "You ate" comments under the IG posts of their idols that's supposed to be on a water-only diet. Baggy pants guys turning into a pretty princess when it starts raining. Notices it just turned Wednesday, so I decided to tell a little joke. "It's Wednesday, my dudes." It's a classic icebreaker. I love a good meme reference. Okay, Daniel, why do you put fireworks in front? This is not even nice. This is just mean. No, don't trust no one named Chris. Because if Chris crossed applesauce, what do you think he would do to you? What types of freaky stuff? Who are you gonna call? Morris Bart. Not even a number on that sign. Who are you gonna call? How are you gonna call? How are you gonna call Bart? Fascinated by this Taiwanese 20-something who has somehow ended up laboring an Irish sheep farm. My sweet cottagecore mother is so excited about her literal scythe. Reaper core. Me pretending I don't know the drama so I can get the tea from both sides. How do I make this? Go to the what? Me staring at the people in the restaurant who got their food before us, even though we ordered first. Sorry for wanting something serious. I forgot what generation we're in. I used the wrong clay and it completely melted when I tried to bake it. Tip: you might want to use the right type of clay next time so you don't encounter this issue again. Wow, great tip. I refuse to believe people do number 2 every day. If I miss a day, I feel like I'm dying. I go like every 4 to 6 days. Okay, we have one normal person in these comments. If I would have been on the Titanic when you're making good points in an argument, but they keep calling you a yapper, so you low-key ingest their liver. Bro, I got on my bus for school and my driver isn't even going to my school. My school is 10 minutes away and I've been on this bus for almost an hour. Where am I going? Escape the evil school bus obby. When the same cashier is there, whenever you go to buy your daily sweet snack. When I bought a pregnancy test and days later pads from the same cashier, he knows your law now. Situationship survivor. Thought I bagged me an emo boy. Why am I fishing in a river? Me packing so many underwear for a 2-day trip, just in case I pooped myself every day of my trip. How middle school teachers described high school. Me putting every color in the washing machine because nothing gonna happen. For real, they lied. POV. Running to your room at night and you look back. Guess I think he's the one. Pros. Funny. And a lot of cons. When you're about to send a funny TikTok to your girl, but the dude who made it is a little too attractive. When he accuses me of talking to other guys, I am. So I hit him with, whatever, I'm always the bad guy. Women in male fields. Me trying to figure out when state and federal tax. Worked 5 hours of my shift. This is killing me. Butch is not a spectrum. Yeah, the two ends are ugly and cute. Guess where you are? Loki, you ate that, so I'm gonna let it slide. I want a new laptop, but I'm poor, so I've convinced myself that I like it, and it's Y2K aesthetic. Me changing my opinion every new philosopher I study. Like everyone had a point. Gaslighting me doesn't work because I already don't trust my memory and I don't care what actually happened. Being a girl is receiving the most soul-crushing text than having to go eat dinner with your parents like it's a normal Friday. When I'm mid-crash out and I realize that it was never that serious and I may have overreacted. When someone tries to talk to me during my music and looking at the window time. Can't stop thinking about this. He/him isn't a thing. I'm wondering how long it took to paint this. It took about 1.5 months from what I remember. Also, the artist was so focused on the painting they forgot to eat and they died as well. What? Are you serious? Nah, I felt like lying. He canonically knows what pee looks like. What is this thing? Looks like a jellyfish. When you're watching a show and the next episode is named after your favorite character. Episode 1, Pilot. Had me in tears, man. Your name is Pilot? If Ford shared the bunker with Fiddle Ford, then why was there only one bed? Fiddle Ford had to live up to his name somehow. How tall are you? 5'2"? You changed the theme to trolls. You think you're so funny. Nah, I just like feigning ignorance. You have the same personality as Brian from Family Guy. That is quite possibly the meanest thing you will ever say. Family Guy. Brian gets a new job. That's how you sound. I would sit either way. The font? What about it? How do I speak in italics?
Nothing. Sorry to bother.
Stop using my Sam's Club card for your gas. Sorry, that was the second time. Okay, I'm just a girl. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like it minimizes you as a person. Inflation's so bad right now. They only used 1 egg to egg my car. AI generated calendar. That kid was was biologically engineered in a lab to wear a propeller hat and eat an ice cream cone. Date left stuff, date right stuff. How about date middle stuff where instead of copying each other, you guys get naked? When you have the most unimaginably horrible day, but at least there's phone time in the bed at the end no matter what. Because I look forward to it every single day. Hear me out. I promise he has glasses. I will give him what? That's a mannequin. Steelers, here we come. I'm sorry for looking into your eyes without permission. Me in 30 years, when all the junk food and rotting in bed, staying up until 4 in the morning catches up to me. Overheard 2 very frat sounding guys on the bus. Bro 1. Streamers are like, what do I do, chat? But I'm like, what do I do, chat GPT? Bro 2. Bro, you are going to be incapable of independent thought in 2 years. Just finished my assignment, human in chat GPT fields. Went here and they said you run the place. Weenie Hut Juniors. Does anyone else also have horrible time anxiety? I stay up late because I feel like I don't have enough time during the day. As a result, I wake up late and I feel like my whole day was wasted. Thinking about how fast time is passing by scares me. What do you mean I'm 20 already? I was just 14 yesterday. POV. Bro tried to do a flip to impress the huzz and landed on his neck. Did he peed? I think he did. POV. The dreads jokes got to you. Each sold separately, dreads. Group hug, dreads. I carry some in my pocket just in case. Being dropped by a friend after one argument when they give bad men 1,000 chances is kind of funny, not gonna lie. I don't think guys get this. Guys, I've never had this. Is this like a girl's thing? The sun doesn't orbit the earth. We actually orbit the sun along with other planets. Like, come on, it's 1200. I thought we were past this. Howard is calling. She's a green, but she has 10 eyes. Chocolate pudding. McFlurry. Raccoon. Die with a smile. There are tears in my Mexican eyes. Miles seriously got that sleeper build. I don't know, bro. It's been asleep for a while. Bro's sleeper build hasn't woken up. Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Gilgan are rumored to have broken up, just like Shakespeare said. Cry what? Man like taxi. One go. Next, come. Send this to a friend who looks like this. I'm too scared to tag Jojo Siwa. This is so disrespectful and immature. This is so respectful and mature. Me pretending I want to get my degree and be an active member of society, even though 5 minutes ago I was begging the universe to turn me into an air fryer. What y'all know about the pyramids? Bro had a vision. Bro listened to Ra. I was telling my 1-year-old nephew we should have got tacos instead of pizza, and he replied, do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you have now was once among the things you hoped for. Was it justified? Chris, crash out. I'd never forgive myself if I did that to my dad. 6th grade will not be silenced. 7th grade cheated in the food drive. They brought a whole box of granola bars and each bar counted. Bonnie, you go left. I'll go right. And Chica, you just be Chica. Freddy, you'll be our secret weapon. And Foxy? Where's Foxy? Then he shows up when everything was about to go downhill. Did I miss something? Am I tweaking or is that my man? That's Wally and Waldo. POV. There is a group conversation happening and I have a fun anecdote that I try to add, but I'm desperately trying not to talk over anyone. But I keep timing it wrong and missing the break in conversation. I was talking to a guy on Tinder and he just confessed to having catfished me, and I'm still talking to him because I don't know, that's low-key kind of romantic. When someone asks what's wrong, but I just stutter 5 times in one sentence. When you're trying to cancel plans, but that one bro keeps finding solutions. The homeless man at the stoplight waiting for me to make eye contact. Guys in 2009 before they ghost you. POV. You can't afford a root canal, so as a last-ditch effort, you play some toothache relief frequencies. It's hard to see someone else living your dream. Being a piece of organic produce getting gently misted in a very chic grocery store. Alright, I've posted about 2 different topics. Now I get to go back to thinking about my ex-boyfriend. I'll clock back in next time a new original thought comes to me. How are you gonna date someone and have a crush on someone else? I didn't word my other comment right. I'm a human with human feelings. I'm allowed to feel like a human, and with that comes complicated emotions. Do you like the Papa's Pizzeria games? This message is for LeBron James only. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, bro. Love and appreciate you, bro. The Lululemon employees have to butter you up so you can slide yourself through the revolving doors. You're not nice. I'm unliking your comment. Your suit would look better on you if you ate better. Better? I'm extremely good at eating. One of the best, actually. This man smashes. Walter White spreads Christmas joy. I couldn't even jingle to this. I caroled immediately. Gift wrap aisle my presents. When your homie sends you 10 reels in a row, so now you're reacting to them like grading their work. Yes, this one's good. This one could have been funnier. Yeah, I don't like this part. This one sucks. Why would you send this to me? Day 4 of asking for Skibbity Toilet review. Varg, can you join the Kendrick versus Drake beef? Varg, can you throw it back? Me taking the most randomest object every 6 minutes from my baby. While having emotional attachment to objects is actually a sign of being neurodivergent, so doing that to your baby is kind of messed up. Lol, not lol. For sale, Edward Cullen. What kind of hell do you think that man has gone through since the early 2010s? Bro gave us his address. Bro saying I found it, like he didn't know where he was. Nice house, bro. Party at bro's house next Friday. Got off the plane feeling so I just like how this meme has, well, meme. I just like like how this image has 0 likes. So the person who found this meme, they did not like it. When they want to hang out, but I'm awkward and I stutter when I'm nervous. I only look good in 2 angles and I look mad if I'm not smiling and I never know what to say. When your brain says something negative about a stranger and you need to remind yourself, you're still a nice person. It's just deep internalized judgment that you've been trying to escape slipping up. And as long as you acknowledge that the thought was negative and rude, then it's okay and you're not actually a bad person. Before you argue with someone, ask yourself, is this person mentally mature enough to grasp the concept of a different perspective? If not, there is no point to argue. Me, after saying all day, when I get home, I'm gonna be on that study grind, and when I get home, I'm suddenly paralyzed and unable to do anything whatsoever. Who would win? 1 trillion lions or the sun? The lions would win if they attacked at night. 1 trillion lions. Who would win? A series of layers of densely packed skin cells, or 1 edgy boy? Who would win? Every creature in Australia and every Florida man. They would breed. I hate how this is a viable option. I bet he's thinking about other girls. Who would win? Sword with a gun or gun with a sword? You versus Baby Yoda. Who would win? Me? Whoa, you're using the blender? Mankind's advantage over nearly every other animal. A weird hole with a spring in it. Who would win? A stick versus 1,000 US Marines. All it is 1 Marine to break the stick. Seriously, what the hell? Then you have 2 stick. Stick win every time. The stick clones itself. Who would win in a fight? The Predator or Kevin from Home Alone? How much prep time does Kevin get? Who would win in a fight? Remy. I hate this debate. He's a street rat. He would absolutely clobber Stuart with his bare hands. Stuart hasn't worked for anything in his life. Remy knows struggle. Stuart's a little Who would win? The Soviet onion or the United steak? One of the most complex and arguably the most vital organ contained within the human body. Some salty boys. Which do you think would win in a fight? Discuss. One of the most powerful parts of our body with 26 bones in it. 1 scootery boy. Who would win? Pleb with 10 years plus of experience and 60k in debt. 1 crunchy boy. Who would win? A highly advanced AI or some box? Who would win? The human body's central nervous system telling you to sleep, or 1 bright and addictive boy? Who would win? Strong caveman hands. 1 paper boy. Definitely the paper. Modern man. I can defeat a chimpanzee. No, it's too powerful. Ancient man. I can defeat a chimpanzee. Wait here while I fetch one. The most complex sensory organ in the body. Some chopped veggie boys. 1500 years of tradition. A single meme post. Who would win? A social life full of great friends and huge opportunities. Some weird looking box. A healthy good looking girl. 1 obstructed boy. Brazil versus Pluto. I didn't know they had beef. The leader of the free world under Steppy by. The sheer drama of this standoff has made my day. Who has more aura though? Who do you think would win in a fight to the death between IHOP and Denny's? I'd say Denny's. IHOP is where kids sometimes have birthday parties. Denny's is where I would go to meet a hitman. I'm on board with that logic. If the US was split in half and went to war, the right side would win hands down. Yeah, because they have Florida man. Who you got? Really would prefer to not see this kind of violence on my timeline. Who would win in a fight? A baby? A different baby? Wait, why is everyone so sure about this? Because it's a different baby. Who would win? Garfield. 12 lasagnas. A novice would say Garfield because he can just eat the lasagna, but that is just letting the enemy into your base. That's a picture of spaghetti. Stealth developed over millennia of evolution. 1 jangly good boy necklace. 1 apex predator with a tool engineered to kill. 1 buzzy boy. 1 buzzy boy with a trillion eyes. A ton of nice compliments. 1 slight criticism. This is why I hate the human mind, but you can change how your brain thinks. Nobody. YouTube recommendations at 3 AM. Emo boy versus a goose. Who would win? 1 beefy 5-layer burrito from Taco Bell. The immune system of a child in the Victorian era. Me. Nice car, friend. Yeah, 400 horsepower. That's like 7,000 ducks. What? 400 horses versus that many ducks. The ducks win. When you're in a public space and the couple to your right is arguing, so you're trying to listen in so you know who to root for. The human prefrontal cortex, responsible for complex decision making and thinking about future consequences of current activities. Some weird doper boy. Who would win? A healthy bone snake, heavy knowledge. An abusive ruling class. A few slicey boys. A good boy or some sweet boys. Arguably one of the most biologically diverse clades to ever exist on Earth. Some rocky boy. Rocks ruin everything. Wanna know who wouldn't have these problems with Thanos? Let them defeat Rotten Tomatoes first. They would lose. Disney mums and Pixar mums. Tell me something that will blow my mind. Velociraptors were smaller than a dog. Did not know this. Glad I do know this, but very surprised. Young Elon Musk versus young Ben Shapiro. Who would win? Lewis, great white shark. Can do 15 pull-ups. Can't do 15 pull-ups. Okay, you know who's winning in the fight. It's definitely Lewis. Who the hell is in the 1% of this poll? So this was when Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. Who do you think would win? There's no way in hell she would have won. Actually, yeah, in hell she would have won. An OP assault rifle. It kills one slippy boy. So churches are not essential, but abortion clinics are essential? Got it. Yes, because abortion is healthcare. Glad I could clear that up for you, Liz. 600,000 babies a year would disagree with you. I could easily win a debate against 600,000 babies. A whole Roman city or some weird mountain. Too soon. It's been 1,937 years. Millions of airborne diseases trying to penetrate the human body through the eye. One blinky boy. An entire galactic federation. Some old guy's consciousness. Who would win? A basket full of white laundry. One pinky boy. Your eyes versus 10 million fireflies. Who would win? Literally the prettiest girl in the kingdom. Some weird avocado. Who would win? An extremely powerful demigod. One tendy boy. Am I about to fight these bagels? Try me. Who would win? The mini fridge. The router. The speaker. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Shaggy at 100% of his power versus this guy. I can balance my body on my pee-pee and spin like a Beyblade. No one can defeat me. I wonder who will win. The team with all the damned protagonists or the team with random people? Goku. Batman with prep time. Winning against everyone. Which staff would win this brawl? McDonald's versus Waffle House. A healthy Waffle House staff could go toe-to-toe with the Avengers. The entire human body with billions of years of fine-tuning and evolution. A loud stick. Decades-old titanium helmet design deemed impenetrable to small arms fire. Loud stick. Molten rock that can burn you alive in seconds. A bucket of room temperature water that you have been carrying around for days. Who would win? One of the most powerful military forces in history. A damp island. Who would win? Perfectly evolved appendage that has made humans the best long-distance runners on the planet. One blocky boy. An unstoppable divorce meets an unmarriable object. Who would win? A once-in-a-lifetime event of cosmic proportions. One poofy boy. Current mood. An unstoppable force versus an immovable object. Goodbye, Bush. That train, I've never seen that train stop moving. Me. Who would win? Predator or Star-Lord? Friend. Star-Lord. He would just challenge the Predator to a dance-off. Predator can't dance. Me. An intellectual. Who would win? The willpower of a grown adult and some weird-looking statue. Who would win? Matilda versus 11. People are really saying 11 would win and I'm perplexed. She had training and still could barely wiggle a truck. Matilda's skills were sharp and precise. She had kids flying, electricity going crazy, multiple objects moving simultaneously. 11 does not want no smoke. A multi-million-dollar organization that specializes in containment of thought to be uncontainable monsters that have weaponry and tech hundreds of times better than the military. Oh god, oh no. Bruce. Over a decade of experience. Fought countless battles. An Avenger. Fought a literal god and won. Jen. Is woman. Jen, because she's bad. A shark could swim faster than me, but I could probably run faster than a shark. So in a triathlon, it would all come down to who is the better cyclist. Who would win in court? She-Hulk, Saul Goodman. I love democracy. Literally millions of ideas and concepts we could use to start off memes in 2018. One soapy boy. Who would win? Grass Papa. One. No! Grass Papa. One Shrekky boy versus ugly purple Cable. Chaotic good, chaotic evil. Have friends, have minions. Wants to save Swamp. Wants to destroy half of the universe. Pretty green color. Ugly purple. Who would win? Iron Deficiency Man or the Incredible Bulk. The largest and most highly trained army and navy on Earth, aided by tens of thousands of top-grade German mercenaries, some drunken libertarian farmers and fishermen with outdated hunting equipment. Who would win? 1930s farmers. One dusty boy. Donkey Neutron Shrek Wazowski. I'm with Shrek on this one. Healthy blood cells and cancerous... I loved fidget spinners growing up. I thought they were so fun. 2,000 years of ancient Egyptian religion tradition and its many deities and myths. Some guy who worships a disc. Who would win? Solid Snake or Sam Fisher? Fisher. Batman. Who would win? Twitter or one celebrity boy? If I was in the Hunger Games, I would 100% win. Nah, you would probably be impaled by a spear. Who would win in a staff battle between Science Museum and NHM London? What exhibits and items would help you be victorious? We have dinosaurs. No contest. Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. Scooby-Doo after eating Scooby snacks. The entire world's problems and a can of Pepsi. Doctor Who is the the 41st most cited researcher of all time, with years of public service and Medal of Freedom. The Karen who sees through the media's lies. I do hate that he would win in a fight between Homelander and Superman thing. Like, as if Clark wouldn't have that freaky little just tucked away into the Phantom Zone and be home in time for his lunch plans with Lois. The more important question is who would win in a fight between Queen, Maeve, and Wonder Woman. Trick question, they would do the deed. Who would win? A $500 wireless router? A $5 Ethernet cable? I'll go for the cable. Who would win? A highly developed biological creature perfected over millions of years. A see-through boy. A see-through boy? We ditched pigeons. I feel so bad for them.
Ja ja blah blah.
Shaggy at 1% power, or Obi-Wan on the highest ground. Shaggy, you kidding me? A large aircraft capable of holding 189 people with 2 engines and with the cost of 100 million. Some flappy boys. Depends how heavy the flappy boys are. Who would win? Long chest, tall chest. I don't like tall chest. Imagine these two yelling at each other. They would not stop. English fleet with 180 ships and 30,000 soldiers. One-eyed, one-handed cripple from Spain with 6 boats and 3,000 troops. Who would win? An apple, 2 pears, 3 plums, 4 strawberries, 5 oranges, a piece of cake, ice cream cone, pickles, slice of cheese, salami, lollipop, piece of cherry pie, sausage, cupcake, and a slice of watermelon. One very hungry boy, the only pure version of this meme. This is what Sesame Street would have on their Instagram. Steve with fully enchanted diamond gear. Kevin McAllister with 5 days prep time. A multi-million-dollar military vehicle. A hole in the ground. A currency backed only by the full faith and credit of the US government. A yellow boy. Who would win in a fight? John Wick or Arthur Morgan? I thought it would be John Wick. I guess Arthur Morgan does have like dead eye, so... Who would win? A computer program with millions of lines of code. One curly boy with no friend. Godzilla fans. Detailed explanation on why Godzilla would win. King Kong supporters. But Big Monkey. Who would win in a baddie fight? Roger is the baddest of the galaxy. Okay, but Roger also can't keep a man. Pleakley has a man, a family, and isn't trapped living in an attic. And to top it off, see those 2 tongues? Roger wishes he could. Oh, the tea is hot. Name one person you're confident you would win against in a fist fight. Ricky Berwick. One moment, let me Google him. I'm speechless. I love Ricky. Ricky can take a joke. Who would win? Non-existy and a bag of Lay's potato chips. Guru versus Bob. Who wins? Bob. Bob's just, he's got too much dad aura. An ancient evil spirit created by a curse that has superhuman strength and lusts for blood and death. Some balls. Who would win? A water bucket or basically your entire redstone system. Amy Schumer's entire career versus, okay, 2 cannibals are eating Amy Schumer. The first one says to the other one and says, does this taste funny to you? The other one says, no. Who would win? Cooking competition team battle. Right side, they have Remy. Who would win? A clear container or one saucy boy. What about a non-stick pan versus eggs? Scrambled eggs. Tesla Roadster versus Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow? No. Yes. One piston cup? No. Yes. Dankness level? Better than normie. God tier. A piece of machinery specifically designed for allowing workers to easily and efficiently transport heavy materials. One chippy boy. Who is winning in a fight? Sam is not about to play with Jade, let's be honest. She's grabbing that butter sock and going to work. A massive global economy covering the entire planet with billions and billions of participants. Sideways boat. My drunk girlfriend was really upset about losing Connect 4. I mean, who could win against that amazing strategy? Who would win? Darth Vader or 10 basic Space Marines? I don't know much about 40k, I just know Space Marines are stormtroopers who are force-fed steroids 24/7. The comments section. I think Space Marines, from what I was checking in the comments of where I found this meme. Everybody else gets not safe for work for their YouTube. I've never had that before. Actually, definitely on Instagram. Barack Obama versus Waffle. Sorry, Barack. Imagine these guys playing Among Us against each other. If Goku and Vegeta were to take Trunks and Goten into the hyperbolical time chamber, trained them individually, then had them battle afterwards, which son do you think would win and why? Goten, because he's Goku's son. A natural sense of rhythm acquired through years of practice and self-discipline. One Tiki Boy. December 18th, 2022, 34-year-old Leo Messi will win the World Cup and become the greatest player of all time. Check back with me in 7 years. An ancient culture with millions of members. Some weird dots. Also, guys, I just want to say Merry Christmas. It is Christmas right now. I'm recording this video. Thank you so much for the support. I'm gonna tell you right now, 2025, I have some crazy good video ideas. I've got a massive notebook of all the comments which people have been recommending me ideas, and also ideas which I've done in the past which people have enjoyed. But I just want to say thank you so much. Merry Christmas if you celebrate it, and if you don't, I really hope you had a great year, and I hope we have a great 2025. It's something to look forward to. The most sticky notes stuck on the face in 1 minute is 60, achieved by Taylor Moria. Congrats, Taylor. Dad of my girlfriend. What are your intentions with my daughter? Me. World's fastest clapper. 802 claps in 1 minute. The first human on Earth must have been like cowards. List of discontinued Guinness World Records. Longest kiss. Reason for discontinue. Dangers associated with sleep deprivation. Fastest time to pierce 4 coconuts with 1 finger. His poor wife. Youngest child ever. Jonah is just 3 years old. My nephew is 2. Impossible. Oldest guy on Earth. The second oldest guy. How to create the world in 1 minute using Blender. God, who spent 6 entire days to create the world. This man has the record for the largest tongue in the world. Kylie Jenner gets a world record for most liked Instagram post. Everyone, can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time? I still believe if I went, I would complete the course with a world record. A 62-year-old former Marine broke the world record by planking for over 8 hours straight. Today I learned that the world record for the tallest stack of M&Ms is 6. The world record for alcohol consumption is by Andre the Giant, who drank 156 beers in 1 sitting, over 73 liters / 16 gallons. Somewhere out there has the unknown world record for the most pee-pee sucked. Your mum. My mum. I donated 30,000 to a random Twitch streamer. World record. I would cry if someone gave me $10. Same. There is currently a man floating down the Missouri River in a pumpkin attempting a 38-mile journey to break the world record. Man secures Guinness World Record by sticking 68 matches up his nose. We were on the verge of greatness. We were this close. The world record size poop I saw at Target. I've seen people describing witnessing a murder with less fear in their eyes. Korea's artificial sun sets world record after running at 100 million degrees for 2 seconds. My PC after running Cyberpunk on max settings. Fisherman lands a whopping 67-pound goldfish. May break world record. It was sheer luck. This guy is about to crush the dating apps. World record for pull-ups in 1 minute. 68. I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Real. No hands pull-up challenge. Record. If you had the 2006 Guinness Book of World Records, do you remember this guy who has the world record for the most straws stuffed in a mouth? Why is he dressed like he's in the Matrix? Slay. Sleeping competition held in Madrid. Perhaps the only competition I could win. Fastest ninja in the world. Bro, that's legit a heavenly strike. Woman sets world record by donating over 500 gallons of breast milk to help premature babies. What's her ad for congratulation purposes? Where can I buy them? I mean, congratulate her. The smallest fully functioning human pee-pee in the world is only 1/16 of an inch long. You said you wouldn't tell anyone. World's strongest priest has broken 19 powerlifting records, including the heaviest plane pulled by a man, 188 tons. Maxed out his stats. 112-year-old man, just 1 year and he is a teenager again. You can do it. Run the 5K in 10 minutes. Training is going good. The world record is 12 minutes. Guinness Book of World Records names the quietest place on Earth. Literally any room after I tell a joke. This dog sets a record for the longest frisbee catch. 109 yards is crazy long. Tiger walks record 800 miles in search of the deed. I've been there, bro. Couldn't describe my life any better. Student sets out to write paper. Ends up breaking world record for doing the deed to himself. The wife loves it when I leave notes for her around the house. Don't flush. Gone to get tape measure. Possible world record. Dreams up in smoke. French council worker who spent 8 years assembling 700,000 matchsticks into 23-foot Eiffel Tower has Guinness World Record entry rejected for using the wrong type of matches. Ask us a question. Messi or Ronaldo? As a company, neutral but messy. There's a toilet somewhere in the world that has the record for the most poops taken in it. No one knows which one it is. Philosophy was my invention. 633 divers set world record for cleaning ocean floor off Deerfield Beach. This does put a smile on my face. Dudes with a 20-inch dong. Me when the librarian isn't watching. Getting our PBs in the Guinness Book of World Records. Europe's strongest man. He sexually identifies as a construction crane. Nikon Coolpix. P900 83 times optical zoom world record. Finally, I can see my own PP. This man sacrificed himself for that Student made solar powered car. Sets a new world record by traveling 620 miles. Student mysteriously dies in apartment. Guinness World Record holder for the largest female mouth. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson holds the world record for the most selfies taken in 3 minutes. Ski jump world record Stefan Kraft in 2017. Bro really just used fly hacks like we couldn't see that. Record for largest video game collection. Took 8 days to count. Just broke my personal record for consecutive days lived. Going for the record again tomorrow. This is surprisingly extremely encouraging. Scientist in remote Antarctic outpost stabs colleague who told him endings of books he was reading. Pennsylvania man eats Chick-fil-A for over 130 days straight. Breaks unofficial record. College students. Oh, you're approaching me? Motorized shed hits 100 miles per hour to break speed record at Pendine Sands. Hell yeah, dude. Act now. These homes are going fast. So this person has the record for the best eyesight. She can identify people at a distance of more than a mile. So she can definitely see your pee-pee, guys. New Zealand accent voted sexiest in the world. It's because of Korg, isn't it? World record Minecraft hardcore run killed after 5 years by a baby zombie. Earth just lost its best defender. The first ever champion of a pie eating contest was an unnamed 6-year-old boy. In 1916, he managed to scoff a 10-inch pie in 15 seconds. Legend. Why didn't his parents name him? Main teen sets world record with Lego building skills. Guinness World Records of today's starter pack. Most number of toothpicks in beard. Eating noodles within minute. Loudest per cat. Stopping fan by tongue. YouTuber Nikocado Avocado reveals weight loss transformation in new video. What's the smaller one piloting the big one like a mech suit? The streamer misses a world record speedrun by 2 seconds and starts crying. The chat. Tammy Manis currently holds the world record for the longest mullet, measuring in at 5 feet and 8 inches long. 22 minutes and 22 seconds. In 2012, German freediver Tom held his breath underwater for 22 minutes and 22 seconds. The guy who filmed Finding Nemo. Are you challenging me? The world record for the largest video game collection. Worth $700,000 or a $12 credit at GameStop. My dog has held his breath for 3 days straight and is still going. Is it a world record? No, it's dead. Your dog is dead or stuffed? Afraid not. The world record is 7 days, 18 hours, and 12 minutes and 42 seconds. I think the dog's name was Roadkill. Parents. So do you have any plans for the future or things you want to achieve? Most quarters and belly button world record. Guinness Book of Records holds the record for being the book most often stolen from public libraries. Guinness giving Guinness a record. Drug carrying gaming dice spells onto highway, rolls a perfect 756,000. Though unfortunate it happened. Nobody got hurt, and now we own an unofficial world record for the largest dice roll in history. Okay, but this is the best part of the article. Considering the average roll of 2-sided dice is around 7, and approximately 216,000 dice were rolled. Trivium estimates the roll totaled 756,000. The truck was undamaged, having made its saving throw. You farted for 5 minutes straight. You were dreaming. Guinness World Records is at your house. Highway deputy sets world record for clocking out on time. Olympian who accidentally took grandmother's medication sets a world record for slowest bobsled run. Roses are red, my grades are slacking. College student was so scared to tell parents he got an F, he faked his own kidnapping. Roses are red, many caves are unexplored. California man eats 17 ghost peppers in 1 minute for world record. Guinness records back then. Cool mate, it looked like you deadlifted 2 SUVs. Now, you get a world record for chopping watermelons using a machete in 2 minutes. Polish fisherman catches unimaginable world record sized carp. A normal conversation. At the exact moment you were born, you were the youngest person on earth. I really broke the world record like that. World record for the fastest stopwatch. Point 2. So it's that easy to break a world record, huh? Florida. Okay, this guy just, this same meme from before, but better photo. The world isn't ready for the truth. Current world population. 7.69 billion. The entire world. Nice. World's oldest man. Chitetsu Watanabe dies just days after claiming world record. Rest in paradise. Time traveler breaks a record. The timeline. Dad finds button to end FaceTime call in record 27 seconds. A man in India set a world record in 1986 by spending 72 hours in a cage with 72 of the most venomous species of snakes in India to spread awareness that snakes don't bite unless provoked. He came out of the cage unharmed without a single bite. Sweden's Mondo Duplantis breaks the pole vault world record, clearing 6.25 meters at the Olympics to win gold. But at what cost? Now everyone thinks you have a baby carrot. Oldest dog ever recorded, broken by 30-year-old Bobby from Portugal. A 30-year-old dog. Damn, pay some taxes. Speedrunner upset that his run is going bad. Me watching a video titled New World Record. Florida man watches Spider-Man movie 292 times, setting a new world record. Florida man and Disney. Eminem has set a new world record, spitting 229 words in 30 seconds on Godzilla. Man farts are so deadly, he kills mosquitoes in a 6-meter radius. On January 1st, 1907, President Theodore Roosevelt shook the hands of over 8.5 thousand people, setting a world record which lasted for over 70 years. It is still the world record for a head of state. 13-year-old sets world record for assembling a Mr. Potato Head toy in less than 6 seconds. Girls, why do we live longer than boys? Okay, so you fly and I'll break the water ski world record. A record 1,500 private jets have arrived at the World Economic Forum in Switzerland to discuss what they can do about your carbon footprint. The popular streamer Tyler Ninja Blevins attempt to set a world record for most people flossing at once. No one is flossing. I'm not seeing enough movement incident. Charles King, the former king of Liberia, holds the Guinness World Record for the most fraudulent election ever. He won the 1927 election with 234,000 votes in a country with 15,000 voters. The world record for the deepest scuba dive was performed by Ahmed Gabba, a special forces officer of the Egyptian army. He reached a depth of 1,000 feet in approximately 12 minutes. However, it took him almost 15 hours for him to surface safely. 25 world records you could easily break. I could not break this, that's too many straws. New Guinness World Record goes viral after man drinks a Capri Sun in 10 seconds? Even my vocal boards couldn't believe that. Me trying to stay awake and break a world record. Somali athlete breaks the world record for slowest 100-meter race ever at 21.81 seconds, 8 seconds slower than second place. I just ate 107 bagel bites. Will I die in my sleep? My record was 6 once before this. You're dead. Frostbitten cat becomes first in the world to receive 4 titanium paws. Cyberpunk. Avengers Endgame was 3 hours long. Florida man has watched more than 110 times. A man named Jerry Harper counted to 1 million in 2007. He didn't leave his house or shave until he was done, and it was all live streamed from a webcam. He started counting on June 18th and finished on September 14th. Harper holds the Guinness World Record for highest number counted out loud. In 1994, teacher Annalisa Flanagan set a record for the loudest shout, reaching 121 decibels with a commanding, "Quiet!" Her impressive achievement has remained unmatched for nearly 30 years. 2012 was arguably the corniest year in recorded history. No, I would trade 2024 for Gangnam Style and thrift shop any day. Take me back. Love meeting everyone in London today.
There is no way you have met everyone in London in one day. It must have been a world record.
He didn't catch that fish. The fish let itself get caught. Angler catches potential new world record catfish. How do they get that big? God damn. Woman had to poop 9 times during marathon. Got a personal record. It's okay to stand out. US teen hands and feet are world record setting. Longest tongue, female. Has a tongue that measured 9 centimeters. That is long. That is very long. Snake's tongue. The first known cat with a name was an Egyptian cat named Nedjem, meaning sweetie, and lived 3,500 years ago during the reign of Thutmose III. Italian man exposed as a fraud to the Guinness Book of World Records for making 6 million handcrafted pizzas during the course of his lifetime. Most Big Macs consumed. Don loves Big Macs. In his life, he has eaten over 25,000 Big Macs and has kept every receipt. Some people do really crazy things because they want to get in the Guinness Book of World Records. Not Don, he just loves Big Macs. The honey badger is listed in the Book of World Records as the most fearless creature in the world. They eat anything and everything. Teenage Marvel fan breaks 2 Guinness World Records in Australia. Impossible. Breaking the record for the most backflips in 24 hours tomorrow. We had no idea this was happening, but you do you, bro. I just want to die now, but here is eye bleach. I got a rope and I got a knife. What do you want? Both? Dude's trying for world record speedrun. It's NNN, boys. World's biggest cereal bowl. John Cena's work with Make-A-Wish Foundation has earned him a world record after granting 650 wishes. India breaks Guinness World Record. Plants 66 million trees in just 12 hours. EA wins Guinness World Record for most downvoted Reddit comment in history. Most kids hit in the head using 2 dictionaries. Arno Raidmaker and his friend Chad hit 10 kids in the head using 2 dictionaries. Nobody, not a single soul. Instagram meme pages. I'm the current world record holder for the fastest acceptor on Instagram. Go, test me out. But if I accept you under 30 seconds, you gotta stay followed so I can hit 27k. Jimmy Defenu, a 48-year-old Belgian man, took it upon himself to smash the record for the longest time spent sitting on the toilet. Bob Hawke is the only Australian Prime Minister with a world record, and his world record is for drinking 2.5 pints of beer in under 11 seconds. Congrats, new world record has been achieved. Website, you must be of legal age to view this content. What year were you born? Me, at age 11, playing it safe. 1753. Ed Curie, creator of the Carolina Reaper, with his new certificate for his creation of Pepper X. No thanks, who keeps asking him to make these? Man builds an underground bunker that can survive the end of the world. World record for 1x1 Rubik's Cube. 8 minutes and 59 seconds. Photographer disqualified from AI image contest after winning with a real photo. Love it. I wanted to show that nature can still beat the machine and that there is still merit in real work from real creatives. Speedrunners, when they realized their world record run could have been 4 frames faster. I am failure. Received some very disappointing news today. We are always eager to hear of new world record attempts. Unfortunately, however, your claim to have memorized pi to 2 decimal places fails some distance short of the current record, and we will not be sending a member of our records management team to reevaluate it. Pi is not equal to 3.11, so this error would automatically invalidate your record attempts regardless. Let's create a world record by making this post the most upvoted post on Reddit. Far into the distance is where you should go off. Jonathan Lee Riches got the Guinness World Record for having filed the highest number of lawsuits in the world. When he heard of this, he sued the Guinness Book of World Records. The world's oldest living dog, a chihuahua named Toby Keith, breaks Guinness World Record. Australian Prime Ministers, disappearing while swimming in the ocean, holding a world record for drinking beer, pooping himself in a McDonald's. Pakistani students plant over 50,000 trees in 40 seconds in order to set a new world record. 100-year-old Walter Orthman sets world record for most loyal employee after working at a company for 84 years. Dog park record. On September the 2nd, 2019, a dog park record was established. 4 dogs in quick succession peed on 1 woman. This is Einstein. He is the world's smallest stallion who weighed less than a cat when he was born. What makes Einstein different for the smallest horse in the world is that he shows no signs of dwarfism. He is just a very tiny horse. A New Jersey woman rolled a pair of dice 154 times continuously at a craps table without losing. A 154 roll winning streak broke a world record. The probability of that was 1 in 5.6 billion. Mark Henry has the world record for combined lifts of snatch, clean and jerk, squat, bench press, and deadlift totaling 3,324.5 pounds, all in drug-tested competitions. This makes him arguably one of the strongest men to have ever lived. An airplane crashed into the Empire State Building in 1945. Among other damages, plane parts severed the cables of an elevator, and the woman inside fell over 70 stories. She lived and holds the world record for the longest survived elevator fall. Joey Chestnut with a new record, 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes. With children starving to death around the world, this type of contests show how shallow society can really be. They could have entered the contest. A long-haired tortoise cat named Tausa is credited with killing an estimated 28,000 mice in 24 years of work as the pest control expert at the Glenturret Whiskey Distillery in Scotland. Man dies after freezing himself in iceberg in attempt to beat Avatar Aang record. A virtual estate plot has just sold for 2.4 million. A reminder that the Avengers were this close to removing the gauntlet from Thanos' hand. Enjoy your day. What it looks like and what it feels like. Spider-Man has a girlfriend. The girlfriend. Guess I'll fool. Iron Man playing with Spider-Man at the beach. What a great dad. Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Far From Home. Ideas of the next one. Spider-Man Homeless. Can we finally admit this movie was not all that? Can we finally admit that I'm gonna ratio you for this atrocious take? Mysterio exposed Spider-Man so hard that he left the MCU. Spider-Man vs. Ant-Man, the final battle for the right to be in the next Avengers movie. That moment when you're Iron Man, but your son prefers Spider-Man. It's not easy being Tony Stark. Thor is a jerk. Oh, he needs the toilet. Spider-Man when you are watching alone, and Spider-Man when your parents walk in. Spider-Man doesn't kill people, fire does. When you can tell what family member is walking up the stairs from the sound of their footsteps. Spider-Man's top 3 feats of strength: Andrew Garfield catching a car, Tom Holland holding a ferry together, Tobey Maguire carrying William Dafoe's massive schlong. Of all the Spider-Men in the multiverses, I believe this one has the most pointless and tragic existence. Shouldn't be laughing this hard at a shadow. 7-year-old me in a corner of the pool. I went to Comic-Con as Uncle Ben. The goal: die in front of as many Spider-Men as possible. My grandpa got bitten by a spider and he was really upset, so I went to get some cream, but before I could leave the room I heard him say, "At this age, I can't handle the responsibility of being Spider-Man. I think I am half Batman and half Spider-Man because I have no money and no superpowers. Everyone in New York. I wonder who Spider-Man could be. Peter Parker arriving at school every day. Join the Avengers, they said. You could be the next Iron Man, they said. Spider-Man with and without CGI. Peter Parker in Spider-Man 3 was actually insane. He caught a body, then immediately went to go tell his auntie. If you're having a bad day, here's Peter Parker being confused when his web didn't stick to a monster made of water. Spider-Man villains, when they realized that they could have used bug spray to defeat him. Peter Parker was really 14 in Civil War. A lot to think about here. Tony, come fight Captain America with me. Peter, I'm 14. Okay, 14, come fight Captain America with me. They did the meme. I can now die happy knowing this happened. Strange really went ahead and hit a 17-year-old with a train. Breaking. Venom reportedly spotted in a gay bar. Okay. Fork spotted in kitchen. Come on now. Do I have to watch Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, and 2 to understand what's going on in Spider-Man 3? Finally, someone put it into words. Jamie Foxx was an amazing Electro. Even I, being a racist, look forward to his return in Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man, when he finds out MJ is cheating on him with Peter Parker. That one friend who will stay with us lifelong. Yeah, really? Okay, then why didn't Spider-Man come down when the Titanic was sinking? Now I can die in peace, having known that I've seen Deadpool holding a can of Raid while next to Spider-Man and Ant-Man. Psst, Spidey, what did you get for number 7? Dude, shut up. I don't want to get in trouble. I got Waterloo. This is a math test. Are we not going to talk about the fact that Deadpool is writing with scissors? There was only one Tony Stark at Tokyo Comic Con, and this is what happened to them. What is his canon event? Eating. PS4 Spider-Man updated. You can now recreate this iconic meme. New head canon that there is a Spider-Verse where this dude is actually Spider-Man. Bold of you to assume it isn't in our universe. Spooderman is canon. Imagine drawing Spider-Man in MS Paint really poorly as a joke, and years later it's in an official Spider-Man movie. Spider-Verse. 20 things Miles Morales can do that Peter Parker can't. Hug his parents. This genuinely might be the funniest thing I've seen in years. Tom Holland accidentally uploads entire Avengers 4 movie to Twitter. This actually stressed me out. For a second I was like, did I? Sorry, I just had to vent. Vent. Is this a game to you? Character who is doomed by the narrative, but essentially responds to it by going, "Nuh-uh, who are you?" No one seems to grasp the concept of the mask. Mind the fourth wall. When Spider-Man is Deadpool for a moment, Spider-Man breaks the fourth wall a lot too. It's just Deadpool doesn't have a fourth wall. The Avengers now hiring. The Avengers are hiring? Oh yeah, dressed to impress. When Tony Stark wants your help, but you've got homework. I'm gonna need the suit back. Whatever, man, you're not my real uncle. Give me the anti-serum. You'll get the anti-serum when you pay rent. Explain a film plot badly. Two guys fighting over a pair of glasses in Italy. I was wondering if Spider-Man's spider sense is based on an actual thing spiders can do, so I googled, can spiders sense danger? And here's what the National Wildlife Federation said. Spiders can detect danger coming their way with an early warning system called eyes. It doesn't have a case. Gee, Pete, if only you'd caught Gwen that quickly. Spider-Man then. No problem, I can handle this. Spider-Man now. Mr. Stark, help. Inside his nose is a regular Spider-Man. Regular Spider-Man? Yeah, it's a regular Spider-Man. You don't have to be mean to him. Spidey got no chill. The hell is this? What? I'm Spider-Man. Read a paper. Where's your costume? Your mum's washing it for me. POV, you are falling, but Spider-Man is there to save you. One day every Spider-Man actor becomes a soldier. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary. Marvel, why Spider-Man is getting further from his home every movie. I'm Hulk, so I'm strong. I'm Spider-Man, so I shoot webs. Okay, so basically I'm very small. This is Spider-Man. He is sick. When Spider-Man is sick, he doesn't travel, he stays at home. Be like Spider-Man. Don't leave your house. My son was scared to get his blood drawn today, but we convinced him they are checking to see if he's the next Spider-Man. Spider-Man? Yeah, I was the one who bit him. Now he's Hollywood. He doesn't even come by the hood anymore. A bus full of innocent people who were hurt for no reason. Spider-Man stopping a bus and doing thousands of dollars worth of damages instead of picking up a kid. Some stupid kid. Tom Holland on the set of Captain America, Civil War. A young spider shows off to Mama Spider who can't be bothered. Mum, are you watching? Mum, you're not watching. A teen boy's body changes and he discovers he can shoot a white sticky liquid out of his body. McDonald. This universe will be very confused when Spider-Ham orders a man burger instead of a hamburger. Peter, my spidey senses are tingling. Something bad is happening. The rest of the kids on the bus. Yeah, dude, there's a giant alien circle in the sky. I sense a faint smell of danger. Spider-Man, no more home. When Spider-Man broke out of the most secured facility on the eastern seaboard with just a calculator and paper, I've noticed there's some random kid at Tony's funeral in Endgame. Does anyone know who he is? Whether or not you realize it, we are in the golden age of Spider-Man. I think having a Spider-Man costume as a kid is a universal experience, and that is Tobey Maguire's influence. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movies sucked. They're not for you. They're for me, aged approximately 8. 45-year-old idiot. The story is just lacking in emotional density. 6-year-old me, seeing Spider-Man do a flip. Thor, I'm the god of thunder. Hulk, I'm the strongest Avenger. Spider-Man, parkour. They took the Spider-Man pointing meme to a whole new level. Some say that Andrew Garfield was the best Spider-Man. Some say it's Tom Holland. But deep down, we all know that everyone has their own favorite version. And we should respect that and offer valid criticism only if necessary, without insulting them personally. Spider-Man No Way Home star Tom Holland has revealed that one of the 3 Spider-Man's actors wore a fake butt in the movie, but he won't reveal who. We all know who it was. What did he attach his web to? Uncle Ben. I met Tom Holland today at a restaurant, but he didn't feel so good. My nephew's 10th birthday is tomorrow, and all he wanted was the Spider-Man Infinity War costume, so of course we're being extra. This belongs to you. 15-year-old boy acts as a 14-year-old girl on WhatsApp, lures and assaults Predator while wearing a Spider-Man mask. My true successor. Behind every gay person is a gayer, more evil gay person. How bad could the baby powder have been? Spider-Man 2 regrets baby powder endorsement. It has more dislikes than views. When your friend is telling you their family lore, and how you've got beef with people you've never met. When Sandman is on the loose, but you're low-key just a chill guy who's waiting to receive the key to the city. Radioactive spider, realizing that it needs to bite a dude again. Ah man, here we go again. Peter Parker watching Sony and Marvel fight and mentally preparing himself to lose Uncle Ben a 4th time. Realest part of Civil War is when Cap and Spider-Man couldn't get through a fight without letting people know they were from New York. I'll be honest, I tried to improve the very busy Spider-Man Homecoming poster, and I no longer know where the original ends and mine begins. Peter Parker talking to Tony Stark. What are your superpowers again? I'm rich. Hey everyone. How did Tony get Spider-Man? We have money. Oh, thank God. 2017, Spider-Man Homecoming. 2019, Far From Home. 2020, Stay at Home. I love this picture of Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield. Spider-Man, No Way From Home. Disappointment, that's for fans only. Spider-Man fans, I missed the part where that's my problem. There's only one person who can save the Spider-Man franchise now. Into the Spider-Verse has one negative review. Spider-Man is a menace. Of course it's written by Jonah. What the hell is this? I'm not crying, I'm weeping. There's a difference. Spider-Man, gentle man with arachnid abilities. Dust. Forever, no matter what age I am, I'm forever obsessed with Spider-Man. Rest in peace, Uncle Ben, but respectfully, I need it. Name this character. Wrong answers only. Spider-Man. Tony Stark, my suit is out of power. Can you come pick me up? Peter Parker. Treat yourself to 19 inches of venom. Treat myself to what now? Shut up. The kid literally brought him the banana since the lady wouldn't let him take it on the flight. Imagine hating me and I'm just over here like, Peter, who can lift up to 10 tons in cannon, carrying an elephant in his arms. This is my new pet. Tony, losing all color in his face. Okay, cool, okay. Which superhero would I like to be when I grow up? All of them. Don't do anything I would do. And definitely don't do anything I wouldn't do. Thinking intensified. Why did the movies never show us this Spider-Man? Fun fact, Spider-Man once beat the Hulk by telling him a joke that was so funny he turned back into Bruce Banner to laugh. Who's the photographer who takes the pictures of Spider-Man? Photo by Peter Parker. Toby is the best Spider-Man. No, Andrew was the most comic accurate. Shut up, Tom is the best. Peter Parker is the best Spider-Man. Man, this bagel really hits the what? This parallel is killing me. Do you guys think that into the Spider-Verse there's a Spider-Man that's literally just this dude? I ended up adding Miles too. Miles with yellow lenses is actually genius. Peter B. My uncle Ben served in World War II. Miles. My dad served in World War III. Peter P. Me when I see Spider-Man at home. I assumed you'd be far from here. Peter Parker. A summary. I literally don't know what to do, but I love it. Tom Holland goes undercover on Reddit. He could be any one of us. I choose to believe Brooklyn just loves him, so they pretend they don't know who he is. They counseled him twice. Let me have my denial. Peter Parker in the 2002 movie is absolutely incredible. He gets bitten by a ridiculously jacked red and blue spider, and he doesn't say, hey, maybe someone should take me to the hospital. Nope, he just goes home. Then the bite swells to the size of a jawbreaker, but he's like, nah, I just need a nap. The next day he wakes up and discovers he doesn't need his glasses anymore, and now has a six-pack. Does he completely freak out? No, he just says, cool, iconic. Teaching STEM without teaching the humanities is how you get Spider-Man villains. Teaching theater without teaching the humanities is how you get Batman villains. Live look at literally every Spider-Man fan right now. Come join us, Tom. You did good, kid. You did good. I'm laughing so hard because no matter what song you listen to, Spider-Man dances to the beat. No matter what song. What the hell? Put the phone down and run. Peter is the one who helped Thor find Doctor Strange's sanctum. Whoa, guys, I'm starting to think that Iron Man might show up in this. This is what Spider-Man and Iron Man Tumblr posts look like. I see you. Why are you holding it back, Pete? And why are you holding my hand? It helps me focus. Do the Spider-Verse kids all have slightly different meme cultures? Miles, look, I can fit my whole fist in my mouth. Gwen, freaky flexing, but alright. Miles through his fist. Okay, but remember Peter B's world is most like ours. So Miles and Gwen would have slightly off memes and distress him when he's had a hard enough time remembering his own world's memes. Police sirens in the distance. Peter, who has never done anything wrong in his life ever. They're coming for me. Huh? Sony and the MCU. When your Spider-Man tattoo disappears after taking a shower. How to draw Spider-Man. 1. Draw 3 circles. 2. Draw the rest of Spider-Man. When you see Spider-Man leaving criminals in webbing rather than body bags. Is John Cena playing Sandman in an upcoming Spider-Man movie? Spider-Man wondering who he's supposed to fight. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web in his eyes. Catches thieves, eats those guys. Hey wait, don't do that, Spider-Man. Superhero fight scenes on/near trains. Spider-Man 2, Batman Begins, The Wolverine, Spider-Man 3. And then we have Ant-Man. Here's hoping the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer smacks harder than Gwen Stacy's head. Spider-Man work from home. The retirement. Is he gonna jump or is he gonna become Spider-Man again? Spider-Man, Far From Chrome. Did you know, in Spider-Man 2002, the shoes the Green Goblin wears are modified Nike flight posties? Never forget Peter's profile picture for Ned. 2 minutes after parents leave. Chrome, I'm now going on incognito. 5-year-old brings drugs to class, says it makes him feel like Spider-Man. The Spider-Man in question. Why is Spider-Man so thick? He's doing those squats. A kid in a Spider-Man costume asks me if he's really Spider-Man. I reply with, of course you are, to make him happy. He jumps off the building. Me, after watching Spider-Man Far From Home. The first MCU film in 11 years without a Stan Lee cameo. I missed him a lot today. Life hack, be a jacked nerd. You know you're in trouble when that one funny friend gets quiet. Hollywood hasn't remade Spider-Man in a couple of weeks. I hope they're okay. So it turns out Marvel have a comic generator on their website. I want to sit down. Oh no. Man, early 2000s comic book movies just hit different. Marriage is all about compromise. A few days later, this guy landed Zendaya. I'm a pirate. Arr. Why are the X-Men always wearing like headbands and being like, yeah, this counts as a disguise. Superhero disguise tis. A tier, B, C, X. The I won't kill you, but your hospital bills will gang. You got games on your phone. I love Ned and Peter's contact photos for each other. I stan actual dorks. Miles Morales didn't need another father figure, but Peter Parker definitely needed a son figure. She wanted kids and it scared me. I love you, I'm so proud of you. Do I want kids? Peter Parker, entering his therapist's office through the window with an apple juice in hand. Maurice, you're not gonna believe this. Does whatever a spider can. Not Aunt Mace, no. Geometry test, find angle Ben. Spider-Man's cousin, Bedbug, just tried watermelon on pizza. Honestly, it was pretty good. That's him, officer. That's the guy right there. Take the shot before he gets away. Shout out to Spider-Man PS4 for having one of the best fake social media feeds. More accurate portrayal of how this generation acts than the entirety of Life is Strange. I thought this was a real post for a minute. Babe, please stop quoting old Spider-Man movies and do the deed with me. I missed the part where that's my problem. Actor Tom Holland reveals his agency mixed up the names and mistakenly sent him Tom Holland's Marvel bonus. Oh, I even read it wrong. My brain automatically corrected it. The existence of a Tom Holland and a Tom Hollander implies that somewhere out there is a Tom Hollandest. Dear diary, you better write me back this time. Peter, that's Norman Osborn, my most dangerous enemy. Miles, fam, who messed up that man's hairline? Peter, kid, this guy's dangerous. He's a killer. If someone cut my hair like that, I would be too. I like this detail of when Gwen got the selfie of her and Miles, printed it, and converted it into her universe's art style, because the material used to do that came from her dimension. Interesting story about that poster is that it's actually me asleep. That's not part of the movie. That's me in between takes asleep. We were shooting the scene and I was just really tired that day, and I was just asleep on the floor, and the photographer took a photo. So when they made that the poster, I was like, what the hell, guys? So that iconic photo of Spidey laying in front of the Avengers Tower was actually just Tom Holland napping on set. Fine. The old-fashioned way then. Avengers 4. Carol Denver uses Tony Stark as a baseball bat and beats the hell out of Thanos. Carol, let's get help. Peter, stomping into the room. I hate everything, Tony. I went to a Spider-Man lookalike contest and I lost. lost to Deadpool. Strange spits out tea. Tony Stark didn't die until he was canonically established as Spider-Man's father figure. The Parker curse. Jake Gyllenhaal. I've got you now, Spider-Man. This is where you meet your end. You're like a father to me. Jake, dying on the spot. What the hell? Spider-Man's been putting the E in dad for half a century. Tony likes to make fun of Batman's voice. Bonus. What is the password? Iron Man sucks. Batman's voice. I am Iron Patriot. It sucks. Pepper, very pregnant. My water just broke. Peter. Don't worry, we'll get you a new... Oh, wait, you mean your body water? Tony. You can lift up to 10,000 kilograms. That's like Peter thinking about his abandoned Nintendogs. Almost enough to lift the weight of my sins. Yes. Tony, what do you mean? Spider-Man doesn't kill people, but Japanese Spider-Man does. Everyone forgets the first time Iron Man and Spider-Man teamed up. Green Goblin when Fortnite Spider-Man starts building. Man, I wish I had that guy's fits, but he probably wishes he had someone else's fits. Damn, I got this on. He does not have that on. What do you think happened here? Wrong answers only. Oh, I know. I was there. I am Spider-Man. Tom Holland meeting Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield for the first time on the set of Spider-Man No Way Home. This movie was so good. Spider-Man game for PC releases. 2 days later, take off your mask. I want to see my nephew. Grove Street for life, Aunt May. I just delivered a Spider-Man four-wheeler to this house, and the little boy ran outside and hugged me so hard like I paid for it. You're welcome, son. Damn. First-person superhero games be like Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Daredevil, Iron Man, Spider-Man helping out the owner of a local art store, and then giving him a Spider-Man discount. So now Miles only goes in there if he's in his suit. Art store owner realizes his secret identity because Miles was one of his favorite customers, and now he suddenly stopped coming in. Greatest Spider-Man. Was it you, Ben? I swear to God if it's you. I swear that wasn't me. Why would people assume that it's me? You literally posted a video using Miguel's account on why Ben Riley's so awesome. It was only one time. You wake up as Spider-Man. What's the first thing you do? I probably wouldn't tell anyone. Maybe I'd probably go on holiday to like a forest and test out my abilities. I think Tom Holland is a great Spider-Man. He is the exact height and age I envisioned when I first wrote Spider-Man. Spidey was never supposed to be too large. How is my friend Tom doing? No. Rest in peace, Stanley. If you ever felt useless, remember that they handcuffed Superman. Millions watched as this flying alien helped destroy a major city. And this dude doesn't look familiar to anyone. A perfectly good train. Superman. A kid Superman could have just grabbed and flown away with. I don't get how he looks like he's struggling. It's just a train. How would Superman hold up in a race against the Flash? Superman would end up at the finish line. The Flash would end up in 2034. Halloween 2019. My Superman and his Supergirl. You didn't think this couple's costume completely through though, because Supergirl is Superman's cousin. I haven't seen Batman vs Superman, but isn't that like the most obvious battle ever? Superman literally has laser eyes. I think it's more of an emotional battle, like Divorce Court or something. Oh, makes sense. Then Batman wins because he has more emotional turmoil and is goth. Imagine meeting Superman and your parents clicked this picture of you with him. Not even Superman in the photo. Critics. Superman never smiles. Warner Bros. Here you go. What it would look like if Marvel handled the DC cinematic universe. I have the power to wipe out the entire human race. Green Rock goes brrrr. You have a stupid S on your chest. It's my people's symbol for hope. Hope starts with an H. Stupid. When Superman tells a joke and you have to laugh because you don't want your neck snapped. You need to stop flying and start jogging. 2006 and 2014, he finally learned to wear underwear inside. Me, if I had Superman's powers. Me, just 5 seconds later. Why does the Superman stunt double from Peacemaker look more like Superman than anyone they've ever casted? Your worst enemy is a clown. Yours is a rock. Superman needs his butt kicked for this. It was on his day off. Maybe I could move the earth out of the way. If I had a week, I couldn't list all the reasons that won't work. Batman is having none of your stuff today, Superman. It's back. Superman criticized as unrealistic for portraying a journalist as heroic. Is there anything Batman's center button can't do? Superman replied, save his parents. Superman, the man of nipple twists. Eventually they'll need to reinvent Superman's alter ego because nobody reads newspapers anymore. Clark Kent, the BuzzFeed editor. 10 people who are definitely not Superman. Sweats nervously. You wake up as Superman. What's the first thing you do? Go back to sleep and hopefully wake up to be Batman. Yes, because if I wake up as an alien demigod who can fly at supersonic speeds and lift an aircraft carrier above his head, the first first thing I'll think is, I wish I were an unstable orphan in a bat costume. Salesman. Slaps Superman's abs. This good man can fit so many millions in property damage. I told you this mask doesn't go good with this costume. Nobody on any earth. British Superman gets stabbed. Oi there, mate. Bit rude to put that knife in my chest, didn't it? Henry Cavill takes 7-year-old nephew to school after he's teased for saying he knows Superman. Clark Kent takes off his glasses to clean them. The civilians passing by.
Is that Superman?
Superman giving a kryptonite bullet to Batman as a part of trust. Batman, who keeps a bucket load of kryptonite in his cave because he doesn't trust Superman. Everyone. Superman's disguise is dumb. How come people around him can't notice him? Henry Cavill. No one recognizes Superman. Henry Cavill. While standing by movie billboard. Who is faster, Superman or the Flash? The cameraman. Batman, Bruce Wayne. Superman, Clark Kent. Me staring at Superman after my 12-hour shift just to see him throw my car to the villain and miss. God, I love early comics. They just go against everything that modern comics are trying to do in the best ways. The heat of my X-ray vision melts the metal and turns it into red-hot molten steel. A wonderful thirst quencher when they go around the Justice League Thanksgiving table saying what superpower they are thankful for, and Batman is about to answer. Imagine finding an alien baby in the middle of your cornfield and naming it Clark. What's bad about the name Clark? When soap gets in your eye, even Superman's weak to soap. Superman fans? Superman can't lose to Batman. I know, the Man of Steel is literally invincible. Batman fans? Batman is just some dude. How is he so powerful? I don't know, it's amazing. Superman is Clark Kent. Bruce Wayne is Batman. People arguing over who's the most powerful Avenger. Me, pathetic. When you see Superman using the car, you're still making payments on as a weapon. Tell me, do you need a ride? Because you will. This means hope, and this means you're about to get your butt kicked. Me, fantasizing about being Superman, helping the world's problems. Me, solving the world's problems on day one. I don't know who made this, but it's a perfect analogy. How Americans see USA. USA in reality. How history is taught, and what actually happened. Henry Cavill refused to take steroids to muscle up for the role. He also refused any digital touch-ups or enhancements to his body in his shirtless scenes. He said it would have been dishonest of him to use trickery while playing Superman. He also did the flying himself. How far is Superman getting? If Superman isn't holding back at all, he runs through half the verse like butter in less than a second. He would get overwhelmed eventually, but he is a universe-level threat easily. Today, the Superman cookie in my closet turns 17. At that point, you gotta carry that thing for life. I think that's what they're doing. Paranoid billionaire afraid of immigrant. The best Halloween costume of the year. Nobody would have guessed Superman would have died of appendicitis. Superman, you can't kill me, I'm bulletproof. Me, shoots an arrow at him. Superman, stares. Superman, I could finally defeat Goku. Batman, Clark, that was Yamcha. Seeing Zoe Deschanel without bangs or glasses made me accept that maybe people couldn't figure out that Clark Kent was Superman. Superman in the movie. Good question. Let me explain my origin, strength and weaknesses. Superman in my adventures with Superman. Man, I don't know. I saw this online and now it's the only Superman movie I really want to see made. I want to see a comic about the CIA trying to murder Clark Kent and making it look like an accident. Not because they know he's Superman, but because he's a really good journalist. Make it a comedy because the CIA assassins can't figure out why their attempts keep failing. Look at his face, man. He is so disappointed in you. I'm sorry, you built this in your garage? I mean, yeah, the guys at the lab all said I was crazy. You built a jetpack in your garage and your first thought was, I should use this to commit crime. Well, when you put it that way, POV, you just poured the fattest bowl of cereal just to open the fridge and see there's no milk. My 5-year-old likes to tell me he hates Superman just to be a jerk, so I've started telling him a bedtime story that's actually just the first Superman movie without any of the names, and it's his favorite story ever. You got played, son. Virgin Flash. No, we are the Flash. I'm the paragon of love. Chad Superman. Every power comes with its own burden. The time when Henry Cavill tagged all DC and Marvel actors for National Superhero Day, and the only person that replied to him was Jason Momoa. Following your lead, brother. Love ya. When you're on your way to Krypton, but end up in Compton, Justice League executive, we can just CGI Henry Cavill's mustache out. It'll be fine and not look weird at all. Henry Cavill. My parents are dead. Mine too. Cancelled. Missing plot. I liked this movie. How it looks, taking a friend to the gym for the first time. There were a group of characters dressed as superheroes at the local costume shop. This young boy who uses a walker did his best to walk and approach Superman and simply just said, thank you. Even Superman started to cry. I hope the teenager who got assigned the task of putting up these movie posters got a promotion for his advertising ingenuity. POV. That one sink mark in the toilet resisting the strongest piss blast known to man. man. Boys if they got superhero powers. Everyone is so pathetic. I'm just like Homelander, but I'm real. Men if they got superhero powers. I know that I must be you. Our world needs love, but it's a struggle through my selfish nature. Nevertheless, I must try and do good, or the world will suffer through my inaction. When you get out of the shower and immediately have to take a poop, I am giving Superman a bob window, and a belly window, and a butt window. I like windows. You have no idea how much this just cheered me up. I think we all owe Clark Kent an apology for the glasses thing. Both are unrecognizable by a single piece of clothing. Both have saved entire cities. Both have smart supervillains, but only one lives in the tri-state area. I wish I had girls' underwear on right now. Huh? Mr. Online left. Mr. Online was added. Hey, stay right there. Remember that time Captain America laughed at Superman for eating cookies at the Oscars? Captain Marvel would KO Superman, but you're not ready for that conversation. She literally lost in this scene. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become another hero. Superman. Hey man, why the hell do you have a whole file on how to kill us? Batman. Supergirl. Why does my new outfit have knee pads? Superman. Instead of kryptonite, new LGBTQ plus Superman will be crippled by anyone using wrong pronouns. Hey him. Ah! Hi, I'm Clark. Clark? Wait, yeah, I see it now. Well, again, gosh, I really still have to revealing my identity. I'll never tell. Okay, so this is why we haven't went back to the moon. Superman is stronger. Thor is stronger. Captain Jack Sparrow. Yes. I wore a Superman t-shirt in a bar and someone shouted, Jesus, Superman has let himself go. 2 will protect you. The other 10 will try to kill you. Superman and Wonder Woman. So I'll have something to do while Superman is protecting me. Diary 30. Superman is coming to school. Diary 31. Diary 32. Jim Arc. That's me landing in your DMs as not Superman or Batman, but as your man. It's kind of smooth, you know? Your mother's name is Martha too. Anarchy? Oni-chan? First look at David Consweat's Clark Kent and Superman. No cap, bussin'. I'll miss Henry, man. What? They managed to kill a Justice League member without degrading them? Impossible. How the hell was Superman able to fight while having kryptonite literally stabbed in his chest? If Superman and Batman sit down across from each other in a diner and chat, I will eat one shoe. If they talk about how they would have solved each other's problems with ease, I will eat another shoe. If Batman interrupts Superman by saying, because I'm Batman, I will add another shoe. Okay, good to know. Back to you in a few years. What? The wheels take impact and stress off your legs, and the position helps your spine, but you're still doing running motions instead of biking motions, so your legs are getting a good workout and you can go for longer. Nerdy stuff aside, imagine how cool it would just be to let those feet fly into the air and do a Superman pose down a highway. Nerdy stuff aside, you can act like Superman. That is nerdy stuff. So me and my fiance had a conversation about the evil Superman trope. We came to this conclusion. Incel, Chad, himbo. No, it's not good for Superman to be ridiculed like this. You are disrespecting him. But is that me? What a polite joke. Have not stopped thinking about this tweet. Hi Superman. Say Superman, what's it like being a hero to millions? Hi Kermit. Well, Kermit, you told me. Zack Snyder. What you want, DC? Just mess up my cinematic universe. Zach, I got you, fam. Do you think Jack Quaid, who plays Huey Campbell in The Boys and voices Superman in My Adventures with Superman, would look great as a live-action Superman? Recently, some pre-production photos from the ill-fated Superman Lives project were released of Nicolas Cage in test photos as Superman. Call me crazy, but with a little help, he might have pulled it off. The difference between a poorly written and well-written Superman. My name is Kal-El. I'm an alien whose people have gone extinct. My parents sent me to Earth to save me. I'm not like you humans. Hi, I'm Clark Kent from Smallville, Kansas. I use my gifts to help my fellow man and do good like my parents taught me to. To those who say Superman's Clark Kent disguise sucks, here's Bono with and without glasses. You must assemble a team of 3 heroes to take down a bloodlusted, fully powered Superman. Who do you choose? Superman reading The Dark Knight Returns. Arguments don't get much less valid than yours. My cousin's lighter he's had for years. He barely noticed the issue when I saw it for the first time today and pointed it out. It doesn't say Spider-Man, it says Superman. Oh, I accidentally stubbed my toe. I'll make believe it hurt me, or Lois might get suspicious that I'm actually Superman. Batman vs Superman looks great. Ben Affleck's chin grew 3 sizes that day when you're about to die, but Batman's got your back. It's basically impossible to move your eyes smoothly unless they're unfocused, but Superman's heat vision moves perfectly smoothly when he turns his head. Either Kryptonians have incredible control over their eye movements, or Superman is just blindly firing lasers out of his eyes. DC Films still doesn't know what to do with Superman. The studio reportedly is unsure how to make the character relevant to modern audiences. Yeah, there is really no way to make the story of a space refugee adopted by farmers in middle America, who later becomes a journalist and a hero focused on fighting injustices and thwarting the schemes of a selfish billionaire. Relevant to modern times. My mum, 9-year-old me, laughing at a dirty joke I shouldn't understand. Journalists in 1970. My, this article will expose a major scandal of the government. Journalists in 2020. Here is 5 reasons why Superman can beat Goku, and 5 reasons why Goku can beat Superman. Kent, get your incredibly muscular 350-pound nerdy butt in my office. We need to run a story about Superman for our newspaper. We suspect he may have a secret identity. Since you have the exact same hairstyle and facial structure as Superman, I want you to do the article. Besides, you seem to know him better than anyone. Fun fact. Lex Luthor cheated on Superman with Robin and then blamed Superman. Superman, I can only reverse time for emergencies. Me, looking at my corn dog on the ground. Superman plays. Vampire, sunlight. Superman, kryptonite. Narcissists, facts. Christopher Reeves bulked up over 40 pounds of muscle mass to play Superman with the help of David Prowse. So, Superman and Darth Vader were gym buddies. Justice League tryouts. Superman, what's your power? I know when geese are sad. That's not really helpful. Look what you did. Superman Legacy will star a 25-year-old Clark Kent. This is the worst crop of actors suggested for Superman I have ever seen. Bank being robbed. Superman flies there instantly. Flash runs there in seconds. Batman. For decades, fans have asked the age-old question. Who would win? Superman or Fat Daniel? What? Mayor, thanks for saving the city. Superman. The Justice League will pay for the damages. Batman. I'm Batman. Gets a moon thrown at him. Gets slapped by Superman. Takes a huge moon rock. Hits a car. Comes back like a boss. Takes 15-minute nap. Due to Superman's photogenic memory and his super speed, Superman can read enough books fast enough to gain a PhD level knowledge within a certain field in seconds. Is this true? A teenager has changed his name to Captain Fantastic faster than Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine, Hulk, and the Flash combined. David Cornsweat has replaced Henry Cavill as Superman. When you want No, let's give him a chance. You see, I do want Henry Cavill, but I just want more Superman movies. Like, come on. Warner Bros. Really just fired Henry Cavill on his birthday. MCU fans, join us. Join the dark side. Drunk Superman passes out at a party. Frat guy. Look, dudes, I'm drawing glasses on Superman. Whoever the hell this guy is. Holding my little man's hand and asking him the age-old question. What do you want to be when you grow up? Dad, I want to be Superman. Lucky I have 2 other kids. Spotted in the wild. I hate this place. Defend billionaires. We're just like you. If you saw Lex do this in a Superman comic, you would be like, psh, way over the top. Like, not even a supervillain would be this obvious. Hey, like my disguise? I hate you. Clark Bruce, I can show you the world. Stop it. You promised. I was 8. It decided on justice. I'm glad he'll go home after all this. And speaking of which, it's time we left as well. I want to say Batman should get a jetpack or something because this is getting ridiculous, but it's so cute. DC put this ad in the middle of a comic where Superman is actually fighting Doomsday, and it was super confusing. 76% of our followers think Batman with prep time could beat Godzilla. He'd call Superman. Batman. Parents shot and killed in front of him when he was a child. Superman. Entire home planet destroyed. Last of his people. Spider-Man. Parents died when he was young. Uncle killed when he could have prevented it. Captain Marvel. Being told baseball isn't for girls. I love their friendship so much, like you don't get it. Superman and Batman should always be like this. I thought you'd never get here. I told you I was on his trail. What did you expect? Guys? OG versions of Superman, Batman, Joker, and Wonder Woman will hit public domain in a decade. Indie horror filmmakers. The aura that Superman's body generates, the same that protects his body from damage, prevents grime and dirt from clinging long to his flesh to keep him perpetually clean. The best scene ever in Superman the Animated Series is when Detective Bowman is telling Kent about how Clark Kent died, and she's like, oh, that's too bad. And it just pans over to show Superman sitting on the other side of the room, like, me and Superman, about to beat this big lizard. It's gonna be awesome. Oh wait, don't engage him. He's more powerful than he looks. I second this. He destroyed my Dragon Zord with ease. Hey, if you beat him, just know I wore him down for you. Wait, all of you recognize this lizard? You guys are in different universes. How is this possible? Anyone else know about this lizard? Why don't we have a good Superman game? Instead of action, what about a story-driven superhero game? Look, John, everything light touches is our kingdom. But what about that shadowy place there? It's Gotham. Batman lives there with a kryptonite and his box of matches. You know how Clark Kent interviews Bruce Wayne a lot? You know how he also interviews Superman a lot? Well, hear me out. What if Bruce Wayne is Superman? I was going to point out that Bruce Wayne lives in Gotham, while Superman is from Metropolis. But then I realized that would be the perfect way for him to throw us off the trail. Superman can fly around the world fast enough to turn back time. My friend, explaining that Superman is the greatest of all superheroes and that he's basically an unstoppable god. Me. Didn't Batman beat him with a glowing rock? Superman invented daddy culture. This hurts me more than it hurts you, son. Punish me, daddy, I deserve it. This is the most horrifying tweet I've seen in a long time. Awkward Superman. What's that? Oh no, I took his head off. Superman's getting shot at? Oh, you killed them. I don't get the last one. This took a far different turn than I expected. What do you wear to bed? Lacy black bra and booty shorts in the summer. Okay, but what about like in the winter? Do you wear warm pajamas? My mum is making me throw out my Superman pajamas, and I know they're about your size. I swear they're not gross or anything. I'll wash them before if you want them. I just know you like Superman. Batman versus Superman. Lois stops Batman from killing Superman. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Lois stops Superman from killing Batman. And that might be one of the most heartbreaking moments of all time in a Superman comic. Does your dad beat you too? Aw. That's sad. Superman is like outwardly identical to a human, but his internals are the same as a human. What's the situation here? I think it would be very funny if his insides were totally different personally. Like it's just as well he's invulnerable, because if he ever had to go to a doctor, it would be a disaster. What if he did manage to get hurt while doing superhero stuff and they had to take chest x-rays? He's just sitting there poker faced while the doctors try to figure out what they're even looking at. Doctor, Superman. So, this is my liver. Well, it's not actually a liver, but it basically does the same thing as a human liver, so I call it my liver. Okay, and this one? Best as I can tell, that doesn't do anything. Huh? And this thing over here? Heck if I know.